It would add to our GDP.
I don't give a fuck about GDP. I ask a question.
Yeah, it would add to our
How
economy.
is it a benefit to America where an illegal business would benefit America when real Americans can't open illegal businesses?
Okay, well, how do you
answer the question? It's very straightforward, TikTok brain.
Sure. How do Americans being able to open legal businesses have anything to do with this? I'm just curious as to like what the relevance of that part of the question is.
It's a relevant question. Answer it.
Okay, true. So, I mean, can I get like an answer to that, or like what the relevance?
I ask you a question. I don't answer questions with questions. I answer questions with answers. Answer the question.
I mean, it's acceptable to ask what the relevance of a question is, and it's also acceptable to ask.
The relevance is you are for illegal immigrants doing illegal things. That's the whole crux of your argument.
Never said that.
It's the whole crux of your argument.
When did I say that?
Beginning of the stream where Sarah looked at you like you were dumb.
Beginning of the stream when I specifically said I'm not for illegal immigration and that I want these people to get some sort of legal status.
Legal status. So we should just walk across the border, do whatever the fuck we want. An illegal immigrant, I'm sorry. Just walk across the border, do whatever the fuck we want with no consequences. That is exactly what you're advocating for.
Do you like listen to
That's exactly why my brain hurts.
Do you like listen
and that's exactly why your brain needs to be reset.
Do you like listen to the opening statement at all, or are you just like picking your nose the whole time?
If you would like to go to insults, I could throw many. I am being nice.
That was a question, by the way.
I'm not going to answer the opening statement. Stupid questions.
Because it feels like
I asked you a very intelligent one. You're deflecting like your liberal ass does. Every liberal deflects every question of reality. I mean, you, sir, do not live in reality. I yield. I
simply confused.
I yield.
Okay. You did great.
Stop talking.
You did great, Sven. You didn't bring out the insults till the very end. I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you.
He insulted me, so that's what he got back.
Fair enough. Sir. Hold on just a second. We're going to move around. It's a round robin right now. Mr. Clay, do you have questions, comments? Pat him on the back, kick him in the face. What you got here for us?
Yeah, I got some questions. Thank you, Cringy Liberal, for coming up. Thank you, Sarah, for hosting him. Certainly, it's a conversation worth having. Young people, in my mind, haven't really considered the whole totality of the circumstances in a lot of cases. And in this case, I think personally that you really haven't. That's not an insult. It's just something that I personally feel. So your whole premise here is that illegal immigrants benefit America. Mm-hmm. Now, you particularly honed in on the monetary part, the portion of financial, right?
Yep.
But you mentioned that they pay income tax. This is true. Now, I personally don't think that income tax is a legal income tax personally, but we're going to move past that because I don't know if you're aware of it, but the income tax is not the only place where finances in America come into play for illegal immigrants. So, for instance, education, regular criminal activity, we're not talking about the actual illegal immigration itself, healthcare, and welfare. You said that they don't qualify for welfare, but the fact is that
I said they don't qualify for the vast majority of federal welfare programs.
Right, but their children do 100%, almost every time.
Get
that welfare. So,
I said if you're going to count the expenditure of those children, you better count the benefits those children pay later in life, which is actually one of the critiques of a study that said that illegal immigrants were a net fiscal drain. That I have, so we can go over that if you want to. I can bring up the sources.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that during the open portion, but I just wanted to get to kind of a couple of main points so that we can do the round robin. But particularly education, healthcare, crime, and welfare are those portions where finances come into play. Now, if you actually add all that up, the cost, and I did a calculation here, it's $182 billion in the negative, whereas it's 96.7 billion.
Okay, so for healthcare, like what
No.
do you mean by that?
All those portions
Like
together,
okay, wait, for healthcare, like how are they
education,
negative to
healthcare,
how are they negative
crime,
there?
and welfare. All
Okay.
4 categories together equal up to about twice as much negative than the revenue that they actually bring.
Okay, let's start with the healthcare. How are they net negative healthcare wise? Like what is?
Okay, so let me give you the figure here, what it actually is. Emergency uncompensated services 7.5 billion, 18.5 billion negative.
Okay, so if you actually I did my research on this before, actually 2 days ago. So I'm actually very lucky. If you look at the studies on immigrants and healthcare, at least especially illegal immigrants, actually, they typically pay in more into premiums than they take out, in like emergency healthcare benefits. So like
Premiums for
healthcare,
for private insurance companies,
public and private.
Public and private. So in reference to the public, that's all we're concerned about. So obviously, when it comes to private stuff, we don't care about that when it comes to GDP. Like that's neither here nor there, because that's going to be an income tax thing. And then that company is going to pay into that, not the illegal immigrant. So when we're talking about healthcare emergency services, it's 7.5 to 18.5 billion.
Let me read this from this study. It says here, this cross-sectional analysis of 200,000 respondents to the medical expenditure panel survey and the current population survey, immigrants contributed 58.3 billion more in premiums than taxes in 2017 than insurers and the government paid for in healthcare. U.S. born citizens incurred a net deficit of 67.2 billion. Undocumented immigrants accounted for almost 89% of that. 89% of that surplus.
Okay, so where did you get that?
I'm sure. Want me to link it?
I mean, no. I don't even need a link or anything. Just tell me what place did the study, and I'll accept that they did the study.
Assessments of immigrants' premiums and tax payments for healthcare and their costs.
Okay, and I got my stats from House.gov.
Okay, and what was the study you're citing, or like who did the study?
7.5 and 18.
Who did the study?
So it's off of House.gov.
Oh yeah, who commissioned it? Like who is the person who House.gov will have people come in to write the reports. Who wrote
for housing affordability, government budgets, and American workers? Prepared testimony of Stephen A. Camarada, Director of Research Center for Immigration Studies for U.S. House Oversight and Accountability Committee, Subcommittee on National Security, the Border, and Foreign Affairs.
Yeah, so couple things. So couple things. Yeah, couple.
Actual government doing the study.
Okay, couple things there. Couple things there. One, House committee report. House committee reports, especially from Republican House committees, notoriously unreliable. Okay. Number two, Number two, CIS explicitly
but now you're going to credibility. You're going
I'm not. Well, I'll attack the study itself. I'll attack the study. I'll attack
the actual study by the government. Now you can not trust the government. I don't trust the government. Also, Number two, study came from the government, right? Whereas your study came from a test.
It didn't come from the government. It came from CIS.
That right there, House.gov oversight. That's the oversight committee. That's who did it. Now you might not trust the government.
CIS did it.
It says oversight House.gov.
Who gave the testimony?
It's literally right off of .gov.
Who did the testimony, buddy?
It's a bro. How is it like? So there's .govs. There's
so that was a question. That wasn't really an answer. So I'm gonna ask the question again. We can just do. It's okay. It's okay.
You don't like the government. That's okay. I get it. But
it's fine. We can just do that.
Here's the thing. You cannot trust the government, just like I don't trust the government. But let's move on to, well, okay, we hit healthcare. let's talk about education.
Whoa.
Education,
Okay,
actually, it says that
excuse me.
education is the
Do you,
biggest.
wait, do you really think I just let you walk off that point?
You don't.
Do you really think I just let you walk off that point, buddy? Okay.
You made your claim.
Who gave the testimony?
The audience can accept your claim, or they can accept my claim.
Who gave the testimony, Clay?
Bro, we're gonna sit here and argue back and forth about the same exact claim.
Number one, CIS. Okay, number one, CIS explicitly an anti-immigrant. Wait, excuse me. CIS explicit. Excuse me.
Bro,
what? Okay.
How deep down the rabbit hole do you need to go before you say?
Barry, I want to engage into substance.
I already heard you say I don't trust that study.
I want to engage into study. Yeah, I'm going to tell you exactly why I don't trust the study. Number one. Okay.
And I don't trust your study. I don't care why you don't trust.
Did you read it?
Can you guys drop your links backstage for me, and I'll go look into them. I mean, we could say I don't accept your study. We could say I do accept your study. I think the best part we could.
I've actually read this, and I have like a legit critique of it, and he doesn't really seem to have any of mine. So I just would like to give the critique.
What's the critique?
Yeah, the critique basically is that CIS 1 is explicitly an anti-immigration think tank. Number 2, in that study specifically, or in the study that the testimony is referencing, the report, they explicitly count the benefits consumed by U.S.-born citizens of illegal immigrants, but they don't count the taxes paid by those people later in life. That was remember I was criticizing you for that. This is exactly the same problem with these kinds of studies done by CIS and FAIR.
I mean, aren't all studies biased though?
Sure, but this one had this. But it's not about like the study being biased or not. It's whether the methodology is okay or not. And the methodology of this study, that study was just dog water.
Okay. Well, if either of you want to drop those back in the private chat for me, and I can go dig into.
I did drop like 6 in the private chat. Sorry about that, but I do have like 5 or 6 to back up my claim.
I don't see anything in the private chat from you.
It's in the comments. Oh wait, no, that was in the comments, bro. Wait, did I just drop that into YouTube chat? Lol.
Probably.
Oh,
that's all right.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. All right, and Clay, do you have the link for yours, by chance?
So as you can see here, 2 of these have to do 2 or 3 of these have to do exclusively for legal immigrants, and then the rest are just about migrants in general.
All right. Clay, did you have any more questions to ask, or did you want? Do you want to? I'll wait for you. You're muted right now.
Sorry. So I do most of my research on my phone. So because of that, I'm pulling it up on the.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
I can swap it to the computer, but yeah, I just put it in the back. Yeah, so I mean, essentially, it's just chopped up to you don't trust the government as far as I'm concerned.
No, I'm telling you, the methodology of the report is dog water.
Okay, so essentially, like I said, you're just chopping it up that you don't trust the government. Right?
No, the methodology of the report is dog water.
I'm just gonna chop it up to you don't trust the government.
This isn't a government bureaucrat.
Look, I know that you're offended that I'm not going to accept your bullshit. Okay. This isn't
a government agency.
Hold on. What he's saying is, so when it's like people who try to do statistics but don't know how to do statistics. What Cringy is saying, now I don't know if it's true or not, but what he's saying is that the methodology that they utilize, it would be like if I ran a science test on something and I never used a placebo, right? Everything was a variable, so I didn't have any constant within the experiment, right? And so what he's saying is whatever the methodology is that they did, the science experiment that they ran in order to harness this research is done incorrectly according to Cringy. Now, I don't know what it is. I haven't dug into it, but that's all he's saying. It doesn't necessarily have to be just because it's the government. Even I could go run a science experiment right now and use a terrible methodology to do it, and somebody could critique me on the same thing, So yeah, I think that's what he's saying.
I accept that, but the thing is it was done by the government, and in this case, he just doesn't trust the government.
I don't really think I don't even really consider this to be done by the government. Even this is
Bro,
this is
I'm
this is
just
a
gonna chop it up
Yeah.
to that you don't trust the government,
this is
which
well
is
this isn't
fine
really
with me.
even the government.
Middle
It's
This
not.
is
Hold on, Clay. That's not what he said. I do hear you, but it's not. It's not what he's saying. No. Listen to what I'm saying. It could be a study done by a university. It could be a study done by some great, I don't know, immigration is good company. It could be a study done by the government. It doesn't matter. He's saying the methodology in which that study is done is incorrect.
I understand that.
He's not blaming it on the author necessarily or the person who produced or funded that study. He's saying the methodology inside of it is incorrect.
And who did it?
Anyone can do that.
And who did it? Who did the methodology?
They
CIS
probably, I was going to say they probably hired somebody outside of it, though.
And when I say that, like, this is done by the government,
Center for
what I'm saying is
Immigration
that
Studies.
this
Center for Immigration Studies. That's government.
yeah, it's not. It's not.
Sorry.
It's
They do a lot
basically
of contracting for the government.
basically
yes.
what I'm saying. Okay.
Maybe you don't understand how contracting works in the government, but this thing happens all the time where the government steps in. So Effigy, I know that you want to chime in, bro. You're gonna get your turn.
It's a 501c3.
Yeah.
The CIS.
You gotta wait. I'll wait. You gotta wait.
It's a government contract.
This isn't like a government agency, really. It's just more like a lobbying group that has that a Republican House committee is asked to give testimony.
It's because it's Republicans. So
Here, look.
I'm
Hold
not
on. Hold on. It says, hold on, Clay. I'm trying to let me work through this with you. Clay, let me work through this with you. It says the Center for Immigration Studies is an independent, nonpartisan, nonprofit research organization founded in 1985.
This is crazy. I'm sorry, that partisan's fucking insane,
like I said,
bro. There's no way.
Contracting works.
There's no way. There's no way
Know
to
how
be nonpartisan.
Sarah, let me ask you something. You were in the military. Did government ever reach out to private corporations, even nonprofits, and I don't know, write contracts and do business with private corporations?
Yeah, this is a 501. This is a 501c3 organization. It looks like we participate in the combined federal campaign. I don't know what that is. It looks like they probably get federal grants.
This happens all the time. Yes. A lot of 501c3s get federal grants. Your tax dollars go to grants. In fact, the grant that you got to go to college, probably some of it came from federal tax dollars, just so you know. You probably didn't know that. But yes, sometimes grants come from federal tax dollars. The money that I pay into the system goes to funding 501c3s, grants, police grants. Where do you think police grants come from?
AKA Pale Grant.
Hold on.
Sorry, I was just giving the type.
This is Clay.
That's all.
This is Clay.
You're young, I understand, and I'm not trying to be insulting. I'm just telling you that you're not trusting the source, which is fine. I chop it up to personally me, not you, not blaming you for this either. Don't take it as an insult. I chop it up to that you don't trust the government, which is fine. I'm gonna leave it there.
It's not that I don't trust the government.
I'll pass it because you really can't understand basic words.
Yeah, I understand that you didn't read the study
You can't understand
and that you're not
basic
knowledgeable on the
words.
specific topic
I
enough in order to
believe-
engage in the substance,
I
but that's not
believe
me.
you
Okay.
don't understand basic words. I believe that you're an idiot. There you go.
All right, let's move on to Calvin. Calvin, what do you got for us, darling? Who's typing?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
cool,
we got
cool,
you,
cool,
Calvin.
Cool. So yes, I have a few just a couple quick questions. First of all, I am an independent. This is probably one of the few areas that I probably lean with the right in terms of probably agreeing with a lot of their position in terms of this subject matter. Nevertheless, I did ask about the waste suppression and the cleaning and the lawn care, and I didn't hear your answer to that because I see them as suppressing wages in that industry, and I didn't recall.
I
hearing
said
that.
I said that there might be really specific industries that they do in fact suppress wages in, but I'm not really looking at that. I'm looking at, are they net benefit or suppressing wages across the whole economy? The answer to that is largely absolutely not. No. So even in like the lower skilled industries, there seems to be like wage benefits for native citizens rather than wage decreases. And actually, I'll just send you over the studies. There's quite a few of them, but I'll just send them over, all of them over.
Well, I mean, that's not necessarily because I just want to. I know for a fact, from my personal experience, well, colloquial experience, that I've seen the impact there.
Okay, here's my studies there.
The other thing is, did you also talk about like the benefits in terms of Social Security? Because I hear that's like one of the benefits.
Yes.
Okay, so you talked about that earlier. What'd you say about that? I apologize.
Yeah, these people tend to be younger, so they'd be paying into Social Security. This would it would help the program from going insolvent, since our population is quickly aging.
Okay, and then my last question is, so if we were to resolve this issue today, right? Let's say we got some type of resolution, whatever the case would be. What is your policy moving forward in terms of illegal immigrants? Should we find another batch like a group of like 1,000? Undocumented, they've been here for like three years. What is your goal, or what is your policy moving forward?
If there aren't too many of them, then just deport them, probably.
If there aren't too many of them,
yeah, like if there isn't like 11 million, literally, then just deport them. So if there's like 100 who try to cross the border, or who cross the border and been here for a week, then just deport them. Yeah.
Okay, so 100. So your cutoff is like probably in the millions or something.
I don't know what probably in the millions. Yes, almost certainly. Yeah.
Okay. So okay, just want to clarify. Fine. So your policy is definitely like closed border, current format that the president has in place.
I don't know what people mean by closed border. When my border policy is just that in order to stop all of the, I guess, border crisis people talk about, you just have to expand pathways for legal immigration, and you can just like significantly decrease funding in DHS and like CBP and all of those services, right? Because they're just like a gigantic fiscal burden.
Huh? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Yes, my border policy would basically be defund CBP, defund DHS a lot. You don't have to completely defund them, but lower their funding, and then just increase pathways for legal immigration to mitigate illegal immigration, since that is like basically the only way short of complete and total militarization of the border.
Am I the only one confused?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Say it one more time.
Yeah, I'm advocating for CBP and DHS to be defunded and just substantially, and then for an increase in legal pathways for immigrants to mitigate illegal immigration and incentivize legal immigration.
So instead of protecting our borders, you say we just extensively amplify our places in which people can get their free pass in.
Well, okay, you say protecting our border. What I'm suggesting is a form of border protection, because it literally does mitigate illegal immigration. And actually, the militarization of the border that's been happening hasn't proven at all to be like effective at reducing border crossings. In fact, I'll send you over the studies in that right now.
Really?
Here. Yes.
That's interesting. You put more people at the border, and you say that it's not decreasing passage. That's interesting. Okay, well, he's gonna put that back there. I don't want to see that. And you can, I guess, I'm finished here, Sarah.
Okay, thank you, Calvin. Effigy, what you got for me?
Everybody seems surprised. Like when you get rid of the thing that fuels the negative effects, then yeah, you get the positive effects. So making a whole bunch of people who you have deemed to be illegal with these negative status, giving them a positive status would have a shitload of positive effects. Economically, I feel there's no argument here. There's just not. Because half the time you'll hear right-wingers, for some odd reason lately, try to argue how mistreated they are. And that's kind of like the entire capitalistic idea, is that they're kind of being used as an underclass, right? Well, no one really likes that. So legalize them. The part of the problem that breaks capitalism is when you force there to be kind of caste systems over your class systems. No, undocumented people are a net benefit. They're generally paying into things that they themselves will never benefit from. And even the places, the states that actually do try to funnel some money toward them, it's a pittance compared to the amount that goes to Americans and legal immigrants anyway. I'm pretty much with Cringy Liberal on most of what he was saying. I think there are easy ways to fix this, but I think the arguments that the right makes belies the fact that the things they're saying that they care about, they don't. Like, it's like saying that you care about the rules. It's like, well, you selectively care about the rules. It's obvious from the last 12 years of us in politics who's been paying attention. It's obvious that the right wingers don't care about all the rules, right? Come on. I think the right would say the same thing about the left. They don't care about all the rules, right? It's all very selective. But yeah, also, I just like to say, Clay, oh my God, you dug that hole so damn deep for no damn reason. Just because it's on House Gov, it just meant it was read on the fucking record. Everybody uses studies from think tanks. It doesn't mean it's made by the government. Huh. Sorry, banging my head on the keyboard on that one.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I'll just I'll wait until the rest of the gauntlet kicks in because I'm just adding stuff to.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you're up here.
Cringy.
I knew this one would call you out. I knew you'd be up here for this one.
And yeah, the first 2 hours, Sarah, you were fucking wrong. You're saying all kinds of wrong shit. You wrong person.
I'm wrong, Sarah. I love you so much, Effigy. All right, Kraut to you, sir. What you got for Cringy?
Hey, how you doing? First off, I want to ask for your position in the most clearest way possible. You believe that illegal immigrants shouldn't cross the border, but the ones here now incentivize them to get all their paperwork in order? Am I strongmanning you correctly?
Well, I want to give the ones who are here now amnesty. I want to give them like a form of legal status.
Every single one of them?
The ones who have been here for more than 2 years and have committed a violent crime. I mean, there could be other specifications, but for most, right? Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sir, I'm not going to go into it in detail because I know you actually have a debate about it, but you don't believe illegal immigrants can benefit from the system, right? They don't get free stuff from the government?
They can. They just very rarely do.
Okay. Now, do you believe they're...
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Do you believe their kids can benefit from the government?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you believe in birthright citizenship?
Yes.
Okay. So by through their kids, illegal immigrants can get more benefits from the government through their kids. Would you agree with that?
Potentially.
I mean, they do by every metric. They do. We can agree on that, right?
If you list somebody as if you're doing taxes and you're listing somebody as a dependent, you yourself in a lot of cases also have to have like a social security number. So it depends on what exactly you're talking about.
All right. Well, when I feel like we can't come to an agreement, even a slight agreement, I try not to harp on this. So I'm just going to move. I got like 2 more things to point out, and then I'll hand it over to the next person because I got to go to sleep on the way. I got work in the morning.
Okay.
Excuse me. What was I going to say? Damn, I actually lost track. Give me a second.
Cringy, are you playing a game or something?
I am, bro. These guys are taking so long.
All right. Oh yeah.
Hold up, Cringy. They're here for you.
Oh yeah. Hey man, undivided attention, brother. Get off your game, man. Come on.
Bro,
can't even stop doing this.
Because I
playing a game.
Trust me, bro. I'm locked in with these studies.
I got my thought. I don't want to lose it, man. You know, show Sarah and the rest of the panelists a little more attention. Now, do you have a problem with deporting illegal immigrants because you might think it's based on race?
There a problem with foreign illegal deporting? No, it's not my problem with deporting illegal immigrants. I do think the reason that people want to deport them is because they're brown, though. I do think that's generally like a lot of the reason.
So that's one of your issues with deporting illegal immigrants.
It's not one of my issues. It's one of my issues of people who advocate for the deportations.
Okay. Let me rephrase it. So you have a problem with people that advocate deportations for illegals because you believe it's based that they're brown, right?
Yes, a lot of times, yes.
Okay, that's wrong. I mentioned it in the chat. I should have put it on the super chat. Oh yeah, Sarah, I'm B Sharp. I don't know if you remember that, but B Sharp's my YouTube name. But anyways,
Yep.
look up how many. I'm German Irish. Look up how many Irishmen got deported just last year, and I'm for it because they either committed a crime when they were on their visa,
Yeah,
which
I'm not saying
in
every single one
well,
of them.
I'm just
A
showing
lot
you
of
it's not about race. I mean, yeah, I'll grant it. There's probably some conservatives out there that are fucking
Well,
scumbag
it just seems to
racists
be.
that
I
want-
think it's a substantial portion because when you hear the rhetoric that, especially Donald Trump's views, like the, like about the Haitian immigrants or about the Somalians or about the import the third world, get the third world, or like poisoning the blood of our country. All of these things like speak very heavily towards like I don't like brown people. And then if I'm debating somebody on this and I go through all of their and I address everything they've said and they still believe in their same position, I have a really hard time believing that the only reason I can like believe that they still believe in that position is because they don't like brown people or just don't like immigrants. So
Hey, Kraut, can I ask you a question, man?
Hold
Is English your
on. We're still in one at a time. It's round robin. Go ahead.
Well, I
Kraut.
mean, look, statistically, it's probably going to be more brown people that get deported because, you know, a lot of illegal immigrants are from Mexico, and I believe even from a couple other areas that are a lot closer to America. But you like I said, there's white people that are getting deported, so it's not a race issue. I know you might believe people that believe in illegal immigration want that to happen because they're racist, and there probably are some that are racist, but it's not a global phenomenon. You can't categorize illegal immigration just because of race. You know what I mean? And I just want to bring up one more point. Do you honestly feel that illegal immigrants here bring a deficit to America or I'm stuck on stupid. I can't the word opposite of deficit, like
Net
a
positive.
benefit.
I don't
Yeah,
believe
net
that. I
positive.
can't read all the studies and have a research document this big on immigration and like not believe that this is the case. Yeah, I definitely do.
Well, I believe at the end of the day, you should come here legally. Like I made that super chat about someone come here illegally, and you know you don't want those in. We already established that, but you want people that are here to remain here and give a sentence for them to get their paperwork. But that still makes it where people that did come here legally and get their paperwork, they got to wait in line longer and longer. You know, if you're waiting in line for a buffet and somebody cuts in front of you, you know, you got to wait 5-10 more minutes to get your food, probably even longer than that because they just ran out of the steak. So they got to bring more out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You heard about that guy that killed those people in Florida, the CDL driver? You didn't hear about that, did you?
No.
That's another problem I got with illegals. They can barely understand English. That might seem like, yeah, I'm not a racist. I despise racism. But if you can't comprehend basic English skills or writing, why are you even driving in this country? You know what I mean? There's a lot of problems with legal immigrants. But Sarah, if you allow, I want to hand it off. But Angry American wanted to ask me a question. If that's cool.
Yeah, just wait for the gauntlet, guys.
All right.
Are you done with your questions, Kraut?
Yeah, for now.
Okay. A scratch to you. Questions, comments, what you got?
I just want to ask Cringy, just for the audience, can you explain like circular versus straight migration patterns to them?
Sure. Yeah, basically circular migration patterns are going to be immigrants who come here, maybe temporarily work, go back to their country, right? There's it's cyclical. There's going to be a circular cycle there. Straight migration patterns are just people who are in another place and they immigrate straight to that place and then they stay there. This is relevant basically because before the militarization of the border, there used to be like a circular or cyclical pattern of immigration, and it turned into a straight pattern of immigration post the militarization of the border, which caused an increase in illegal immigration essentially.
And that's because people realize that if they're risking crossing the border over and over again just to work somewhere temporarily, there's more of a chance that they're going to get stamped with these 5-year, 10-year permanent, or even like permanent bans from the country, or even go to jail for it. So they're more encouraged to stay in the country illegally. So the population of illegal immigrants is just going to keep increasing. Correct?
Yep.
Cool. I want to ask you, is on the House.gov website, right, for the what is it, the Republican Budget Committee, is Cato's refutation of the CIS study on there?
On the House.gov thing?
Yeah.
No.
It's in the testimony, though, right?
Cato gave testimony that spoke. Well, actually, wait. Yeah, no, I'm wrong. In this, they gave testimony that countered these studies. Correct.
So
You're
it would be
completely
on the House.gov.
Yes, it would be on.
correct?
Yes, correct.
So
That is another point.
If we're going by his standard, I just want to just be clear, right? You would also mistrust the government because there's literally another agency on there refuting the exact study that you were citing from the House.gov website. But both these are independent agencies. So just to point that out. I want to just like a basic question because I keep hearing this come up a lot. Do you think like the average illegal immigrant is better off in like Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, or better off here?
Definitely here, obviously. There's no
Okay,
question
right?
about it.
Absolutely, right? I think people like make these like kind of bleeding heart, like try to appeal to like people who are pro illegal immigration, or in the sense like the people are at least already here of, oh, right, they're being exploited. They're definitely better than like El Salvador, definitely better than Honduras. Also to address Pew Research, the study, it's kind of a while ago, it was like 2014. The average wage for an illegal immigrant is like $36,000 every year. So that's above the poverty line, and that amounts to about $18 an hour. So people are exaggerating the like this effect. And I just want to point out, right? Wait, are you familiar? I think Reggie, you know what IRA is, right? From the Clinton administration.
Mhm.
Yeah, what's your opinion on that? Like, what do you think about that?
I mean, one of the policies that directly increased illegal immigration, right? Contributed to militarization of our border. Literally was one of the reasons we have all the illegal immigrants here now.
That's right. Oh, this is completely irrelevant. Is it true that like people who tend to be older, they tend to have low IQs due to things like leaded gas, asbestos, and being exposed to more chemicals in the past?
Yeah, I would assume so. Maybe
Assume
like
so.
maybe problem with some of our older panel members. Not talking about Sarah, but maybe Clay.
Well, okay. I just want to make sure, that might explain some of the opinion. You never know. Anyways, I'm done.
Wasn't lead issues and asbestos like that was bigger in what, like the 60s, 70s maybe?
That's like Gen X and like the generation prior.
Yeah,
I think even the 90s, asbestos was a big problem.
Well, the primary generations affected by this would be Gen X, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like, I don't think anyone here is that old, right?
Maybe
I
they
don't
got
think they-
papers in
Pretty
their
old.
brains.
Okay, Gen
I
X.
think
Yeah,
Gen X is what, like 40
You're in your like
something.
40s, 50s, yeah.
Yeah.
Leaded gas
Uh,
wasn't even banned until
I am.
1996.
I'm Gen X.
It's true.
Leaded gas wasn't even banned in
Yeah.
1996.
Too soon.
So-
Not that far out there.
All right. But Scratch, I wanted to ask you one thing because you brought up the idea of how people from Guatemala would be better here than in Guatemala. But
Yep.
I mean, if that's the case, then all the starving children in Africa, right? I mean, this is what my generation grew up being threatened with. There's starving children in Africa. I think we should just go over and grab all of the starving children in Africa and bring them here. Why not? We should just bring them over here. And my point to that is I don't have any pity or empathy for anyone in another country who has it bad at this rate. Nobody gives a fuck about us, and I refuse to give a fuck about them. If you came here hoping for opportunity to get away from a bad situation, yada, 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 whatever, and if you deem this place to be the best place for you, well, there shouldn't be any reason why you can't do it legally. And if you have to come and do it illegally, that's not my fucking problem, right? I consider myself blessed to be born here in the USA and to be an American citizen. It is a privilege, not a fucking right. Okay. And I don't think it's fair to say, oh, like your country sucks and you're safer and doing better here. You should just come here and do this. Like that's that suicidal empathy kind of problem. where we feel bad for people for being in shitty circumstances, but in that same breath, we screw ourselves over or give way and give leeway to things that we wouldn't normally give way to, and then we end up fucked over at the end. That's what I have to say about that piece. But I hear what you're saying. Certainly everyone would be better here. That's why everybody wants to come here, but it wouldn't be a place where everybody would want to come to if we just let everyone in.
Well, yeah,
but apparently it's a horrible country, Sarah.
I just to respond to that, right?
Mhm.
The reason I know you're talking about like, oh, this is like empathy, right? I'm suicidal empathy. Cringy did not bring up the fact that like trafficking was happening or the fact that these people are being exploited. You did, right? That's why I called it concern growing. Because I wasn't, Cringy wasn't the one being empathetic. I wasn't saying we need to take these people in because it's so bad in Guatemala. I was just saying you guys don't care about the fact that they're being exploited and you're just trying to appeal to us, even when they are actually better here. Right?
No,
So
I'm saying, hold on. I'm saying you're going to come here and be exploited. I said that's pretty close to slavery, mind you, right? I would say because of that very situation, they should stay where they're at and deal with the situations that they were born into and have to deal with. And maybe there's another country that, why don't they go somewhere else? I hear Europe's great for immigration. Why don't they go somewhere else?
All
right?
I know is
It's kind of like the Atlantic Ocean between Guatemala and Europe. So,
but if you want
it
to know,
is what it is.
Tommy, stop. This is one person at a time. Thank you.
Yeah, it's just way easier for people to come to America, right? It's in the next place with the most amount of opportunities.
So
once again, I'm not making an argument that we have to take them in because it's so bad. I'm just saying that if we're going to make the argument of, oh, they're being exploited, it's way worse in their other countries. Like if we actually care about the people here, we want the legal immigrants here to not live the worst life possible. That's not
my concern. I think if you're going to come here, I think if you're going to come here and be exploited, you deserve to be exploited at that rate. Like, I don't give a fuck. But if you're going to say like, oh, well, they're better here than they are in Guatemala, well, but you don't deserve to be here yet. You haven't earned that right. You just walked over and said, I'm going to do this now. Right. I don't think you should have access to anything. I don't think you should be able to. I don't think your kids should be allowed to go to school. I don't think you should be able to tap into any resources. I don't think you should be able to get housing. I don't think you should be able to do any of it. You have the perseverance to jump the fence and swim through the Rio Grande to get here. Well, you need to figure it out without tapping into anything that we have to offer.
Okay.
Why if we stopped let me say it this way. Okay. If we stopped allowing them to tap into any of the benefits of being an American citizen here, meaning renting apartments, having medical care, even free emergency services, like whatever, anything that we have to offer, I don't think you should be allowed to have it if you're illegal.
I hate this. Is unfortunately, you're just not tracking the argument, right? The point is, right, you're saying, I'm not concerned about these people being exploited. I'm not concerned about them being human trafficked. But yet you thought it was a relevant point to bring up the Cringy when he was saying, oh, well, I think people are like a net benefit to the economy. They're providing us labor. It's like, so you basically want slavery. Because what you do there, when somebody is saying that, they're trying to say, hey, these people are being exploited. This isn't good for them. Why do you want them here? You're just allowing people to be exploited. You're just allowing slavery.
I'm making the point that the only reason they are a net benefit is because they're being utilized only 2 degrees away from slavery. That's the only reason why they're a net benefit.
If you don't care about that, right? If you don't care about the fact that they're being utilized 2 meters away from slavery, I don't think being paid $18 an hour and making $36,000 a year in 2014.
Then here's what we should do. We should go get the starving children in Africa, bring them on over, pay them $3 an hour. But that's what I'm saying. If we do this, we might as well do that at that rate. And then we can make it work however we want to work it. We can operate under whatever rules we want to operate under. All I'm saying is that, like, the only reason there is a net benefit is because we're utilizing it like a slave trade. Like, you do understand that.
How is that relevant to the argument?
Because they're not doing things legally, therefore they're not operating under a legal system, right? So we're legally necessary because because we're able to exploit them. Oh yeah, is if you pay your federal taxes under this special number, we might consider that good behavior later when we grant you amnesty or whatever. Or if you get caught, we might say, well, you've been paying into the system, it's okay. So pay us your money and we might be nice later when it comes to granting you citizenship.
If an illegal immigrant came over here and was being paid like $80,000 a year, would you call that exploitation?
If you're an illegal citizen coming over here getting paid $80,000 a year, I expect your ass to be legal.
Would you consider that exploitation if that happened?
No, they're exploiting our system.
So I don't know. So obviously, right? Obviously, whether
but he already said that they make under what 20,000. He already said
the legality. This doesn't have to do with the exploitation. That was a completely separate point. So I don't see how is it relevant to the conversation of illegal immigrants if you really don't care about this to bring up the exploitation. And the reality is, the only reason you brought that up is to try and appeal to cringy and to the bleeding heart liberals, as you perceive us on the panel, and try and say you guys are the ones exploiting these people, even when you guys care about it. And when I bring up the point, well, look, if that's what you're accusing us of, then obviously it's not as good as Guatemala. So it's not really a good argument to appeal to us.
Why are we concerning ourselves with other people's problems? If they're in another country, they're not my problem.
Look, I never said that they are our problem. That's not what I'm saying.
You're willing to grant, hey, it's worse off there than it is here. They have better opportunities here. So we should just let them in. We should just grant amnesty.
I'm not making a positive claim that we need to take them in because they're being exploited, right? Or because it's worse off in Guatemala than being here and like potentially being exploited. I'm making the claim that you don't care about this. This is concern trolling, and that if you really cared about them, the only reason you brought that point is to try and appeal to us, right? I was never making a positive claim that
I'm not appealing to anything. I'm just saying you're okay with them being exploited here. And you're okay with that. You're okay with illegal immigrants here and what they're doing.
Yeah, and you're trying to bring that up because you perceive me, right? And cringy, I'm guessing Bones.
You're
and like
saying because they have it worse there than they do here.
I'm saying if somebody really cares, right? If somebody really cares about how well any given person or legal immigrant doing society, the logical choice is to keep them here and not deport them. That's the only thing I'm saying, right? If they're already within the country. I'm not saying we need to bring in more people. I never made that claim. And the only reason I ever said that was in response to you saying they're being exploited because you specifically, right, brought that up to try and appeal to us to say that we're perpetuating exploitation and human trafficking.
Yeah, so why would we continue to allow that to happen?
Oh my God, bro. Okay, we can move on.
Send them back home.
We can move on.
Send them back home so they can be exploited even worse.
That's their problem. That's where you started. That's not my problem.
Absolutely,
okay. Starving children in Africa. Let's go get them all. Bring them all.
Here's the solution.
No, we should feel bad for everyone,
increase
Bones.
the amount of worker protections for
bring them all
illegal immigrants, or you could also do mass amnesty programs, which, by the way, based Reagan. Woo.
Wait, has Bones went yet?
It's Bones' turn now. Go ahead, Bones.
It is my turn to spurg. Anyways, cringy. So illegal immigrants and immigrants abroad have a net negative fiscal impact in the communities that they live in, as well as the states and the nation, at least in the short term. How does this kind of bear out in the long term?
Absolutely, just net positive long term. But I mean, you could probably even argue in the short term, illegal immigrants are probably a net fiscal benefit at the federal level, but in the long term, almost certainly, in every respect, they're fiscally positive, right?
Yeah, how so?
You can look at the Cato Institute study, or I think even the CBO. The CBO is split on this one, but I think the CBO even said that there's probably beneficial long-term outcomes to illegal immigrants and just immigrants in general on the state and the state and local level.
Based. All right. Would we go even further to say that maybe like the kids as well, like if they have kids, they go through the education system, would they be more likely to have a net positive fiscal impact in the long term?
Yeah, obviously, of course.
Based.
They're more educated. They're going to make more money.
Exactly. I like that. And also to kind of tie this up, what other groups of people would also have like a net negative fiscal impact that would be citizens within the country?
U.S. citizens who are children. Right, first 18 years of your life, almost certainly going to be a net drain.
True. What about educational attainment? Does that play a factor in that?
Of course it would. Educational attainment is going to play a factor in where you end up in society, where you end up in society. So when they're able to have access to their education system, they're going to end up making more money. They're going to almost certainly end up being fiscally positive.
It's all right. I see Spin City and Claire like pantomiming to each other or something like that in the background, and that's distracting me. But yeah, that's all I have.
Fair enough. And kind reminder to the audience, it appears the dono goal thing is not working. I don't know why or how or what happened with that. But you're currently 4 out of 10 on the dono goal. And if you want the gauntlet, you had better finish the rest of it. You have 6 minutes to do it. All right. Go ahead, Mr. Tommy Smith.
Hello, everybody. Want to tell you that I am here in Kansas City, and I don't want to say I came here illegally, but I'll tell you I'm fucking American, yeah? That's why my name is Tommy. But I have an important question for you, sir. If two Mexicans, they crossed the border, one became a landscaper, we'll call him Tommy. He paid taxes, he started a business, and I hired 12 Americans. But another guy, you call him Scott, and he was born in America, but he's still living in his mother's garage tweeting about lazy immigrants. Which one should be deported?
Scott, obviously, clearly. So clearly, Scott. Scott's a bum and a chud.
But if Scott was born in America, how do you deport him? To Mexico?
Of course. Nah, you deport him to the Pacific Ocean. That's where you deport him to.
But in Mexico, but if Tommy came from Mexico, then how does he go back to the Pacific Ocean?
We fly him there and just drop him off.
Hey, my friend, I think when I was in school in Mexico and Tijuana, we learned geography, but you seem to have learned the geography from where you learned your politics from some kid named Shadow Wolf on the fucking TikTok eating Takis.
Nah, we need to deport Scott to the Pacific Ocean. Drop him off straight over. Let him take a dive.
Well, let me ask you a question. Why did the Mexican cross the border?
To get to the other side.
No, because
No, did he cut out?
the
Yes.
gringos need someone to pick the tomatoes. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah.
I crossed the border because I heard that the tomato crossed first, and the Americans, the gringos, need someone to pick them.
Why are the tomatoes getting a shot in here?
Because I read the New York Times and I have a smart brain, and I want to ask our friend, since you're so pro-immigrant, I have a problem and you can solve. I have 3 cousins, they're all in Tijuana. And if you can provide the nice housing for them and opportunity, then I can get the tickets and they can come and you can put your money where your mouth is.
Bro. Hop in my DMs, bro. I got you. Just hop in my DMs. You can figure that shit out.
So you have space in your mother's basement.
I have space in my mother's basement. That is correct.
Thank you very much. I'm going to DM you.
And Tom Carpenter sent the big 20, says, yeah, that generation was so stupid. He's referring to Gen X. They built the whole internet you're on right now. So
Good try, Shaman. I just have to say, good try. You were exposed, sir.
And just a reminder, if you want Gauntlet, you had better hit that dono goal. You have 6 more to go, and you only have 3 minutes to do it in. And I actually put the lower dono goal on tonight. I felt nice. So hit it, or we're not going to have full Gauntlet mode. And I also have Rinyald hanging out backstage, too. Vibe, you got a question? Bye.
Oh yeah, shoot, I'm up. Nice.
Yay!
I love it, Sarah. Good to see you. Yeah, no, I mean, I love this topic. Like, I think about it and talk about it all the time. When it really comes down to, so I'm going to stick to the prompt, right? Illegal immigration benefits America.
Illegal immigrants benefit
think about
America.
this.
I want to be. It's very illegal immigrants benefit America. It's very
Or
succinct.
illegal immigrants benefit America, right? So I can say yes, they do. They make my avocados cheaper. They make my oranges cheaper. No, this is true. This is true. These are facts. I'm not actually making this stuff up because the farms are the major employers of illegal immigrants, right? And of course, it is exploiting them because the farms can't afford minimum wage. And if they do, then the prices go up. So it's part of competitiveness, right? And if we look at this, it does benefit America. So yes, the answer is illegal immigration benefits America for the rich. Well, not the rich, actually the higher middle class that are producing products at a lower price because they can exploit the illegal immigrants. Now, does it actually help America? No, right? So we can be really simple on this. And it sounds like we have left and right here. And I just want to see like a raise of hands here. How many people think we should just open the borders 100%, no regulations at all? How many people? Anybody?
Okay.
Okay, right. So we want to have some regulations, and the definition of illegal is actually saying that regulation. We're not saying we don't want anybody to come into this country. We're saying we want people to come to this country, but we have a budget. The country has a budget. We have medical costs, we have road costs, we have taxes, we have all these things. We have a budget, and you can't just have somebody randomly show up or a million people randomly show up because it ruins the budget and it breaks America completely. So when we're bringing people in, we're not saying nobody comes in. We're just saying go through the correct process. And how am I incorrect in any of that thinking?
No, ostensibly everything you said, well, not everything, but a large part of what you said wasn't true, which is that illegal immigrants are fiscally positive on the federal level, almost certainly on the state level over their lifetimes. I mean, we can send over to Cato Institute study on that one if you want to. They don't have access to the vast majority of federal welfare programs, Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security. In fact, they're a net benefit payer into programs like Social Security.
Okay, so
and then I guess on the front of
don't get the benefits of being illegal, just like people that broke laws and go to jail don't have the benefits that people that are free have, correct?
Yeah, but you're saying they're like they're messing up the budget. They're not really taking anything in from our budget, or they're not being a fiscal drain. They're being a fiscal net positive. So it doesn't really seem to be the case.
It is a physical drain.
Fiscal?
For sure, right? So first off, these guys are coming in, they're breaking. So we're setting minimum wages. We're setting like living wages, which actually I'm against also. But we are. And the only reason we're hiring the illegals is because employers don't want to pay those rates, right? So now we are exploiting them. But just to go back to what I said, anybody want to raise their hand of just opening the border? If you're saying that it's okay for illegals to come in, because you are, if you're saying it's not okay for an illegal to come in, but if they make it over the border, we should give them all the benefits. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay, so you said everything I just said was wrong, but you said
illegals
don't get all the benefits that the illegals do. Yeah.
I said what's not true is saying that illegal immigrants are a problem or a fiscal problem or a fiscal net drain. That isn't true. They're fiscally net positive.
Okay, explain to me how they're a physical or how they're a financial net positive outside of what I just said. Basically taking the minimum wage away, right? Because the only reason they get employed is because we can employ them under minimum wage, right? So we're trying to enforce laws. They come in here illegal, and then we have Americans that are actually going, great, I can hire this illegal because he's illegal. I can do whatever I want.
So number one, if you look at the industries illegal immigrants typically work in, there's labor shortages in those specific industries, right? So I would say the reason they're getting hired is one, there's labor shortage. Two, probably they can pay them cheaper. Number two is that illegal immigrants pay income tax via ITIN numbers. A lot of times they'll even end up paying Social Security, some of them fraudulent Social Security numbers. I'm not sure how much that contributes though, but overall they don't have access to like most federal welfare programs, and because of that and the little amount that you pay in, they end up being a fiscal benefit to our government.
Yeah, but wouldn't you say that this mismatch of like, hey, like here in California, you can be an illegal alien and you can still get a driver's license, which just blows my mind, right? Like I'm like, you're here illegally. As soon as you go to a driver's license, they should freaking arrest you and send you back to your country because you're here illegally, right? That's the whole thing about illegal immigrant. And I know the left loves to change it to undocumented. So, like, you know, if I'm a drunk driver, but I've never gotten pulled over,
I wrote the prompt. So what are we doing right now? I wrote the prompt, bud. Okay. I put illegal immigrant there. I don't know. There's nothing to get offended at. I didn't put.
I don't know. You did good by saying that because that is actually a true statement. I just know a lot of people on the left have changed illegal immigrant over to undocumented And I'm like, what's like basically it's like pro-life. The opposite is anti-life, but they said, oh yeah, no, we're body autonomy. They just changed the word to make it sound better. So I'm proud of you for choosing the prompt and keeping it legitimate.
Yeah, it's just. Oh, go ahead.
Just to curious, cringy right here is I'm actually under the INATE's unauthorized immigrant, so you should change the prompt to the correct answer.
I have a theory.
True.
I have a theory that Scratch is actually like a pre-recorded version of Cringy without glasses and with he combed his hair differently.
That works right, so you would expect that.
Look, don't. I still can't tell them apart sometimes.
I know.
It's terrible.
So cringy, what is the benefit then that you're saying? Because you wrote the prompt, right? So what is the benefit? And
Yeah, they benefit.
and if it is a benefit, should we just remove illegal
They
and just
benefit
go,
they
come on in?
They benefit
Open
the
house.
wages of native workers. They benefit our GDP. They benefit us fiscally. Those are all the benefits of illegal immigration and legal immigrants. They benefit Social Security as well. But again, I'm not really advocating for things like mass deportation, because I guess what you're saying, just deport them all, or just deport them as soon as they get a driver's license or whatever. It's kind of ridiculous to deport 11 million people. It's kind of it would certainly cause a recession, certainly cost $1 trillion. And if we're talking about budgetary problems or problems with our economy, that would cause way more catastrophe than any sort of mass amnesty program or any sort of thing I'm advocating for.
Yeah, I mean, I can sit there and say anything is a net benefit. You just said like a net benefit, but you didn't give any actual examples.
Or
of what those
GDP,
net
like our
benefits are.
GDP increases because of illegal immigrants.
Why? How do the illegal immigrants increase our GDP?
Because GDP is gross domestic product. They work jobs, aka they produce products, so they increase gross domestic product.
And I know you had mentioned that they're doing jobs that nobody else wants, right? And they're being exploited for those jobs, correct?
Nobody else wants. They're producing jobs in industries that have higher unemployment levels.
Right. And are those? I mean, I actually don't believe in that statement, because I think there's actually people that want that job, but I think they're not being granted that job because the employer has the illegal immigrant source and isn't going to hire them in the first place because he can actually pull these illegal immigrants.
When I say that, there's like literally a shit ton more job openings in these industries than usually in the rest of the economy. That's for one. Number two, there's actually a survey done by the BLS, very interesting survey, in fact, on why people who aren't participating in the workforce are participating. One of the least cited reasons is because the job prospects / pay opportunities aren't good enough. Most of the number one reason cited is when I just don't want to work a job, right? I have other things. I want to play video games. I don't want to work a job. The number two reasons, like family responsibilities or something, whatever. But the fact of the matter is, most of the people who aren't participating in the workforce are actually, I think, over 2/3 of them are over the age of 55, so probably just early retirees, and the rest of them just don't want to work, and they're not going to work. You can't convince them to.
Yeah, I mean, in one sense, when you're talking about like even black people, like why would they want to take that job? I actually will agree with you in the sense that their social benefits of being an American are actually better than demoting themselves to doing that minimum labor or that hard labor with minimum return job. So I would say the problem is more
option on the survey, though. They could have said like, oh, the job opportunities aren't good enough. They're not paying enough or whatever. They didn't pick that option, though. They had the opportunity to pick it on the survey. They didn't pick that option. In fact, I'll send it over here.
While you're sending that, ladies and gentlemen, I have opened up the gauntlet. Compliments of Tom Carpenter. I'll get through those super chats here in just a second. But if you are watching over on the Raging Tomatoes side, I am officially shutting down that side. Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, whatever else I'm streaming on, and we are all moving to the Gauntlet. If you're watching on the Raging Tomato, I dropped the link in the live chat. Click it, move over to the Gauntlet, or catch the raid. We'll see you over there. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm still curious, though. I mean, so illegal immigrants, in your view, are a benefit, right? So we must come up with a better system to bring in more illegals, but we can't bring all the illegals.
They would be more beneficial if they were
can't save the whole world and move the whole world in the United States.
They'd be more beneficial if they were legal. So we should create a system that incentivizes legal immigration because
we have it.
Immigrants.
Okay,
we have it.
So
we have it.
Yeah, and it's like hopelessly backlogged.
Benji, let me before the shit show starts.
For a decade.
Before the shit show starts, I need to pull Clay into this conversation for just a second. Do you know
America.
how much it costs to house an illegal alien per year?
Can you prove that we're housing illegal aliens with like federal
Yes,
money?
I can.
Okay.
Do
go
you
ahead.
know the answer?
Well, I need you to prove that first.
Clay.
Bro's about to bring up the shelter.
Yeah, I mean, it does happen.
Hold
So it's
on,
really-
hold on.
Can't wait.
Hold on. Before you freak out, Bones of Doom, holy shit, the guy's got a
Freak out.
SSP incoming.
Bro, what are we talking?
Holy crap, dude. Do you
I
understand?
still have coffee.
Do you
Wait, I still
understand?
got
Holy
coffee.
crap,
I'm
dude, pull the
moving
stick out of your
everywhere.
ass.
Like,
For real.
spur.
I know we're on the gauntlet.
These
shit, bro,
spur
but
carters.
we can both go gauntlet for sure.
Like,
was asking me
spurg a little bit more.
And I
please.
I'm actually being tame.
like turn the spurg from like.
Okay,
an
go ahead,
18
Bones. Bones has got the floor.
All right, let's actually have the conversation now. So, what
Man,
are
he
the
found the
numbers
secret
on,
word.
Okay,
to make everyone
okay. So
quiet.
let me renew the question. Let me renew the fucking question. Do you know how much it costs to house an illegal invader in my country?
Can
In
you
what
prove that-
context?
yeah,
you,
can
you
you
provided no context for that.
Can you prove that the government
you
is
don't know,
providing
just say,
housing
"I don't
to
know."
illegal aliens at all?
If you don't
I
know,
don't know.
don't say, listen, don't strongman me. I ask you a question. This is the problem I have with you fucking retards. You always
my.
strongman or bring something else up. Answer the question. If you don't know, he and I or he will tell you.
Angry American, how many times have you raped a child? How many?
Oh my god, dude.
Wait, that way.
The house.
Really? Answer the
Right.
question.
You
Really?
you ask a
Wait,
big question
wait,
with
wait,
no
wait.
context, and you're like,
I
"Do you
mean,
not
the
know? Do
question
you
was
not know?"
underspecified.
All right, let's
You want to go there? You want to go there?
The
Let's
question was
find a
Hey.
fresh breath of money. Ducks, why his 1 month membership, instead of buying the kazoo, I told him to go buy, he got a membership instead. Just kidding. It was probably gifted to him. But shout out to Duck. We love you. Hello. And of
We'll
course,
fucking mail him a
Tom
kazoo.
Carpenter says, dun, dun, dun. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Don't want effigy to have a great fall. Paying up to let him talk because we don't want to see him sulk. Effigy, that's love right there.
That is lovely, and I'm hoping that means that I now have an $80 shield. Is that what that is? Yeah. Yes.
No, that was paid to open the gauntlet. We wouldn't
Oh,
have had
come
the
on.
gauntlet mode if he didn't pay that.
But that's totally what Tom would want, right?
You can appeal to Tom. Tom, if you think that Effigy should have an $80 credit, feel free to let us know in the chat. I'm happy to oblige. Tom speaks, I listen, and I do what Tom says. Does that make you happy, Effigy?
That makes me very happy.
Ooh.
And I'm trying to
I
find
like
the
it.
there we go. The one thing that is Humpty Dumpty. Look, I found it.
Okay, I renew my question. I'll answer yours.
Hold on. And I accidentally fucked up with I thought this was a 50 because it was my second favorite color, which is usually 50. But he actually put 80 in here and he actually did complete the goal, but I didn't think it was completed. So I said one more was due to open the gauntlet, but I fucked up and Tom still obliged my fuckery. He said, typical woman, always asking for more. I apologize, Tom. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do that. You did not have to do that. I'll give Tom a $10 credit to boot anyone he wants if he so chooses, since he did it anyways, even though if he did the math, he would know he didn't have to. Doc sent the big 20 instead of buying a kazoo, said, Sarah, is my money okay here? No kazoo, boot sobriety. Love you all. Tell Angry Man this is how we do it. Forget the free world. Do what you love. Peace, love, and herpes. What do you say to that, Spin?
Fuck off. I renew my question. I'll answer
Angry American,
yours.
you had a question for me.
This is
No,
not the flex
no,
you
no.
think it is.
The cringy, stupid guy.
You ask your question, Tom says, and I expect Effigy to be riled up. So get some caffeine or alcohol, whatever you need, my friend. Effigy, are you going to be riled up tonight?
I'm gonna punch these motherfuckers in your name, Tom.
Hell
and, and hold on. Tom said you're only worth 50%. Damn, shots fired.
Damn, I'm one half of a person. We'll call it the Great Sarah Compromise.
I love you. And backstage, I have Rinyald. Matthew, I know you came over from Twitch, but I don't know if you're trying to get on panel or if you're trying to watch on the gauntlet. But I put the link backstage if you want to continue watching. Otherwise, you got to do a quick cam up back there. All right, Spin, your question, please.
Okay. I'll answer your question. Never. Answer mine. Do you know how
The
much?
Muffin Man?
Yeah, the Muffin Man. Yeah, right. Do you know how much it costs the federal government per year to house one illegal immigrant?
Can you prove the federal government is housing illegal immigrants? Can you prove that to me?
Section 8.
I can.
Go ahead.
Why strongman? Do you know?
Can you prove that they're housing them?
Do you stop strongmanning? You want a conversation? You came here. You're the ignorant fuck that was playing a game and not really paying attention. So now you're going to pay attention.
Fair. That is fair. I will say, Cringy, that was pretty rude to be playing a game while we.
Now you are going to pay attention.
And I'll say, while you're the guest, right? I can understand if you're a panelist, but you're the guest. That was very rude.
You know, it's very fucking respectful. So now I've lost all respect for you. Answer the question. Do you know or don't you know? Yes or no? Don't strongman me.
Bring it from a 5, it's like a 2. So again, if you're going to ask a question, if I ask
I asked a question, it's a simple question. Answer the question. Do you know or don't you?
If I ask you a question, like
be disrespectful to me, watch what happens.
I ask you a question like, where did you rape that child? And you're like, can you prove that I raped a child? See,
why are you deflecting? Why are you deflecting? Answer the question. Do you know or not?
You understand?
What was the question again, Spin?
Miss Sarah, it's a very
He's not being specific with the question. What are you talking about?
Can
are you talking about immigration detention, unaccompanied children, short-term border processing?
Hold on. Can you tell me what the question was again, Spin? I apologize.
Yes, ma'am. I would be happy to. Absolutely. Do you know how much it costs the federal government to house one illegal alien?
Can you prove that they're housing them?
You're strongmanning. Stop strongmanning. You piece of shit.
Hold on.
Answer the question.
Stop. Let's assume we can, Cringy. Let's assume we can prove there's a number and that they're being housed.
And just out of curiosity, Angry American Spin, are you asking that question how much it costs to house one that once they cross the border and we've detained them, or are you asking once they're actually renting an apartment and contributing to society?
Once they are caught, Vibe. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll give you that one. Answer the question.
I'm just trying to clarify. I'm not trying to defend right here.
Clay, I'm roping you in. Please help this fucking moron understand what I'm asking.
Bones of Doom is going to come in trying to be a fucking retard. So I'm just going to let you go.
I mean, if we're detaining them, they cost us money. If we're not detaining them,
they hurt our local governments. The question is, he could not resist. I said something, and he could not resist. I cannot do this if he's just going to talk over me every time I begin.
Angry American, I got a better question that he can't get away from.
I don't know.
If you allow me to ask.
This kid, every stream he's on,
okay?
Strongman's everybody. When he is asked a direct question, he deflects. And that is what TikTok brain does. So do you know the answer or not? Yes or no?
How much does payment cost, buddy? I don't know. How much does it cost?
Clay, what does it cost to house one illegal invader in this country?
So the federal government does cover a very small fraction of the cost for local shelters and temporary housing, leaving local cities and states to pay the vast majority of the bill. So it doesn't have an exact figure, but historically the federal contribution accounts for less than 5 to 10% of what major cities actually spend on emergency shelter systems.
Yeah,
okay.
So
the funding
hold on, let him fucking answer. Shut the fuck up.
The funding comes from typically the shelter and services programs. The funding cap is usually around 650 million to 800 million annually. I think FEMA was mentioned in there somewhere too.
Yes,
FEMA, Customs, and Border Protections all contribute to this. So yeah, there's definitely some housing going in.
Now shut up and let me finish. Shut up. Shut up, you disrespectful little fuck.
But I want to conclude with this.
You said that
We're
you
not the ones who
want
told you to set a
illegal
fucking concentration
aliens.
camp in
I want to
America.
conclude.
Hold
I want
on.
to conclude one final
You
statement.
want illegal aliens to benefit from society. That's what
Sven,
you
do want me to help
said.
or not? Do you want me to help or not? Now,
Sorry, Clay, go ahead.
I want to conclude with this one last portion, right? It does benefit us to understand that local shelters, the brunt of that comes from localities. That does not come from the federal government. Now, 5 to 10% is what it says. It is or it actually says a very small fraction. But understanding that the funding that goes to those localities also comes from the Fed sometimes. So they actually chip in. The Fed sometimes has to chip in just to bail out the cities in these cases.
So the FEMA's SSP program, specifically the reimbursement part of that for like
and
nonprofit
cringy
organizations, they require the nonprofit organizations to give a list of A numbers in order to determine the amount that they're going to get, the amount of money they're going to get when they do the reimbursement. Now, an A number, what is that, right? An A number is, or an alien number is going to be something you have if you are have a temporary visa, maybe if you have if you're on TPS status, if you're claiming asylum, an asylum seeker. So if you have like a legal status, you probably would have an A number. An illegal immigrant wouldn't have an A number, so legal immigrants aren't being reimbursed by this program. That would just be false.
Now, asylum is a legal avenue, correct?
Correct.
So they can't be counted into that illegal avenue.
Right.
Correct.
They're not illegal aliens. They're
Yeah.
they're legal
I don't
immigrants.
know how we're not
Hey,
tracking this. What he's trying to say is that the SSP program doesn't provide for illegal immigrants, right? They're doing a reimbursement program is specifically and asking for the A number, right? The alien number. That people with alien numbers are going to be going through some
Right,
kind
but
of
there is a
process
cost.
and
Bottom line, there's a cost. To pretend that there's not a cost.
Your original question was about how much the
No one never said there wasn't a cost. We said that
illegal
the benefit, the money we get from them outweighs
But
that.
the premise here is that the benefit is there, where Spin was asking you outright, how much does it cost? And instead of actually answering that, what you were doing was you were obfuscating, saying, prove it. Now I've proven it to you. Now, how much does it cost?
That was actually false because the thing you brought up, the SSP program specifically, again, it doesn't reimburse legal immigrants because they require A numbers before giving out the grants.
No.
Whoa.
Cost. I didn't say how much do we reimburse the immigrant.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
How much does it cost
Their,
the
their big
taxpayer?
flex is that it costs money.
wallet,
That's it.
how much
That's
do I
it. Their
gotta come
entire
out of my
argument is that
wallet
it
for
costs some money.
How much out of my wallet do I got to come out for you to house these illegal immigrants?
No,
How
it doesn't
much?
cost anything because the federal government isn't paying into the housing of illegal immigrants because illegal immigrants don't have A numbers.
Oh my
Illegal
God! Did
immigrants
you not
do
just
not
hear
have
what
A
I
numbers.
just told you?
Okay, hold on.
the
Let's break it
shelter-
down to homeless
Hey,
people.
Temporary housing.
I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. So I kind of want to jump in real quick.
All right, hold on. Everybody stop. We'll go ahead and let Kraut jump in here and see what he's got.
I'm going to bed in like 10 minutes. So I want to make a statement, then I want to ask CL a question. How many, I'm going to ask the question first. Do you know how many undocumented illegal immigrants are incarcerated?
No, I know there's quite a few in our federal prison system.
Anywhere from 60 to 70,000. And that might seem like a low number. It actually is a low number percentage-wise. But every single one of those undocumented immigrants gets paid from the taxpayers for the food and the cots and their clothes and more clothes when those clothes get too ragged to wear.
That's cool.
Right?
We're talking about the SSP program, not prisms.
Well, no, we're talking about, do they drain America? Do they create a deficit? And that's one way America is spending money. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, you spend a lot of money when you try to kick them out of the country. That's your fault, not ours.
I think
no. That's what it comes to.
That's a
It costs money to kick them out of the country than it does to house them for their dumbass, stupid fucking, I need fucking due process. It is a well-known fact.
And hold on, by that logic, if somebody breaks the law, don't lock them up because our taxpayers are going to pay for their food and costs. So if anybody breaks the law, don't lock them up.
But you're talking about a civil infraction. You guys don't care about the law. You don't give a shit.
No. Second time they get arrested.
That's
If they
still
get
a
12%.
one-time.
Yeah, but
that's
your
still
entire
a-
problem is that they never left. So there is
my
no second
mic not
time.
working? Is my
Sorry,
mic
Sarah.
not working? Okay.
That's why I
It's
shut up.
still a one-time fee to kick them out than it is to have them continue being here. Correct?
Yeah, but the problem is that you're not really paying for them to be here because they don't have access to those
Well-
welfare programs. Clay was
Well-
claiming that the SSP program funds illegal immigrants. I absolutely refuted that because I said that SSP program, when they're funding these NCOs or they're giving money to these cities, requires lists of A numbers in order to figure out how much they're going to be reimbursing or how much they're going to be giving to these cities in terms of funding from that program.
Okay. Well, hold up. I got a statement, then I'm going to bed. That was my question. And we can agree it costs money to, when illegal immigrants are locked up. This is my statement. Regardless if it's directly through them, we can argue about that. But we can't argue through birthright citizenships, illegal immigrants get benefits to their children. That's a fact. I'd rather American dollars go to American people. I care about America first, like Sarah said. Fuck everybody else. I care about Americans, regardless of your race.
Constitution,
I
bitch.
care about America. That money can go to America. But hey, Sarah, I'm on dip. Thanks again for having me. Clay, American, Vibe. Y'all have a good night. All you other guys you knew on here, have a good night.
Thank you, Crown. We appreciate you.
And I'm still trying to get back to Cringy's idea here on illegal immigration benefits America. So
Really quick, Bob, if I can do this before we get too far, because he did exactly what has been happening and what Angry just did. And this is my biggest problem with this entire argument. The problem when you guys say, oh, we're going to get rid of 11 million people, to do that, you guys have to do exactly what Angry and exactly what that guy just did. You guys have to shred the fucking Constitution to do that. And that's what we're really against. Because we just saw two examples of constitutional rights that two people back to back would fucking throw into the river just to get rid of these fucking people.
Effigy, that's kind of where I was going, right? So we have people that have been here for 20 years, right? And if they go apply, like I was like, if they apply for a driver's license, we should kick them out. And I said that. But at the same time, if they've been here for 20 years, they're contributing and they're established.
Well, if they commit a crime, we should kick them out. We all agree on that. We all agree on that.
But there is a point, and the problem is between switching from Democrats to Republicans. Like, I think there is a point that we have to close the border to illegal immigrants. We have to look at the ones that we have here. And we've done this many times. We're like, okay, every illegal immigrant,
no.
you've got so many days to come here and be legal, right?
Two different arguments. Once again, the people in the country and what happens at the border are two different arguments. So stop mixing them up, because in your guy's head, in the right wing's head, it's all the same because you care about the people. That's all you give a shit about, is your arguments are all based along the people.
And your side of the fucking aisle doesn't give a fuck.
We give a shit about the rights of this country and how they
God,
apply to everyone in the country, because that's what makes our country special.
Okay.
You guys will tear the country in
I-
half because you don't like half of them. That's why the South sucks.
Okay.
It's because half the population,
Effigy.
they don't want the other half to succeed, so they're going to keep the whole fucking place a shithole. And I know, because I've lived there my whole life, they'll keep it a shithole
immigrants,
so that
by
half
the
of
way.
them do not succeed. This is what you guys are doing to the whole
Sarah.
country. You'll tear the whole
Effigy.
fucking place
Effigy.
apart, so these people get
Effigy.
fucked, but you fuck all of us.
I love
shut
immigrants.
up now.
I have no problem with immigrants, right? What I'm saying is it's best for the country when we can control the immigration. Do you disagree with that statement?
Not at all.
I don't think anybody's disagreeing with that. I think
Talking
we
about
kind of
people
walked
here.
so far off of the actual prompt at this point, right? Like, does anybody even really contest that illegal immigrants, the ones that are here, are beneficial for the country? I'm not hearing almost any contest of that.
And
Are you
I'm
dumb?
looking at
Hold on,
a bunch
hold
of
on.
reviews.
Hold on
you
just
dumb?
a second. Give me a second. I'm just going to go refill my coffee and use the ladies' room. Vibe, can you take over the panel for me? Use your big boy voice. You guys know my rules. I expect a good report from Vibe when I get back, okay? I'll be right back. Thank you.
I'll see if I can keep these guys
I
tame.
just
But
want to before
I
Reynolds
actually-
gets
I
down this
actually
line
was-
of before Reynolds gets
Hold on,
down this
hold
line of
on.
argumentation, okay? I've been on the panel for a while. I've only gotten 3/5 of the speaking time, so I'd like to go after him.
Nobody cares.
Cool.
Go ahead, Brian.
So I actually was trying to back up Cringy a little bit here because I like to take all sides, right? And I was looking up some statistics because Cringy's like based on Angry Man's or Spin's comments. I was looking at Manhattan Institute and the World Data and things like that. The statistics look like, from what I'm reading, and by the way, I've only like done 10 minutes reading, so I could be wrong on this. They look like they say that immigration is a really heavy strain economically, locally, and statewide. However, it's also showing that and right now, federally, It is a minor strain, but looks like it has a positive outcome. So this is the one positive thing for you, Cringy, when I'm looking at these stats. This actually supports both Spin and you. Over time, this could actually be a benefit, but it's a huge strain locally and statewide. And like I said, I can cite you all these from.
Well, could you explain like how it's coming to that conclusion?
So how it's coming to the conclusion is they came across the border. They need to be thrown back in the river. How they fucking came across. And stop being a drain on my state.
Spin, slow down.
Spin.
Ronald,
Please.
he just got on here. He hasn't had any speaking time. Let's give him some speaking time.
Yes, sir.
What?
I fucking hate him too.
I know you do.
Bro, why did Spin just become a cuck to him? What the heck? Do you have like mind control over him vibe? Like, how does that work?
It's because it's Sarah's
Doesn't
panel
matter.
and she
Wait.
put him in fucking charge.
Hold on.
I'm just wondering.
I'm going to give you the floor next, but Ronald hasn't actually said a word yet, and he's the newest guy on the panel. No judgment here. Just wanted to give him an opportunity to chime in.
I'm just wondering, like, you're citing that because it's certainly true that the numbers are mixed on whether or not they're a fiscal drain on like super local levels. But like, where are you getting this impression that they're a drain on like any federal level? Because it seems like everything that I've read says that they're clearly a fiscal benefit, and it seems like most of the time, whenever people determine that they're a fiscal drain, it's because they're taking into effect the fiscal benefit or the fiscal deficit of their kids, but they're not tracking any of the benefits that come from those kids as well. So I think most of the studies that typically say that they're a fiscal drain are skewing the numbers a little bit.
Was that to me?
Well, I mean, you brought up the number, but it was kind of
I brought up the number, but I actually
question.
didn't say. I said it was a local and state strain, not a federal strain.
Yeah, but you said it was a minor federal strain, but I don't even know if I'd grant that.
Yeah.
Is there a number attached or percentage attached to that article? Because I think you and I have the same one you have, but I'm not seeing it.
I've got 3 up here, right? I've got GovFacts, I've got Manhattan Institute, and like I said, they're all really long, and I only spent 10 minutes going through.
No. I was just saying, just if you can just skim the document, is there a percentage number or a number of what it costs percentage wise per capita?
Yeah. See, so Spin, I'm not actually seeing that. I'm seeing a net benefit federal, but a negative currently for local and state. And I think because we all live local and state, that's why we get so personal about this, because we see how it does affect that. But like I said, I'm not an expert on this. This is me just scanning through stuff. And I know Scratch, by the way,
local and state.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to add anything in there.
Okay.
I know you were skipping over there.
I'm sorry, Vod, to cut you off.
Yeah, no worries.
Sorry to cut you off. The federal deficit, yes, per capita may be less, but the drain on the individualized states and local government in every state, not just including the bullshit sanctuary fucking cities that think that, oh, they haven't done anything wrong. First of all, they did something wrong. Second of all, the drain outweighs the federal system.
Where's your indication of that? Where are you reading that?
Holy shit.
Can I finish a fucking thought?
Please do, Spin. Go ahead.
I'm trying, but you got an idiot in the bottom and an idiot right next to me.
I don't even think
Was it when he calls out the 2 black people on the panel? Just want to point that out.
Well, I can name a few more. I can name a few more.
But if you want to be that
more
guy,
black people,
you want to go black after black guy?
like, I mean, if you feel like it's you, then it's probably you.
The practicality of the state and local deficit outweighs and is greater than the federal system. Let's land this point real quick. Do you know how much it costs a day for a prisoner to be in prison?
And we're on the time loop again.
Even asking,
Therefore, you ought to just fucking take the bullets out and just go. Yeah, true.
it costs less, and I can dig it up. It costs less to house a prisoner than it does to house an illegal invader in my country.
And did you ever clarify a legal invader as one that they came in illegally and were detaining them?
I clarified it, but the strong man up there that plays a game and is an asshole didn't want to hear it.
Spin.
Unironically, cortisol
think
spike
you
argument.
know, I'm like
somebody else.
Right.
just
I
asking an
know.
honest question.
I'll answer it. I'll answer it.
Well, you know what?
It costs how much a year, Clay? Help me with that number one more time.
$130 a day.
Bro.
$130 a day.
I need to get in here. Clay, what was when you said, right, it cost this much to house an illegal immigrant per day? What was Cringy's response to that? Can you tell me?
Why don't you?
No, you tell me, bro. You tell me the Cringy response to it.
I don't know. See, I'm happy with saying
So,
the word
I
I don't
know
know.
what the fuck everybody's wasting their air here.
I
When
wasn't
literally,
listening.
when Cringy responded to this,
Amen.
I literally 5 times, and none of you are listening.
So you don't know
I'm asking
either?
the same question. He literally
Is that
said
something
it's
you like
because
to
the
roll
numbers
back?
only to
Is
illegal
that something you
immigrants.
just rolled back to try to do a gotcha?
Conversation.
I don't know. We're somewhere else on the topic. So tell me, what's
If I'm not
You guys keep
mistaken,
wallowing in the
I'm doing,
stupidity of
bad
this question because it has no
panel
point.
answers.
I'm waiting for us to go one at a time, and that would be great. Thank you.
So what's the answer you need?
I need you to respond to Cringy's right response to you, which was the fact that A numbers that
So
wait.
Cringy asked a question 30 minutes ago that I'm supposed to know
No,
the answer.
Cringy made a response. You said that
What's
it
your
cost this
question,
much.
Cringy?
It cost. You said it cost like what $300 something to house an illegal immigrant through the SSP program. Cringy pointed out that the SSP
Did I?
program reimburses based on
said it
alien
cost
numbers, which are only assigned to
$300
people who have some kind of
What?
legal status.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
You absolutely did.
No,
When you were,
I didn't say it
when you were
cost
citing the number,
$300.
what were you citing?
What, $300? What? When did $300 ever come out of my mouth?
Oh,
$130 came out of his mouth.
$300 in this whole fucking.
Yeah, I heard 130.
So did I.
Okay, whatever. That's like whatever. You said it cost some amount of because it said it cost. You said it costs some amount of money to house illegal immigrants, right? Per day,
Okay.
right? Cringy responded to that by saying that's not through the SSP program when they reimburse them to the state or to the local
Slow down,
government.
slow down, dude. I'm 40 years
Oh my
old.
gosh.
Slow
Okay.
the fuck
My
down.
mistake. My
I'm
mistake.
not a little
Okay.
young
I
hyper
keep
like you.
I keep forgetting about the. I keep
I
forgetting.
look, slow down
forgetting.
and ask a
My
fucking
mistake.
question,
My mistake.
retard.
My mistake.
No, I
My
said
mistake.
Slow down. I'm like
I get it.
40 years
For me,
old.
retard.
I'm sorry.
I bet you
Just
you
slow
and
down as long
Cringy
as
thought
you
you
guys
were
stop
gonna
repeating
you were gonna
yourself.
come up here and run the shit.
Go
No,
fast for me,
no,
retard.
never gonna happen.
too
Never
smart to
gonna
hear you.
Are we
happen.
ready to
After-
move
after-
forward,
Uga,
gentlemen?
Uga, booga, ooga.
Sarah,
Gentlemen,
my
are we
question
ready?
answered.
Are we
Okay,
ready
sorry,
to move
I'll do it.
forward?
Here,
Please answer my question, and you can and I'll shut up.
I'll act a little bit more like my race, and maybe you'll
Answer
understand
my
this more.
question,
You'll understand
retard.
more, Okay, I'll act a little bit more.
Answer my question,
Okay,
and
so
we can move on.
Cringy said that A numbers, right? Cringy said A numbers, right? Alien numbers are which
I talking to you. Scratch my nuts.
you
Shut up.
reimburse local and state governments
Whoa.
necessarily means that you're having some kind of legal status. Okay, so necessarily
That's why-
these people are legal immigrants, not illegal. And Spin's question was about illegal immigrants and how much they cost a house.
Well, I was trying to dumb it down to his TikTok brain that doesn't even fucking work. It's in college. It probably has a free fucking ride.
Spin City, we don't need you to dumb it down. We need you to smarten it up, big dog.
Pardon me for just a moment. Speaking of TikTok brain, Tom Carpenter sent a big 50 on the Cash App and says, going to sleep after rallying them up. Yeah, he paid for you guys to get all worked out because he knew it was a guarantee TikTok brain hour. And you guys did not disappoint. Shout out to all of you. Great, amazing panelists for working hard and getting crazy. All right, let's slow down here. Clay gave an answer of $130 a day. Scratch, what are you trying to ask Clay
Oh my god.
from earlier?
Oh my god. So okay, oh my god. The original question asked by Spin is how much does it cost per day to house illegal immigrants? Then and Clay give the response, right, about, oh, it costs this much per day, right, through the SSP program. When they,
Hold
oh
on,
my
Clay.
gosh, when they reimburse them for housing these immigrants. Then Cringy brought up the fact that when they reimburse these city, state, and local governments, they do it via like A numbers, right, alien numbers, and those are assigned to people who are going through the legal process, which means they have some kind of authorized legal status, usually TPS, usually they're trying to get some kind of asylum. So they're not illegal immigrants. So therefore, the number he cited wasn't relevant to the question that's been asked. And he's never actually responded when Cringy said that, even though he said it 5 fucking times during this conversation. He just keeps rambling on about $100-something.
Okay, shut the fuck up and let him and I respond to your fucking dumbass.
Holy shit, you're actually retarded, though. Oh my
Oh,
god.
no, let me tell you how retarded I'm not.
Spin. Look,
Bro.
take
Retarded I'm
10,
not.
bring it down to like maybe a 6, okay?
No,
So-
don't turn it down. But hold up, ladies and gentlemen. Just to remind you, you have a dono goal to hit. Mr. Tom Carpenter hit half of it for you. This level 10 type of show usually gets even crazier later. So don't let this slip by. Keep inserting coin for the show to continue. And we're going to have some fucking fun tonight. Spin, go ahead, darling.
It costs $30,000 to house an inmate. It costs $130,000
Holy shit.
to pay all these people's fucking benefits. You're dumb. You're retarded.
How much
You're a
do they pay into the
libtard.
system?
You, sir, need your fucking brain reset.
So
And
that's-
maybe after tonight, we will reset your fucking cringy ass fucking brain.
problem
You
is that
dumb-
we're talking about a billion different numbers all at the same time, right? Like Clay's referring to the amount that people get reimbursed, right? Spin City's
Quit
referring
playing
to
your
detention
fucking
numbers.
game and pay attention, you fucking
Only
asshole.
get-
Luckily, me at
Spin
50% attention is you at 1,000,000% attention. Okay, so I can pay 50% attention and still dog walk you. All right, so just let me talk for a second, Spin.
You
So,
never dog
idea-
walk me. Piece of shit.
Yeah, keep talking. The idea is that we keep referring to a bunch of different numbers. The problem is, Spin, when you're referring to the amount of money it costs to detain illegal immigrants, you understand that that's an argument against detaining illegal immigrants. When if we didn't detain the illegal immigrants, that wouldn't be the drain on the system, right? If we just didn't detain them.
Yeah, but then you've got to
We
house
wouldn't
them.
have to detain them if they
Oh,
didn't
no.
come here, you dumb fuck.
Oh no.
Wait,
Oh,
one more question, Sarah. If Spin City has a heart attack because of the cortisol spikes, are you like financially held liable, or are you like legally obligated to pay out to the family, or?
You
You always gotta
are
make a
here-
fucking joke, you fucking ringworm.
You are all
Make
here
a
on your
fucking
own
point.
There was a-
voluntary.
I have a
Swim at your own risk.
but-
Yes.
No, I just wanted to say I have a question follow up, but you can go.
Go ahead, Calvin. Go ahead. Bring us down to level.
Okay, cool. Well, I want to return to something. My last question to what's his name, the twin at the top. You were telling, you gave me a so
They are twins. I swear to God.
what?
We are.
They are twins.
Yes.
We are the
literally
twins.
We are the twins.
You had
Oh,
to bring
yeah.
your little brother, you piece of
Cringy.
shit, because you can't handle the truth.
Cringy, you were
Holy
telling,
shit,
you
Becky.
provided me an article.
City did.
You provided an article about that border patrol at the border is not effective or something like that.
The militarization of the border didn't decrease like border crossings or anything. Yeah.
Did not decrease border crossing.
hmm
Okay, and what year was that article from?
Yeah. Sure. Let me check.
You have to show me, or you don't know.
No, I don't know. My immigration doc's pretty large. I don't remember the exact off the top of my head.
You're dumb. I
Okay.
can find it in 2 minutes.
Okay, I think that article is from
Reggie said you had-
outdated or
No.
something like that. It's from like
What does it mean for an article? to be outdated?
1986 from 1986 to 2008 or something. The data's from or something like that. Can you confirm?
Yeah, I was looking. Yeah, I was looking at the effects of programs like IRA, etc., which were implemented during that time span. Yes.
Why would you go for an article that's 2008 when we're in 2026, and especially why wouldn't you go with something more current that was reflective of what Donald Trump's done at the border?
What has Donald Trump done that's unique at the border?
Wait.
Well,
Fucking lie
I
about
think-
all this
Wait, did
numbers.
I answer yet?
Let-
or-
okay,
Sorry, give him a sec.
so we
Alright,
can
we'll go
we can fault Donald Trump for a lot of things, but in terms of what he's done at the border, he's definitely
Yeah.
stop that. That's
Yeah,
one of
it just
my-
was-
We're
Do,
asking, like,
do
what-
you honestly believe there's zero border crossings?
Wait, I just wait.
well,
Guys,
we know it's
obviously,
down.
wait.
I mean,
Obviously, if we have
significantly down.
I'm sorry. This is like literally how policies work, right? If we have a policy in the past which has shown to be ineffective, like militarizing the border, and then some other president is advocating to do it or do something similar, I don't know why we would expect the facts to be like any different. Like
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, the only time that's
What you're saying doesn't make sense. What you're saying doesn't make sense. If you have
How does that
current
make sense?
information, because if you have current information out there today that proves that more borders, more people at the border is preventing illegal crossing, then that's what you would go off. Not only
Information proves that.
2008.
Do you have
I
any
can.
indication?
Communist Broadcasting System says U.S. Mexico in fiscal year 2025 plummeted to the lowest annual level
Did you
since
just
the
say
early
communist
1970s.
broadcast system?
I can't.
It's
Okay,
the
I'm sorry.
communist
We have,
broadcast
now we have
system.
to get into the data. Okay, number
You
one.
asked for data, you dumb fuck. Now I gave it
So
to
I
you.
would like everybody to look at border encounters. In the last 3 months of Trump's first term, right? Or I think it was actually 4 months. Border encounters started spiking massively up.
We're talking about right now, asshole, not fucking 4 or 5 years ago. Shut up.
You guys told me to talk about Trump. I'm talking about Trump. You guys told me that militarization of the border was something that was working under Trump's administrations, right? And I'm talking about his first administration. It did not work. We saw massively increase, even though Donald Trump was militarizing the border in his first term. Second of all, I'd like to point out. Wait, can I point out something? Can I finish?
Well, you need to talk. You need to talk where people can hear you. I'm asking you to slow down and talk. I mean, slower so people can understand what you're saying.
I have a fear. I have a fear if I talk any slower, I'm gonna get interrupted by Spin. Okay, I got an angry old man up in the corner. Okay,
I don't agree. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I didn't
Keep your insults
Okay.
over your neck, you
I don't agree.
moron.
I'm saying it doesn't really. Wait. Statistics.
Scratch.
Wait.
Give
Okay.
it time.
What I'm trying to. Okay, so I'm basically trying to say is under Trump's first term, right? I think it was the last 3 months of his administration, we saw border counters massively increase, even though I'm guessing you would say that in his first term, he was like doing similar policies of militarizing the border. Also, Biden actually did some similar policies to Trump, right? He actually had Mexico deploy soldiers to the border. He actually did some deployments of soldiers himself during 2022 into 2023 when we were seeing massive increases in border encounters. So I don't we can look at current data. It still doesn't line up, right? But once again, if we have a study, right, that says if you ingest this much water, you're gonna die, and then
because
the methodology is solid, right?
No,
I don't know why I would need a study from modern day to say if I ingest that much water, I'm gonna die, right?
Because I'm sure what
you're the same.
Here's why I scratch, because I'm sure because what your data you're looking at is certainly not what Donald Trump is doing now, because what he's doing now significantly did what would have been done in 2008. So that's why you would need to run by your data.
What's significantly different?
Yeah.
Oh, so you.
What makes this disanalogous?
See, this is the problem with Renaud. This is the problem what I have with I'm sorry, Renaud, with Let, because you guys try to tell. You deny just the basic objective facts that was going on about the situation.
If they're basic objective facts, you should be able to say what they are. What
okay,
makes this
so
disanalogous?
are you in denial that the border count is down right now? Are we in denial about that?
Down
fact?
from when?
What do you think I'm talking about, Renaud?
What, like down from Biden? I don't deny that because it was really high
under Donald Trump.
Well, I'm asking down relative to what?
Do you think that has the border crossing significantly decreased under Donald Trump?
As compared to what?
Compared to Biden and compared to
Biden, yes. It would have been significantly lower in 2008 compared to Biden as well.
Okay, because I don't see those cavalries or those people in trucks and bunkers coming down the road saying they come in America. I don't see that anymore. I don't see people at the border.
But the problem is that the reason that we saw so much influx in Biden's administration was because of destabilization around the world, making people not want to stay in their home country. Militarizing enforcement at the border is not going to stop them destabilizing things from happening.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
That's a fucking lie. That is absolutely a lie.
Delusional talk. Because
what do you think caused it?
What you say, because what we were told,
immigration.
What we were told is that their predicament where they were at, it was so bad that they had to travel to America. That was what we were told. That's why they were getting on cattle and crossing whatever, because of the predicament that they were at, the places that they were at, the countries, location, whatever. There was so much trouble that they need to come move to America. That's funny. I find out that that's no longer the case. I don't see.
Are you buying into the narrative that the asylum problem is actually an illegal immigration
It's
problem?
called
This wasn't the case.
I'm buying.
Ringwald, it's called catch and release.
Wait, why
that
did we see a
was the
spike under Trump
problem.
then? Why did we see
Dumb
a spike under
fuck.
Trump? Dumb
Adult
fuck. Why did we see a spike under
Martin-
Trump? Dumb fuck.
Martin says with the Big Ten, I agree with Spin. After I saw the news on Minnesota today, we got so-called smart business owners jumping from 4-story buildings. And I don't know what's wrong with the dono goal or why it's like it seems to not be working or something. Maybe if I'll reset it again. But you guys are total right now. You're 1 out of 10 on the dono goal, and you got 30 minutes to finish it so that we can continue the show. Spin, any thoughts on this dono?
Yeah, the dumbass fucking bitch that took $250 million fucking dollars from Feed, what was it, Clay? Feed America or whatever the fuck it was. She got 41 years in prison. She took money. Where do you think that came from? The taxpayers. Just like the rest of the fucking money we're giving these illegal
Most
fucks.
relevant spin contribution.
True. I want to point out the fact. I don't know who the person who's been like talking about the encounters a lot is. I'm not really let me screen now.
Calvin.
I'm just. Are you under the impression that like the majority of like border encounters, like that was going down under Trump's administration? This current.
No, it was under Biden's administration. And hold on, let me finish the thought. Shut your fucking mouth.
Didn't ask you, by the way, Spin.
Shut your fucking mouth.
I really
Spin. You weren't even addressed.
The most border encounters was in the Biden administration per capita
Amazing.
in the last 30 years. Shut up.
Amazing.
What's up per capita?
The reason,
Border encounter per person, bro.
So
the reason,
Go ahead, Spin.
the reason we have illegal fucks in my country is because of Biden's catch and release. Biden administration tied the hands of the border and border people, the customs people. You got me so fucking pissed off, but I don't care.
By the way, he wasn't
We tied the hands. They wouldn't let them do anything about it. Oh, we'll take care of you. Go to New York City. Go to Portland. Go to whatever sanctuary city you could to be protected.
So I just want to be clear. Do you guys?
And then how about Lincoln Riley from an illegal fuck?
I just want to be clear. So if you're using encounters in this way, do you guys believe that like it was for the most part Biden policy that secured the border then?
No, it was Trump's border policy. Biden wanted legislation. Biden had to have legislation to close the border. Let me tell you how that worked out. The day Trump took presidency, he signed an executive order to close the border. That's all that dumb fuck had to do. I need legislation. Fuck you. Fuck your legislation.
And just as a little promo for Sarah here, I just want to say before I jump off here, Scratch, give me a second.
Go ahead, Vibe. Are you leaving?
Yeah, I'm leaving, and I just wanted to throw this out here. Like you're at 6 out of 10 donos here. I would say this is my personal opinion before I leave. If you can hit the 10 out of 10, Spin can't cuss for 30 minutes. And if he does, he has to be kicked off a panel. But if he doesn't, he can stay on panel. That would be my recommendation. If you guys want to see that, hit that dono goal. Hit that. Matter of fact, don't even hit 10 out of 10. Hit 20 out of 20 to get that guy to shut his freaking sailor mouth. Right?
Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen.
I like it. I concur, and I put my vote on that one. You are 6 out of 10 if you complete the dono goal. Spin will be required to either not cuss or he gets booted backstage for 30 minutes. I'm down with it.
So
sorry, Spin, but you know, I love having good conversations, and I never got to my original question, and I have to jump off of here, but I'm letting everybody talk. You know, when it comes to cringy, he's saying illegals. He's got proof that illegals benefit the United States. And I asked everybody on panel, do we want to continue allowing illegals in? And pretty much everybody said, no, we have to have a process. But you guys are freaking cursing all over the place and effigies like swearing at me that I hate immigrants. I don't hate immigrants. I just want there to be a process. Now, if our process doesn't work, maybe we need to fix the process, right? I'm cool with that. But I'm saying that everybody should be documented when they come in, and we should know what's happening, and we should have some sort of process there. And if they jump over the fence because they're about to get shot, I get that, right? There needs to be a process, but that's not why most people are jumping over the fence. And I think we have to have a process for that. I think it's great that we shut down the border. We have illegals here that have been here for 20 years. We have to deal with that. We can't just ship them back. It is a strain on local governments. Overall, the ones that have been here for a long period of time that are integrated into our system will have a net long-term effect. You guys have to accept that. Stop saying like, I'm so Republican, F them all. Look at the reality and look at the numbers and look at the statistics. So with that, I'm putting my kids to bed.
Good night, Five. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me, Sarah. It's always a pleasure.
So I wanted to finish the line of argumentation real quick.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, so my question was, do we accept the fact that the majority of the drop-in from the spike in border encounters happened under the Biden administration?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So why would we contribute like this border enforcement, closing the border, Trump's policies, if it was for the most part under Biden's administration, this drop happened?
What do you mean? You said.
Wait a minute. Slow your fucking roll.
Why would we
say it again?
Drop in border encounters to Trump era policies if the majority of the drop happened while Biden was president?
Well, I don't know that to be the fact. He said that he probably misunderstood you or misunderstood you. So you can
look in chat right now. I put border encounters for Southwest border encounters. So
I don't.
The year starts in October. So it's January 2025, and you can see the majority of drops in 2023 happened under Biden.
I don't. You're talking about border encounters. That really doesn't really. I don't even know what that means when I'm talking about people jumping the border illegally. In terms of people crossing the border illegally,
the only way we know that
we should just like stop talking. We're wasting time. We're wasting
time if you don't understand how those two numbers correlate at all. Because the only way you actually know who makes it in the country is to correlate which number. The number of encounters you have on the border.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Okay. So let's explore what you're saying. So, okay, you said we're needing to look at the number. You want to bring up the number of counters at the border for what's that supposed to help me understand?
Okay, so you might be looking
at the literal only way you know how many people are coming at the country at one time.
Wait, Calvin, I'm sorry. This is not your fault. This is the media's fault, the news media. So whenever you see news media say illegal border crossings this much, they're talking about border encounters. That's what border encounters are.
Okay.
CBP does not measure the amount of people who illegally cross the border. It's just a broad category.
It's impossible.
Okay, so your point is that the number of counters was lower under Biden.
I said the majority of the drop in border encounters happened under Biden, right? From the big spike into 2023, most of that drop happened under Biden's administration through late 2023 into 2024 and then late 2025.
I said that. Okay, that's irrelevant to what the point I'm trying to get. The point I'm trying to make is, or contest is that you're saying that putting more people at the border, putting more troops, or whatever the case to be, is ineffective, and that's my point. Is that doesn't make sense logically.
Yep.
Well, yeah, it doesn't. Right? I guess you can say it doesn't make sense, but right, we saw like Biden in 2022.
Mr. Scratch.
Stand by for just 1 second. Crowd decided to get ahead of it. He's put it in the back chat. He said, "Kick angry American for cursing." I gave $10. Here's B Sharp coming in. Spin. I'm tucking you to the back, sir. I love you so much.
Shit. I just want to say, whoever did that, okay.
That's
I got a question for you real quick.
Don't you worry, he'll be
back.
Hey. It's like a cockroach. He never dies.
Oh, we love. But you know what? Spin is always here. He's always dedicated. He never fails to show up. He's always in the chat. He's a big supporter of all of us here.
And he bends time, space, and puts us in a loop.
Hey, give credit at the very least. Give credit where credit is due. Spin is a very big supporter of a lot of the channels around here, even if he disagrees with them. So I will put the credit in the bucket.
Cancer
Ephesus.
tumor
I
that
got a question for you.
metastasized and has gone to other body systems. Yeah, I agree.
So basically, and I'm going to drop off. I just want to say that, I mean, just arguing that putting more, that's like saying putting more cops on the street is not going to reduce crime.
It doesn't always do it.
Sometimes that is the case.
Look at Operation Gateway.
So
under the Clinton administration, where they put more border troops. Right, they put more CBP agents at the border. They literally increased the amount of encounters.
Scratch.
Well,
So you don't
So
know how to shut
is
the
your
fuck up.
argument right now in terms of just crime? Are you saying if we put more cops on the street, that's not going to reduce crime?
I'm not talking about cops. I'm saying if you put more agents at the border, that doesn't necessarily lead to decreased illegal migration or decreased border encounters. And I pointed it out, and I gave numerous examples. Can I finish? I just want to finish, okay? So in 2022 and 2023, Biden negotiated a deal with Mexico to put troops on the border, which they did, and then we also deployed some troops on the border. Encounters kept going up. Clinton, under his administration, did Operation Secure Gateway, right, where they stationed at different intervals CBP agents along the border. Illegal immigration continued to increase, at least the population of illegal immigrants. So it's clear, like, just from real life, actual examples that this doesn't work. And I think Cringy previously talked about, right, the difference between circular or cyclical migration patterns versus ones are straight, where if you have an immigration pattern where people are coming to your country, temporarily working here and then leaving, and then you militarize the border and you make it illegal for those people to come into the country, that they are actually more incentivized to cross the border once illegally, right, and just stay here rather than doing this process. And that's why we see increased border encounters. That's why we see increased illegal migration with the more people at the border.
By the way, this is like very obviously the case as well. Like you can look at the cost apprehension ratio going up. Like I'm pretty sure our cost apprehension ratio since like 1992 has gone up like 1,000%, and that we have to pay way more money to apprehend like each illegal immigrant that we apprehend. We have to pay way more per. If that was the case, if it was the case that like just investing in border security meant less encounters, that wouldn't be the case.
You keep going to encounters. I could care less.
Encounters are the only way that you can measure crossings.
But Ronaldo, you're missing my point. You're talking to me about encounters. I could care less about encounters. I'm concerned about people
The
crossing the
study
border.
that you were criticizing reduced encounters.
You don't know how many people cross the border. That's the problem. You have no idea.
That's irrelevant. That's
That is relevant. If you don't know how many people cross the border, then you can't be concerned about how many people are crossing the border.
It doesn't matter. As long as I'm preventing, as long as I am preventing. As long as I'm preventing something from coming across the border, that's all I care about.
Yeah,
I can care about the count.
Have no way to measure.
It's
how
not
many people
effective at doing
coming
it.
It's
across the
irrelevant.
border.
It's irrelevant.
Wait, no, it's not. Wait.
It
How
is
do you,
relevant.
if you don't know how many people are coming across the border, how do you know?
It's
your
irrelevant. As
policy's
long as I know that I'm
effective?
catching everybody, as long as I know I'm
They're
catching
not.
everybody.
They're
No,
not.
wait, how do you know you're
We're
catching
wasting.
everybody?
How do you say? How do you
As many
say it's not?
people.
How do you know you're catching
How do
everybody?
you know? How do you
How do
know?
you know you're catching everybody?
So
I got something to ask.
Would you
I
got
said-
data to
I
measure
said-
the amount of people you're catching versus not catching to see if the policy is effective?
So the point.
I hear you, Kraut. What's up? Just speak up because Calvin's talking complete bullshit.
I'm not talking.
All right, yeah.
Crowd,
yeah.
Crowd, did you want to add in?
Yeah. I got a question for you. Hey, much respect, man. Like, but I heard you make a comment like you believe what me and Americans said. It's unconstitutional to deport the people. That may be. I'll give you that for the sake of the argument. But do you think it's a privilege or a right to be an American?
I mean,
don't
it
really know
depends
this
if you're
pertains
born
to
here,
the
right?
argument.
I mean, it's a privilege. We're all privileged, regardless if we're born here or if we migrate here legally. Now, my other thing is, do you think inmates have all the rights that American citizens have that aren't
Honestly,
locked up?
I'm kind of the opinion that immigration is a right, but I'm not. I don't know. It's kind of besides the point.
Oh boy.
Well, in
but-
the entire point of an inmate that you have taken some of their rights away because they've committed a crime, like in that the entire identity of an inmate
Right. And illegal immigrants did what now?
committed a civil infraction, which is not considered a criminal infraction.
Ooh.
All right, but how about if they do it the second time?
No, if we're going by
Crime
your
then?
letter of the law thing, they committed basically like a finable offense, right?
All right, well, let's look at it as 3 strikes. If they do it a second time, what happens to them? Is it a
Well,
crime
no,
then?
the entire argument, like I said earlier, the entire argument tonight is about people who came and never left. So Are you going to kick them out just to see if they come again so you can now call it a felony? Like, that's the
Well,
entire
the people-
point. This is what I keep pointing to, is that there is a certain hatred for a certain kind of people that is not borne out by the actual severity of the crime you keep blathering about them committing. People being
I mean,
here,
I'm
quote,
biased.
unquote,
I hate
illegally,
anybody that's not
to
American.
me,
I'll be real.
like going across an imaginary line to me is not the same as, sticking a knife in a guy's back. I don't know. I get that we need, as a country, to have security and control of our borders. I agree with that. We've talked about how we all agree on that. I will disagree at turning it into an excuse to strip people's rights, like expanding the border to a mile strip. Oh no, I agree.
It is a criminal offense.
Well, no, it's not. It's
No,
essentially
the second time it's a criminal offense. He's right. The first time it's civil. The second time it's criminal.
USC 1326.
Wait, wouldn't you have to prove that they committed that crime?
Wait.
Do you think you would have to do that or
That's
no?
the dumbest shit I ever heard. Don't you understand how the court system works?
Oh,
If
you
you're
have
guilty
to
of
prove that
Would you have to, whatever you're charging somebody with a felony, would you have to convict them of that felony?
bro.
I'm out of
The
gas.
reason he's laughing, by the way, just to be clear, the reason he's laughing is because the answer is yes, and in order to prove somebody committed a felony, they need due process rights. That's why he's laughing and not answering.
On the federal level.
Yeah.
This is all just scapegoatism, right?
I'm sorry that you
Look,
don't know the law.
rights are abstract.
Or I'm sorry, not the law or the INA. It's 8 USC. It's 8 USC 1325. And second of all, that's only for crossing the border illegally. If you come here legally, right, and then you overstay your visa, that's only a civil infraction. Which is why he's saying, and we're talking about him having illegal status, not the fact that crossing the border
the ones
illegally.
that are just infractions? Well, that's not every fucking thing, retard. God damn. Oh my god, bro, you
I can't comprehend that somebody has the confidence of Clay being so stupid, bro.
I agree with Scalia's. I agree with what Scalia said, that
Yeah,
the
he's
law is the
focused on
law.
everything.
Nothing more, right? It's in black and white. Now, you want to believe that the law is
Scalia, the
something else.
originalist who would never square the fact that he was a originalist and couldn't denounce slavery. Yeah, sure, buddy.
All right.
Actually,
Spins Security came in to secure him his seat back. So he chooses to get rid of Scratch.
No, I'm basically cringy though. You can't get rid of cringy, so you can't
Can't get rid of Cringy, but I can get rid of Scratch.
Unfortunately,
and
I will be leaving.
Ringworm.
Hold up. Hey, I got one more question for you.
Hold
Hold
the fuck on. So Scratch and Rinald, you are to the back, and he wants to bring himself and Balderson up. So backstage, I will have Scratch and Rinald hanging out. If you would like to get either of them back up, you know the drill. You got to pay the fee to kick someone else off and out of here so that you can grant the seat back.
Okay, so I'm going to be leaving. So if anyone has a question,
yeah. I got one more question for you, bro.
Hold on. Let's let Azvarun go. He's always very quiet and waits very patient. Go ahead, Azvarun.
What's your name, sir? Like, you're next to me, right? Like,
Cringy
full name?
liberal.
Cringy
Okay.
liberal.
Yeah, I just had a question for you, sir. In a country, when you have an immigration system, why is it that the government hasn't created like that system in the US where only like immigrants with skills are allowed to immigrate into the country and not any kind of person? And also, why haven't they made that rule that they should actually follow the culture and the customs of the country rather than try to impose their will and their way of life? Like, don't you think it's good to have immigrants who follow the culture, who follow the norms, and who are skilled as well, rather than get more people from these countries who are illegal, who actually like make a mess of things? Because in my country, what happened was that there was a lot of illegal immigration from the nation of Bangladesh into West Bengal. Now, later on, the plot was uncovered, and the ISI agency in Pakistan wanted to infiltrate Bengal, and fill it with the minority community, the Muslims, so that we would lose balance, we would lose the chicken neck of our nation. It's called Arunachal Pradesh, and China would have an edge over us. Illegal immigration didn't benefit us in any way. So, so your stance on illegal immigration is that it actually like they may benefit the people, but I haven't seen any such benefit come to us in our country. There are a lot of illegal immigrants even in our country, so we're slowly scanning who are here and who is not here, and we have an identity card called the Aadhaar card to scan people if they're citizens or not. So if they don't integrate and if they're not citizens who are skilled, actually, don't you think they'll end up becoming a burden on the society?
They do integrate. We have a large Hispanic population in America, and in America we allow for a lot of we allow for a lot more cultural diversity, anyways. So generally, it just isn't a problem here. I understand it's a problem in other places. Isn't a problem here.
Yeah, that's one of the considerations people don't seem to have is that the Southwest United States splits an ethnic area. Like Mexico is not the only place where Hispanic people are from. The Southwest U.S. is also an ethnic area that is culturally like connected to those people historically. So like it's not like they're coming into a place where they're not from as far as the Southwest U.S. Like no, most of these people are like.
Did he tap out?
Any other questions?
Yeah,
I got a question.
I just have a statement, and I have a question. What do you have to go back and play your fucking Call of Duty? You fucking degenerate fuck.
I don't play Call of Duty.
Holy shit.
Or whatever you were fucking playing and being an asshole and disrespecting Sarah.
Are you still
Answer the question.
That's why
Shut
you
the
got
fuck
shit, bro.
up.
Holy cow.
Shut the fuck up.
I actually have to go pack for tomorrow morning since I have
Yeah,
to.
go back to your mommy's fucking basement, you fucking crybaby.
That's Spin.
College league not having their own
Any of
Orders
your
all spike for the ages.
any of your
Shut
final
up, you disrespectful fuck. She's talking.
Yeah.
any of your final thoughts to the panel, Cringy, before you head out?
I didn't expect this to be so easy, honestly. I thought I could better arguments.
Hey, look, Cringe, I got a question for you because I think Eve bounced. I got a question for you. Oh no, Eve's back in. All right, Eve, we can't just say, illegals have a right to be here because rights are abstract. Now, Andrew Wilson, big fan of him, he calls them arbitrary, but definitionally, he's actually wrong about that.
You're missing the point.
Arbitrary. No. The point is, rights are more abstract. We came up with them through
How do
ideas.
you find out they're illegal?
By them committing
rights that force you to have due process, right?
CL, it was
Right.
good to see you.
This is why the Constitution applies to every human being
Let
here,
him
not just
argue with
citizens.
Cringy so Cringy can leave.
Yeah, abuse of constitutional rights, that's a legal question. Not, I don't really see this.
What
being
I'm
a
saying
moral
is, when we find out who the illegals are, we can deport them. We can't base our morals off of rights because they are abstract and they can change. If we based our morals on rights, then 250 years ago, I don't have to spell it out for you.
What do you think rights are?
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So we have to base it on
Sure
morals.
about it. Okay. Thanks
Rights
for the conversation.
are
everybody.
literally the extension.
Appreciate
of
the
our
easy
morals.
arguments. They're easy to rebut. Hope you guys read through all the sources I sent. If you go to my link tree and go to my notes, I have over 100-page immigration document, so you can see all my citations. I love you all.
Goodbye, Cringy.
Later, Cringe.
America,
what do
you
I mean,
too
what do you-
hard
what
on
do you
him,
think
man. He a
rights are?
young boy.
Rights are the extensions of our morals into law.
He needs
right?
his fucking Kraut. He needs his fucking brain reset and get off the fucking talking to pick.
Give him 10 more years, man. He's not a typical liberal. He wasn't crying. Give him 10 more years. He'll come around.
He'll come around.
Is Rin on the back?
He'll get over.
Yes, backstage, I've got Rinyold and looks like Scratch left too. So it's just Rinyold hanging backstage.
Well, he can take my spot. I'm getting off. Hey, yeah, no disrespect. We have disagreements. You're a cool dude, though. I just wanted to come back on and share my opinion about that. That we can't base it entirely on rights. Rights can change, and regardless if people may feel it's against their rights to deport them. 250 years ago, a group of people didn't have rights. Would you say that's okay because their rights weren't in the Constitution? So you can't base that arguments on rights because they're abstract.
Talking about like the
change
legal
at any given moment.
Okay, Kraut, let me ask you a question. Would you agree that an illegal alien that has come into my fucking country has rights?
No.
Absolutely
American
not.
citizens have rights. Not to
You're
mention,
damn right.
would you let somebody in your house and you didn't know they were there?
Shut up, Effigy.
Go back to school, you morons. You have no.
You
clue.
maybe
Read
need
the
to go back to
Constitution.
school, Effigy.
Reread the
You want to know why you need to
Constitution.
go back to school?
Go back
Would
to
you
South
let me ask you a question? If an illegal alien came to your house, knocked on your door, are you going to invite him in?
They would know that what they just said was absolutely
fucking shit all about it. You don't know a goddamn thing.
Answer my question. Or
How
if
much-
an illegal invader came to your door, Effigy,
They have
and
rights.
knocked
What?
on it, would you welcome them in and their family? And guess what? They
How
ain't
do I
got
know
no
they're
money.
illegal?
Excuse me?
Do I know it just by looking at them that they're illegal?
They probably won't speak English.
Well, then it would surprise me a great deal how they got all the way to my house.
They're in everybody's neighborhood, dumb fuck.
I live in a really heavy immigrant area. Like, it doesn't bother me. I don't
Okay,
see why you're
answer
so
the
alarmed.
question. Answer the question. Would you open your door to an illegal invader and just welcome them in with open arms and support them?
This is a non sequitur. I would help.
It
them,
is
yes.
It is not a
No,
non
it-
sequitur.
no, it
It's a
is. Because
question.
You're like, you're
Hey,
putting
look,
up
hey,
a
I'm
moral
gonna have
Answer
an
it.
immigrant
you
in your
yourself
house.
would
You're
not
not
even
gonna
think
know
about
that.
Answer it. Answer
I
the
would be like-
question.
I would be like, no, you can't fit in my apartment, but here, I'm going to help you find a place because I'm nice. And
And
you
you're
look
gonna
like you
and
need
you're
help.
gonna pay for it, and then they're gonna come back and
Why
ask
would
for
I
a
need to
handout
pay
and a
for
cup
it?
of
I'm
sugar.
pretty sure I can find them
Americans,
help
you're
that
asking
I
the
don't
wrong
have to pay
question.
for.
He doesn't know they're in his house. He does not know they are in his house. He
Well,
has
I
no
think
power in his house.
actually the bigger question would be: Would
Your
you let
analogies are all
a
flawed.
would you let a complete stranger who you have not vetted into your home? I think that would be
Yeah.
the more appropriate question there.
Okay,
Because
would you?
no, we wouldn't be able to necessarily tell are you illegal or illegal if somebody just knocked at my door, right?
Or if your neighbor let somebody in your house without telling you.
Or
know
if
what I
your
mean?
neighbor, yeah. But even at that, like, would I just let anyone in my home without vetting them first? And I think that speaks more to allowing illegal immigration versus legal immigration. And in terms of legal immigration, we are vetting them and there's a process, just the same as it would take for you to get to know your neighbor before you invite them over for dinner, right? Whereas illegal would be some random person knocks at your door and you just open it and they come on in.
Answer
and
that.
Calvin-
Answer that one, Effigy.
The answer is it's a flawed analogy. The exact
But
same.
it's
as
not a
comparing-
flawed
No, it's
analogy.
an absolutely fucking flawed analogy. It's the exact same as saying like the U.S. budget is the same as my checkbook. It's a flawed fucking analogy, and it holds no water.
And
I let
that's
him
a
in.
typical deflection of a liberal's fucking response.
I'll let him in the house.
Hold on, that's it. You're a liberal.
I got,
Right.
I got my,
Yeah, he's a radical fucking liberal that thinks that we should give everybody everything.
The only way it
Let
holds
him in
water
the
is
house
if you bought
because I
the
got
house
my
with the people
pig.
already in it, right?
I
Like,
got
come
my
on.
curiosity, man. I'm not afraid
If
of
you only
nobody.
say that, Rocky, then you're actually advocating. So don't say that.
Is the only reason why the
Rocky,
liberals
we
are
all
up
know
here?
that you would start proselytizing to them like a Jehovah's Witness, telling them all about Satan's little season. They'd have to hear about Satan's little season,
I
and
dare
about
him to
half
come
an hour into it, they'd be like, "You know what? Mexico is great. I'm going the fuck back."
Is the only reason that the liberals are here just to repeatedly say that illegal immigration isn't ideal, but that's not what we're talking about? I feel like we've said that like a billion different times, but for some reason we keep asking questions to illustrate whether or not we think illegal immigration is ideal. I don't know about how many times everybody needs to say no before we.
Okay, that's a stupid fucking analogy.
We're caught in a time
Illegal
loop.
immigrants
He gave the
benefit
analogy.
America. Tell me one reason, Ringworm, how an illegal immigrant benefits America.
Spin
Well,
City
if you were
did not-
listening at the beginning,
Fair.
Spence, you would know that they're a fiscal benefit. You would know that your own fucking people on your own sides agree that they're a fiscal benefit.
There's the fucking strong man. There's the
You
typical.
know what a straw man
There's
is.
the typical
I didn't even
bullshit.
characterize your argument. How is that a straw man?
Right before he left, actually
Strong
pointed
man.
this out to you.
it's
So
fair.
the Fed benefits, private people benefit, but the state and local governments 100% pay out the ass.
Wait, how much? How
Those
much are you
people
talking?
pay
Did you
into
say
those
that?
taxes
Like
more.
90
You said that
billion
this-
compared to 90 billion. Okay,
How much do they
as
give into the
much-
federal?
Twice as much gets paid out because it's about 182 million. This is just base level. This isn't accounting
where are you
for
getting this
all
number?
the other programs, right? So
Where are you
so
getting this
just
number?
base level welfare
Directly from the
prison,
mouths of people who hate illegal immigrants.
emergency services, and the biggest conflict here is the education. Okay, the
Can you link where you're getting this
education
number?
does cost. about what I think I saw like $50 to $60 billion just on that alone. So it actually comes out.
Yeah. Do many of those things that cost money include the things that we all can benefit from?
Billion on these local levels.
Can you link where you're getting these numbers from?
90 billion is what the figure is for taxing. So you bring in 90 billion, but you pay out 182 billion.
He's not going to
say. Can you link where you're getting these numbers from?
I gave it to you. It's in the back. It's still in the back. I already gave it. Yeah,
that House
friend
Oversight Committee one, that one.
Friend didn't like
Could
it,
I-
but it came from the
Can
government.
I go
too.
down to
It came from
Texas?
national
I'm not seeing
government
any
website
link from
called
you in the back.
Hey.
No link from you in the back. House.gov.
Hold on.
Oh my.
Have you ever heard of House.gov?
Guys, Nancy
Oh, you never
Pelosi
heard
told
of
me.
that
That's how
one?
I know it's true.
Yeah, hey,
Oh,
it's in
Don't
your
trust
DMs.
government.
It's in your
I'm on
DMs.
your side. I'm on your side. just
Nancy
like-
Pelosi's the biggest
I'm on your
fucking
side.
thief in the fucking system, dumbass.
Look, I guess
Fact of
we're all
the
just
matter
looking
is
for-
that on the local level, people suffer. The feds win, the private individuals win, but you still get taxed on the local level, right? So the local and state governments still take your money, right? So you're going to pay out more in the end. Now, the citing that CL made was just one study, but the House.gov.
He's
takes
citing
in
an
a bunch
institute
of
who was
studies.
created to
Actually
make these numbers exist.
actually
Like that's
taking a
literally
bunch of-
what
I
you're
mean, you're
citing,
literally
dude.
just citing the politicians told me so. So this is kind
You
of
know,
a
you're
weak
citing a literal
libertarian thing.
institute
But
that was
I'm
made to make these numbers
Pardon me
exist.
for just a moment. Kraut, did you want to say any final words to the panel before you leave?
No, I mean, yeah, I guess a 10-second thing that sum it up. I rather, regardless of how little or how much American money is going to illegal immigrants, I don't want a dollar going to them before or American citizens who are being taken care of. Once again, I'll sum it up. Rights are abstract. We can't base what we do in life entirely on rights. We got to base it on morality in general. Because, you know, America or the colonies wasn't the greatest time back in the day, you know, after we fought the Brits, you know. So, yeah, rights on an end-all be-all, basically. So that argument is flawed. And last thing is, again,
Kiss society
people locked up don't have all the same rights that American citizens don't have. So it's, you know, it doesn't make sense to argue the point that illegal immigrants had all the rights. That's it. That's my final
Averaging
thought.
Drew Wilson
Much
fan.
love. Eat
I
into
know.
the disagreements. I'll
Just
be
out of
back on for what?
Just to be clear, this thing that Clay linked to me, it's the same exact thing that we already addressed. It's the fact that it's measuring the impact of the children against the illegal immigrants, but it's not measuring the benefit that those illegal immigrants' children bring to the country as well. Right? Why would
Hey,
you
who's
only
gonna vote
measure
for Obama?
the fiscal negative of the illegal immigrant children, but not the benefit that the children bring?
I can't help you're retarded, bro. You'll grow
Yeah,
one day.
well,
No answer.
responsible.
Oh,
I
you
won't be able to
mean-
answer that in
I
Clay's
can't
shoes
answer
either.
that. I'll get off.
You didn't ask a
Take
care,
question,
Mick.
Ringdog. You
My
just
answer
said
is,
something.
why didn't they measure
Made a
the
mistake.
positive effects of the children? Why didn't they measure the positive effects of the children, Clay?
Positive effects of the You mean
Well,
the
first of
children
all, you
that-
cited.
Rhetorical
First of
laugh.
all,
Be a rhetorical
first
laugh.
of all, Ringworm, why would
Just know
you
that it's a
even
good question.
bring up?
Whenever the conservatives just don't answer it, that's how I know it's a good question.
Oh, yeah, it's really good.
Why would you even bring
No,
up
he's-
Nancy
he's bringing up a
Pelosi? She's
real
nothing but a
problem with the fucking
cum
study.
fucking tuna queen.
I mentioned
That's
Nancy
number
Pelosi
one.
because I love her so much, and I get all of my politics.
I'm sure
from her
you
since, dude.
do.
That's why I was like, Nancy Pelosi loves illegal immigrants, so I know that I must love illegal immigrants. That's why I brought her up.
Oh, good, good. Why didn't you go fucking suck on her tits some more? Just like all
buddy.
you fucking libtards.
I've already spent like
Go
12
suck
hours
on-
doing
go
it. How
suck
much
on
more
the
time do I have to
fucking
do this,
dozen
Finn?
tuna queens in
You're
the fucking
king
Senate.
of
some
witty
more.
I think
comebacks.
Finn just wants to see it happen. He's like,
Do you know who
impressed with
benefits
the
from
numbers.
the illegal? You know, the
Who, Rocky?
children that
Who benefits,
you know, the
Rocky?
children-
Say it,
the
Rocky. Who
children-
benefits, Rocky?
The
Who
children that are
benefits from that
trafficked,
boxcar
the
mustache,
trafficked
Rocky?
children for the
Who
Catholic
benefits?
Catholic Church, pedos benefit from the.
I'm not gonna
child
lie. I don't know
trafficking.
where I was expecting that to go, but not to the Catholic Church. I
Oh, it's
applaud
going-
you
it's
for
going exactly
keeping me
where
on
you
my
think it
toes,
is.
buddy.
It's not done yet.
And the
done
Masonic
yet.
order.
Takes a-
Oh,
smoke
no,
some
not
more
the
meth, Rocky.
Masons.
Shut the fuck up.
I should have bought some
Who do
tinfoil
you think's
today.
benefiting? What do you
Well,
think all this
Rocky, let the big
benefit
boys handle this.
We
Okay?
don't
Let the big
benefit.
boys handle
Do
it.
Spin City saying this, by the way.
People, do the American people benefit? No.
Yep. Oh yeah, they
Let
do.
me ask
Yes,
you,
absolutely,
since
we
you,
do.
since you clearly didn't
Maybe
actually
you
I
could
benefit.
use them
Look, I benefit from this.
picking some fruit.
do
or
you
something.
realize that the education
I would like to have a couple
of that is
slaves.
literally
Can I go to
K-12?
Mexico and bring a couple slaves across the border?
Oh my
No, you
god.
can't
not?
enslave people. That would be
What
like
a
bringing them
question.
over here against their will. And
Well,
forcing
they
them
could
to
work
do
for
that.
they could work for their
That
freedom.
one guy that
Pick
wanted
my
to talk about like the
fruits.
morality of everything. Yeah, I think like slavery is pretty immoral.
based upon the K through 12, right?
What?
Clay, I can't hear what you're saying, buddy.
mustache though.
I know because Rocky's a
They,
retard.
they worked for me for 5 years.
We're both on this.
When Clay's saying it, you know, it's like really bad.
And I will give them their citizenship.
This
I
dude's
know-
just
I know you
yapping,
would.
bro. I swear to
Anyway,
God.
so beyond all
That's
that,
what
so
that's what the Democrats want to do. They want to make
Yeah,
everybody
retarded.
legal.
Retards
the
love
biggest
that.
portion of the biggest portion of the 182 billion, which is 78 billion, is based upon K through 12 education.
Okay.
That's the children. The thing that you say the study doesn't take into account is the children.
Wait, it's measuring the benefit of the children?
Is the portion, the largest
So-
portion.
So
that
it's like I
takes
said,
that
the biggest part of the expense you're pointing to
The largest
are the
portion of
things
their-
in
of their
society
No,
that
I'm
are meant to
answer-
benefit
I'm-
all of
and-
us.
And I'm answering his question, Effigy. Maybe you weren't here for the conversation.
You're saying
No,
that
no,
this
I
says that
was.
the
I
largest.
watched every second of your
Right about-
stupidity tonight.
What I noticed about the left and the right is you guys are so retarded that you don't realize that I don't care about the money. I just don't like the lies. The lies. You're trying to tell people that it's not costing them anything, but you're lying.
We're
I don't
asking
care
you-
about the cost.
No one said that.
I'm asking you.
No one
don't
said no.
care.
Once again,
Is
you're
this
the
study-
liar. You're the one
saying it's
straw
gonna
manning.
cost me 20
Over and
bucks.
over.
I mean,
Over and over,
But
you straw man.
instead of
Over and over.
looking in my wallet and seeing that I've got maybe 30 bucks because I have
Catastrophic
50.
claim.
I've
We never
actually
said they
only
cost
got
nothing. We
40.
said they are
I've
greater
actually only got
benefit.
10 in there, so you actually took 40 out. You actually took 40, not 20.
No,
What I
you're just
care
dumb.
about is the lies. You're lying.
We're
No.
asking you. Is it the
Telling me
case
You
there's
that
no
misunderstand. You're
where
incapable
where
at
is
this
it
point of
cost?
understanding.
Wait, I just
No
I
No
have
one
to ask a
said.
very simple
No one said
question.
it's not a cost. They said
I
the
don't
benefit
care
Very
about
simple
lies
question.
anymore.
Where in
More
this-
than
where in this-
anything, I just don't want to be lied to.
God, you're
Stop
so
lying.
fucking stupid, Clay.
There
Tonight,
is
in
tonight
this
you
in
are
this thing that you
on
linked,
stupid pills.
in this thing that
Is
you
a
linked, where does it
cost.
measure the
Is there
the
a cost? Is there a
Clay?
cost?
I'm asking
Is
you a
there a
question.
cost?
I'm
And
asking
how
you a
much?
question. I'm asking you a question about the thing that you linked me. Where in this document does it measure the benefit of the children?
Bro, there's like a whole bunch of studies links down
He
on
didn't-
the.
he didn't read the fucking
you go to
The one that you sent me, the House report. The one that you sent me, the House report.
Doom suck on my dick.
The House report. I'm asking you about the House report that
Go
I
down
got
to the
linked.
bottom. Go down all the way down to where the citations are and go explore.
Which one?
That's a page
one?
20. Wait, no, I'm asking you.
Explore, my
This
friend.
is representing
friend,
the
just
fiscal deficit. So I'm asking you, where in this report does it cite that the
Just
children's
trust my fucking
benefit?
Study. Don't trust my word and stop lying to me, telling me that it doesn't cost me. Because
There's a reason why you can
Oh,
never
what?
answer
No.
any question I ever ask you, Clay. There's a
Over and
reason.
over.
There's a reason you're not answering this.
I just did. What are you talking
Where?
about?
Where
I
does
just
this
fucking
report?
answered.
Where does this report? No, you just said stop lying to me. I'm not asking. I'm not lying to you.
You
I'm
are
asking you a
lying.
question. Can
Okay,
you show
you
me
say-
where in
you
this
say there's no
report?
cost.
Where in this
There's no
report does it
cost.
measure
Fine.
the fiscal
Fine, you say
benefit of
there's
the
no
immigrant
cost.
children?
How is it
Wait,
then?
wait. I have a
that
question
we
for
sit here
Renyal.
and house
Asking
all
a
of
question
these
back. I don't
illegal
know what to
immigrants
do.
for
I don't know
free?
what to do.
Can we
Wait, Clay.
house
Clay, I have a
illegal
question for him real
immigrants for
quick.
free?
What? How do you want it
Can
to be
we
measured? Are you
also
wanting a
have-
projection?
Hold on, you're all kind of
Answer
talking
for
at
you.
once, and I can't hear anyone at this point. Let's go one at a time.
Okay, I have a question
If
for
I have
you.
a
Now
couple
that I've answered your
slaves
question.
and they work
I
for
have-
She
me,
didn't answer my question, but that's fine.
Rocky, one at a fucking time. Do you not
I
understand
was
that? It's
talking
somebody else
first. Do you not
talking.
understand? I was
Stop
talking first. I got a
Man,
question.
come on, dude. Stop
If
being
I
a
have a
retard.
couple
You know
slaves,
it. Yes,
If I have a
retard.
couple slaves,
Yes,
do I
Satan
get their
sat
fiscal
liberty and the
benefit?
earth is flat. Yeah, it's great,
I
bro.
want a fiscal benefit.
God damn. So, answer me this, if you can. Does it not cost to house illegal immigrants, whether in prison or some type of housing or even temporary housing like a shelter?
In some cases, yes.
Okay, so it does cost me.
In all
The question
cases,
is
dumb
the
fuck.
question. The question
Very good.
is
I'm done.
the question is whether or not the cost outweighs the benefits.
You wasted
That's the
all of our
question.
time
That's
on
how
that
you
flex.
that's how you measure deficits, right?
It's
If I have
not
to pay
my
$20 and I get
gotta come out of my
$500 back,
pocket.
I technically had to pay it, but I got more back. That's kind of just how deficits work. But
Okay, Ringworm. I got one actual question, and I will say this
Spin City. I'm ready.
very fucking. I was is very nice.
It does cost.
It does cost.
Not net.
God, you guys
Not
are
net.
shadow
Hold
boxing.
the fuck on. She just fucking said one at a time. Shut the fuck up.
That's the way taxes work. Is you take it from me now. You take it. That means it's a cost to me, and you might give it back, but it's still a cost. That's the way
nobody's
that works.
contesting that. Nobody's contesting that. The prompt
Yes,
is
you
whether or
are.
not they're
You're saying, well,
beneficial.
it only you are. You're saying it only costs you for now. That means it doesn't cost you.
And yeah.
Clay, just because you can't understand the words that I'm saying, that doesn't mean you get to do a doofy laugh, all right? You don't get to do a doofy laugh if you're genuinely just doofy, buddy. You don't get to do strawman voices if you're fucking retarded, Clay. You don't get to do that.
Can I ask an actual?
Didn't you fucking say one at a time?
Did you say he doesn't get to doofy laugh if he's doofy? Because that seems like the exact
Correct,
time you want to make that laugh.
Well, I'm saying you can't do like the sarcastic doofy laugh if you're doofy. I'm sorry. In the same way that you can't do a straw man voice if you're retarded, right? Because everything you say is a straw man, right?
So my question, Ringworm, to you is, all of the illegal fucks that came into my country, because obviously you don't want to be in this country, that
I
came
love
in
this
here
country
and
more
had
than
a
you do, big
fucking
dog.
child. Shut up. Anybody that come into this country illegally that now had a child, guess what? What happens and what would be the cost to deport the people? And then now, if they don't take their fucking anchor baby with them, how much is it going to cost the taxpayers to house them in foster care or put them in a fucking rest home or whatever?
Same
Or an
amount that it
orphanage.
costs to
What?
give
It's not
benefits to
gonna
any
cost-
citizen, Spin.
it's not
Same
gonna
amount that it
cost-
costs any
say
to
it,
house
dumb
any
fuck, I'm gonna
citizen,
prove
right?
you wrong.
They're citizens. So, I mean, probably the same amount that it costs everybody else.
Oh, so you think it's okay? You and Bones and fucking Effigy and all these other libtards on this motherfucker think it's
Rather be
okay
libtarded than retarded.
to strain the system some more, and you cannot tell
This dude
me
is screaming
where the
faster
money
than he
comes
can
from.
even think of the critiques, bro. He is screaming and pausing in the middle because he doesn't even know where he wants to take his sentence.
I know where I want to
No,
go with that.
because he's running out of breath, y'all. He's like,
Yes, we
expelling
believe in the
all
14th
the
Amendment to the
points.
Constitution.
He can't
Yeah.
fucking make it.
Sorry.
You're telling. Go ahead, Ringworm. Tell them that it doesn't cost something.
I'm telling you, the benefits outweigh the cost. That's been the claim the
There's
entire
no
time.
benefit.
Can I ask this
Ringworm,
man a real
listen
question?
to me. Bounce your head off the desk a minute. You're
Fine, so I can get on
telling
your
me.
level?
You are telling me that
Do I have to
the
make it-
benefit to the system or the strain to the system outweighs the benefits of these fucking
No, I actually told you
illegal
the exact
fucks.
opposite. I told you the exact
said the
opposite. The
opposite.
No,
benefits
you
outweigh the
didn't.
cost. is
No,
what I
you
said.
didn't. No, you didn't.
Turn up the hearing aid, Spin.
You said-
I don't know what to tell you. I literally did say that the
You
benefits outweigh
said
the cost.
opposite,
it's,
man.
it
Can I ask him a
benefits
question?
us to have illegal people in our country.
He's saying the
benefits
benefit
what?
outweighs the cost. He's saying the benefit outweighs the
You're
cost. Can I ask the
absolutely
man a question now?
wrong. You're absolutely wrong. The strain on the system right now is because of these people. There is no benefit
Wait,
to
where are
an
you reading that,
illegal
Sven?
motherfucker to be in this country.
Where are you
What
reading
don't
that?
you libtards understand?
Where are
Really,
you
you
reading
think
that?
after looking at the strain on the system from actual people on welfare who are citizens of the United States, you think the strain is the cost of the legal immigrants? Really?
Yeah, the 20-year-old
Really?
people
The
coming here to
biggest
work in
strain,
the
the biggest strain. Oh my God, you people fucking make me want to drink, and I don't even fucking drink.
Slaves.
Poor
Maybe it'd make you smarter.
No, it might make you dumber.
Alcohol.
I don't even know
does-
how that would make sense, but it's like,
And this is how
No,
I
we
could
can
harbor a
we can
couple-
see the pain
There
of you
was
forming brain
with
cells
me
on your
with me
face.
on
and we're
with me
definitely making
on
you better.
something that was legally ingested. I became smarter than I am now. I will insult you, make you cry, and make you rage quit.
You'll be smarter.
Trust
than
me.
you.
It's a little freaky, Spin. I don't know if I'm into you like that, buddy. You're
Dude, if I could reach through this, if I could reach through this screen right now, I'd strangle you. Maybe,
I condemn political violence. By the way, I condemn political violence. I don't know about you guys. I don't know. This is the violent. This is the violent right. This is the violent right. I condemn political violence personally. I don't know about you guys.
But you don't condemn going to a protest line and throwing rubber dicks at fucking cars, do you?
That would be political violence. You dumb
political violence. Yeah, I condemn.
That was done by the left in Minnesota. Would you like to show you the
this? You done this, you fucking bumbling retard. What are
you
you
don't
talking
condemn
about?
it. Bones, how the fuck can you condemn it when your side of the aisle did it?
Hey, Spin,
Easily,
would you trade?
easily. Watch. Wait. Shut the fuck up, Rocky. Shut the fuck up, Rocky. We don't need a 40 IQ retard talking. Okay, we don't need a 40 IQ retard talking. Okay, shut the fuck up.
The immigrant or the
But
bear?
anyways, I Bones of Doom condemn
my God,
the
Sarah,
leftists
I'm gonna
throwing
I'm
dicks
gonna
at people
fucking
and harming
punch
them.
the
Okay, I
monitor.
condemn it. Okay, there you go, Spin City. That's how you condemn shit. So, anyways, go on.
Wait, Spin, you're in a forest, okay, and you come across, or do you feel more safe if you come across a bear or an illegal immigrant? I'm just wondering.
A bear?
A bear.
The bear.
A bear.
Holy fuck.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe
bear.
I could.
The bear.
If I got a gun and he ain't got a gun, then the
May
immigrant.
I mention a name, Lincoln Riley?
Put
Would you
the
feel safe? Hold on, shut the
yes,
fuck
pearl
up.
clutch. Let's pearl clutch some
Shut
more, buddy.
the fuck up.
Please,
Shut the fuck up.
please, Spin City, pearl clutch even harder. Okay,
Answer your own dumbass question,
I want you to
ringworm.
grasp those pearl
Answer
clutch.
your own question, ringworm.
When you
I
grasp
would
them.
rather
you
come across
feel
the illegal
safe?
immigrant than the bear, big dog.
Would you feel safe around that illegal immigrant that raped, or excuse me, sorry, said the word. Sorry, Sarah.
Thing we're on.
Me too. That raped a child and killed a U.S. citizen, or would you be worried about the bear that is going to run away?
Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess, Spin City.
Answer the question. Don't
Wild
deflect.
guess. Who knows? Who knows
Don't
if I'd be okay with
deflect.
that, really.
Answer the question.
I condemn. That's my answer. I condemn.
Yeah,
You
that's
condemn-
why
you
you have
condemn
to
what?
woman to try and make a
Man,
point.
You
you're
condemn
making the
what?
right look bad. You're making the right look bad because you're taking this awkward boomer stance, and it's
It's
not
not
the
a
way to
boomer
approach
stance. It's fact.
But
It
I'm
is
saying there's
fact.
another way to approach this. We could have hit
I
it maybe
approach
10
it the
minutes
way I
ago.
fucking want to. Shut the fuck up.
The only reason you even know Lincoln Riley's name is that you specifically hate the kind of person that did it to her. It's not even about the act that was done to her. It's about the kind
I do
of
not
person.
hate
That's the only
immigrants.
reason you know her
Let me be
name.
very clear.
Do you not
Yes,
hate
you do,
immigrants?
Spin City. Yes, you do.
Did that act.
Oh.
Yes,
I
you do.
want to be very fucking clear. I do not
I
hate
can't tell.
immigrants.
Your mic keeps-
I hate illegal ones.
This
Wait,
dude
wait,
has
Spin
the
City, can you say
Klansman
that
hood
again,
on.
but
He's
this
like,
time
I don't
your
hate
mic
black
shouldn't be-
people.
Well, that's the
Well-
only way I can get a fucking word in edgewise
Well, then
because
it's
you
not
fuckers
clear.
don't abide
Well,
by
then it's not
rules.
clear. Wait, then Spin City, it's not clear.
Criminal.
And you got fucking guest panelists up here playing fucking games while you're trying to do a debate. Shut up.
yeah.
Using a dead
Absolutely.
woman to try and make a moral point, you piece of
If I
shit.
caught a rapist, I
Trying to
chain
be
him
a
on the
fucking
fucking
moral
wall.
The only
That's
piece
when
of shit on
taking
this
out the
panel
dead
is
body
you
of
for
the
you with
woman.
your dumbass conspiracy theories. Shut
The
up.
rest of his fucking life.
Ooh. Wait, I'm not a piece of
If I
shit,
caught a-
Spin?
if
Thanks,
I-
buddy.
if I caught
You're
a
close.
rapist,
You're close.
if I caught a
Hey,
rapist,
Spin
I
City,
would
look.
chain the
Ooh,
motherfucker up,
spooky.
Thank you,
make
Rocky.
him a slave under me for the rest of its life.
Answer the question, ringworm.
Thanks for pointing that out. I already said I condemn. What do you want from
You
me?
condemn what? You didn't answer the question. You deflected
The
like
murder
you
of Lincoln
fucking
Riley.
dumbass does all the
I condemn
time.
that.
You have to understand
know
when he
what-
gets
I
really
don't know what
upset,
that
he
means.
starts like losing parts of his memory. That's why
Would
he
you
asks things
rather?
over and over.
Would you rather be safe with
The
an
law
illegal
that
immigrant
glitches in his brain.
or a bear?
I would feel more safe with an illegal immigrant than a bear. I think I already answered that too, buddy. I don't know if the
Knowing
dementia comes with the
what
hearing
an
loss
illegal
or
immigrant can do.
Knowing that they commit crimes at a far
what,
less rate
what
than
the
even
fuck can a bear
citizens.
do, buddy? I feel like I could take an illegal immigrant more than I could take a bear.
They've already committed a crime. Effigy.
They've committed one
Yes,
crime,
the
one
hardened
single
criminals and
solitary
people
crime.
walking
Like,
across the border.
You cross my border without permission. Whether it's a civil crime or a criminal charge. You committed a crime. Get it through your beady fucking dumbass head.
Man, I got a
hunt
question
down everyone who
for
ran a
liberal.
stop
How do you
sign
feel
too.
about private property rights?
Maybe shave your fucking hair off like Balderson, and maybe it'll sink in a little better.
How do you feel about private property rights? for the
Clay,
liberal?
can I please? I've been waiting for like
Yes,
15
yeah, yeah,
minutes.
please.
Let me ask
Go ahead.
one question, just one,
Can I
to
just
Reynolds.
say-
Right?
I-
What is the metric? What is the metric you use to predict or project that children will be so and so benefit, whatever benefit financially?
Because it's
Fiscal
just
benefit?
all of the studies show that that's the case, right? When you take out the rot that or the deficit that comes from the illegal immigrants' children, that it shows that illegal immigrants are a net benefit to the fiscal, and if you include the benefits of the illegal immigrant children, then they're a net benefit to the fiscal. I can cite you a study or whatever if you want me to.
Benefit to who?
Hold on, man.
The deficit.
It's fiscal.
They're a benefit to the deficit. That means they cost money. You just lost your own argument.
That's what
Just,
it
man,
means.
let us have a conversation without your stupidity for 5 seconds.
Please.
Bro, he paid 50 hard-earned dollars to come up here and spurg out for no reason. They will not
No,
take
I
my right
don't.
to spurg.
Let me tell you, I pay a hell of a lot more and support Sarah a hell of a lot more than $50 fucking dollars. So you
bad,
better shut the
$200.
fuck up. And I haven't seen you donate not
$1,000?
one motherfucking thing.
All
You,
to say
half of
absolutely
you
nothing, by the
motherfuckers
way. All
up
to
here
spurg out.
haven't even
bringer.
donated
All
a
this money.
damn dime.
Spurg out
I'm
on
a
the
content
panel.
bringer.
Half of you motherfuckers up here don't even donate a damn dime. So you know what? That puts me on the playing field.
Whoa,
So
I've
shut your
donated.
fucking
I've
mouth.
donated to
I'm getting
Sarah's
scheduled
panel
for the
before.
debates, bro.
I've donated my time and money to Sarah's
Did I say
panel.
bones?
I don't
Did
want
I
to-
say bones? Did I say bones?
Well, you kind of have to,
Well,
because what you're
David.
giving us up here isn't worth a damn.
Luckily, I'm donating more than Sping ever could in a whole debate with Aircraft Sparky in a couple weeks. So,
Oh, good advertisement. W.
Yeah, so back to the question, right? Like when somebody says benefit of the children in the future, right? We assume that they're working. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where's the metric for that? What? How do we know what, on average, how many children of illegal immigrants will be working? We don't even have
I can
complete
Google
data
around real
on
quick and
illegal
I'll find it for
immigrants,
you.
correct? Wait, listen.
Google around and I can find it for you.
First of all, another problem is saying something like all the studies show, right? You would agree when somebody says all the studies show, that's probably.
I'm saying the studies that take this into account or that factor for this.
In the Google the 2036 study.
You know that
10 years
Child
from
Protective Services say
How
that
do they
these
take
eight-
into account illegal, undocumented, right? How do you take into account undocumented people? Like how
We can
many
read-
of them
we can
there
read the
are, how many
study.
children they have? Are
I'm
they on
pulling
the
it up right now.
census?
Nope, they're not on the census. Well, no, yeah, they are on the census. Sorry, my bad. Yes, they are on the
Well,
census.
So is that data skewed? Is it potentially skewed?
We can read through the study if you want me to.
No.
I'm not asking you to read through the study. I'm asking you if you agree
Well,
or
you're
not.
asking
If
me
it's
like in-depth
potentially-
methodology questions, so it sounds like you are asking me to read through the
No,
study.
I'm asking you as a person, your opinion, right? Do you think that that data could be skewed at all?
You would have to give me a convincing reason that it is skewed.
The fact that you
Allowing-
cannot document these people, right? You know they're
Allowing-
undocumented. We already
If
know
they pay
that.
through- if they pay through ITNs, we can measure how much comes from those people. No?
No,
You
not the
allow
children.
children.
No, you're projecting into the future. You're projecting into the future what their children might or might not do.
I can look up the methodology of this study if you're asking me about it, and I can get back to you. Just give me a second.
But you know it, right? You make
Not
the
off the top
claim
of my
that they
head,
are
no,
a
not off the
benefit. You
top of
should
my
know
head.
it.
Not off the top of my head.
Is it suspicious at all what I'm mentioning right now? Like that it might
I'm
be
gonna read
hard.
I'll read the methodology and I'll get back to you. I don't know.
That's fair.
What
No,
you're
that's
asking
fair.
of me.
Hostile. When you talk about the children of immigrants, are you just talking about U.S. born citizens?
No, illegals, illegal immigrants.
What about the children from these immigrants that are trafficked to the Catholic?
Oh my God! Please get this man off the fucking panel. This
New
guy said
word.
nothing.
Coined a new
This
word.
guy's literally said nothing. He's
I
like
just
actually
coined
less
that word.
useful than fucking Spin City has been to this panel.
Tell him to
Like,
stop
it's-
shaving in the
it's
form of his favorite
crazy.
Yahtzees.
It's crazy how we've
Trafficking
accomplished someone who's more
across the
useless to the
border
dialogue
is
than
not
Spin
a
City.
You know, the
I thought he was
CPS
baby
stopped
shaving his mustache to match the
They
part where
lose.
Bones
Thank you,
is-
Balderson, for your well-timed contribution. I'm sure it'll bear out for you in a couple of years.
the biggest child trafficking people are child protective.
All right, so
service of the government.
let's not, Rocky. Come on, man.
Okay.
Can you say something that's like coherent and like
there-
contributes to the
there's-
panel?
Okay, I'm sorry I mentioned the files, but
Go ahead,
know,
Rocky.
okay, the files.
He's mentioning the Epstein.
What the fuck is the Epstein files?
We're gonna here's why. Okay. Here's why I'm gonna let Rocky talk. It's been 20 minutes into the dono goal and not a one has come in. So I get to play it my way. Rocky, go ahead, my love. Torture the chat until they pay.
Okay, they're using this whole border thing to destroy the country of America. They got trafficking of children across the border through these illegal immigrants, and they can just come across the border, and you know, a lot of them they're snatched up by these CPS, which has been found to have 80% of their children in their system get lost in the system. And this system is designed for, you know, like Epstein shit. And our government is like really corrupt, and we need to take it back over and you know, listen to the right side of your brain. You know, Jesus is don't listen to your left side, listen to your right side. You know, you're warring against yourself, and you need to be on the right side. And you know, you can't deny what's going on in Palestine. These people are, you know, they got these small hats and shit. And these motherfuckers run the Fed.
Didn't take long.
They run the Fed. They run the money system. Everything's about money. If there's a benefit for the Fed, then that's just growing another tentacle that we don't need. I mean, it's not even the organic immigration. It's like it was planned. They're planning to overthrow the American people. They don't like white people. Well, what can I say? The Western civilization is being destroyed right in front of your face. And we stand here and we don't do nothing. We are helping these small hats genocide.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
You know, we got to
at the
take
mustache too. This is so
we
cute.
got guns,
I don't
right?
even think he's taking himself seriously.
We got pew-pews. And we're the only nation that still got their pew-pews. And this one world global system, Baal worship. It's all Baal,
Can
Moloch
someone please
worship.
donate to get this heroin addict off my screen, please? Holy shit.
Don't forget Bohemian
Donate
Grove.
already. Let's get this show going.
Bro, he just Fed posted
You
on
guys
the
know
panel.
about
That's
Bohemian
crazy.
Grove, right? Alex Jones told you about Bohemian Grove, right?
You can donate
yes.
to stop this.
It's known intellectual Alex Jones. Yes, absolutely.
What does our government do with little children?
I don't want to know.
The CPS. Look up the records of the CPS. 80% of the children in their system are lost in the system, and they get lost.
That's a very tenuous claim. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by lost?
Child
Rocky's
Protective Services, a government-ran institution, are paid. You get paid for.
Yeah, but like, wait, but like, what if the small hats like paid off the government to make up those figures? How do we know that this is true?
Parents will get paid by the government to raise a child, and within
Yeah,
like
wait. How
years,
do we know that this is true though? What if the small hats like funded this
are
this
lost
lie?
in the system.
Actually, you know what? I'll fucking come up here and debate this right now. I'm so curious.
Yeah.
Let's do a 1v1. Let's do a 1v1 right now.
Okay, go to your local CPS agent, with your
But
camera.
that's not the question. Wait. That's not the question I'm asking. I'm asking, like, how do you actually know this? How do you know that the small hats didn't buy off CPS?
Our children, they're our children.
Wait,
They're
so
not
I asked
ours.
you a question. How do we know that the small hats didn't buy off the CPS?
This
How do we know?
border system, they're
Sarah,
using
please make this stop.
Holy shit!
Yes,
Okay.
finally! Holy fuck! Good lord, that was terrible.
Hey, hold on. Now, hold on. And Rocky, I have to give this option to Zero because that's a big dono. Okay, so Zero, you have the option, right? And if you just tag me in the chat and let me know what you would like to do, all right? Now, you can choose to just stop that moment and we can all just proceed with the rest of the panel. And I've removed Rocky from the main screen and you just wanted that to stop. 2, you can choose to just boot Rocky backstage for as many minutes as you'd like in the chat. Or 3, because $100 is an actual full boot from the panel for the entire night. So I leave the option up to you. Zero Dark 4, tag me in the chat. Do you want to just let Rocky stay on panel and we just continue the conversation? Do you want me to dunk him backstage for a little bit? Timing of your choice. Or 3, we can boot him from the panel for the entire night. It is totally up to you, sir. Much respect for the big dono. I want to see from everyone else tomatoes in the motherfucking chat because that's incredible. Rocky, what did you do?
And if it's boot him, just put a thumbs down emoji. Like you're the emperor of Rome.
Here it is, guys. Is it up? Is it down? Where will he go? Zero Dark 4, it is up to you, sir. Rocky's existence on this panel relies on you and your decision-making skills. What would you like to do? You got to say it in the chat.
I come in peace. I come in peace. Thumbs up for Rocky. Thumbs up for Rocky.
Let's see, what does the panel vote? Thumbs up if you want him to stay, but we still continue on with everyone else. Thumb to the middle if you're like, boot him to the back for a few minutes, or completely down, get him out of the panel for the rest of the night. It's up to you, chat. It's up to you. We got Ben. What do you got there? You want him to stay? Clay wants him to stay. Asvaroon, thumbs up, thumbs over, thumbs down. Thumbs up, you want him to stay. Bone says thumbs down. Effigy, are we going up, down, or in the middle?
Oh, we're going down.
2 thumbs down, 3 thumbs up. Spin, what you got? Down, 3-3. Rinyald, up, over, or down?
Wait, what am I doing? I'm sorry, I'm reading this study.
Oh my God, Rinyald.
I'm sorry. This dude asked me a methodology question. I had to read really hard.
Rocky stays, and he's good to go. Rocky gets dunked backstage for a few minutes, or thumbs down. Rocky's booted all night. All right, 4 to boot, 3 to stay. Hyper, it's up to you.
Oh man, this is tough. For the mustache, I'm going thumbs up.
Oxcar.
All right, we are tied. We got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4. 1, 2. Yeah, 4v4. All right, so Zero, it's really up to you, sir. Did he write it in the chat? I'm not seeing it.
I'm looking through it, Sarah. I don't see it either.
Zero, we need you. If not, I'll leave it up to Mama. Mama said thumbs up. I'll give another 30 seconds for Zero Dark 4 to type it in the chat. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Mama says not yet.
As Varun, you're being very, very patient
got
with
a
the hands up
200
there.
He's
I got a
always so patient.
$250. Hey, Sarah, you know I got a $250 bail on Dusty, the crusty Dusty.
Nice. What'd you do? What you did tonight?
I just pulled out and he said my gun was against my fingers was against TOS.
I don't think it does do that.
It can be if you're combining it with certain words.
I
was
don't know.
like-
I mean,
He was trying to
Anyway,
incite a
he put me on
revolution
there.
earlier. That was pretty big.
It was.
all right.
consider it-
Zero Dark 4 is not in the chat right now, so I'm going with Mama. Mama is the tiebreaker. She said thumbs up. You can stay, and we shall continue this conversation. All right. Shout out to Zero Dark
you
4
got out all
one
your
more
shit.
time. Asvaroon, to you, sir.
Yeah, I have a question for the panel. Like the left always says that diversity is a source of strength and it's very great. But like there was this reporter, like he says that his name was Joe Solburn. He was a reporter in the 1960s and he observed a pattern. He said that in their mating and migratory habits, white liberals are no better than conservatives. They'll claim that diversity is a strength, but when the area starts becoming more and more heterogeneous racially, they'll move to an area which is majority their race. So like if it's so great, isn't Nancy Pelosi actually a hypocrite, and aren't the liberals on the white just like making like aren't they hypocrites as far as their policies are concerned, just like our politicians are? They don't seem to preach. Yeah, they don't seem to practice what they preach in real life. Like Hillary Clinton, when
What are
she
you
moved
talking
out
about?
of no, I mean like
don't we?
yeah, but the thing is, in the whole world, diversity I've seen, it causes only tension, like between different religions, different races, different cultures. There's always some fight going on for obtaining natural resources because humans are territorial. Over here also, the liberals actually, like they say it's very great, but when the area starts becoming more and more heterogeneous, they'll move off to a majority race of their area actually. Like that's what I've seen with white liberals. They're hypocrites, to be honest. Just like
It's crazy that we had to
politicians.
pivot to like some reporter in the 1960s, by the way. Like, how is this
Yeah.
even like born out in reality
I mean,
today?
Nietzsche
In the
gets
midst of the
quoted all
birth
the
of
time.
modern
That guy was
liberalism.
We're like
18
70 years
months.
past at this point.
All
I
right,
mean, you know
Rocky's
who
got
Nietzsche
a
was,
Rocky's
but-
got a timer for 15 minutes backstage. Zero has spoken. I think that's pretty fair. I think Rocky got away pretty squeaky clean on that one. And thank you for pulling that up, Ben. I would have totally missed it.
Also, as
I
Vern,
have
I
to-
would say that as of 2010, most of the population in America lives in cities, and cities are where all the diversity is. Cities are predominantly where all of the liberal voting base is, right?
Real
You
quick,
think
I
that
have to drop
helps your
off.
point? You think
have to
that
drop-
helps the
Yes,
point?
because that's where all the
Yes,
economic
because it shows
output
that
is.
they've-
That's where all the
we've
culture's coming
integrated
from.
with
That's
other
like, what are you
cultures.
talking about?
Real quick,
Well,
I gotta
where
drop
the-
off. I gotta
No,
drop off.
but
I just want to say, hostile. I linked I didn't have time to go through the entire methodology. It's super complicated because it's an econ
Why don't
paper,
you
but I
know
linked it
it?
in the back.
Why don't you know it though when you have the claim that
I
it
don't,
is
have, it, I
the
don't have it off
case?
the top of my head. I just read the study. I don't have the methodology off the top of my head.
Is that how it works? You just support a claim and as if it's 100% true.
Well, you
and
see,
don't
I'm not
understand the methodology?
an economist. I don't typically read like through.
Then
the
why are you
entire,
making the
like, following
claim?
that methodology thing? Because you haven't pointed.
So
out
it's
problems
emotional
with it?
based. It's an emotionally based claim.
No,
Well, in the same way that
motion in the
like
evidence?
when I leave tomorrow because I have to go somewhere, when I leave tomorrow, I'm not appealing to my emotion to know that my engine's going to run. I'm just kind of trusting that it does, right? I'm trusting the findings
have
of the
faith that
studies
the
because
study's
they're
correct.
intuitive. Do you have any evidence to prove that their findings are incorrect? Do you have any methodological problems? with
Well,
it?
no, I'm not making the claim, and I think it's
Okay,
it's an
just
absurd
checking.
claim.
All
It's an
right.
absurd claim to go. These
back
kids,
and watch
these
me
people's
debate
children that I
J6
can't even
here.
document are going to make money for the country. That's a wildly absurd claim.
They have to pay
And-
consumption
and-
taxes, right?
A point on Asvaroon's point, he beat me to it because I was going to go there. But the question is specifically: illegal immigrants benefit America? This homogeneity
Yes.
problem and the heterogeneous problem, right? That won't even be in America. What is it? What will it be called when we actually have this melting pot after 50 years? right?
Probably
America
still the
not
United
exist
States
unless
of
it's
America,
predominant
considering we
white?
have the melting pot today, and we have a bunch of liberals, white liberals that are
So you
mixing
have
with
a declining birth
people in
rate
the
amongst
cities.
whites who are predominantly the people
Oh,
who
here we
founded
go.
America,
This
right?
theory
And
has
then you have,
begun. Let's go.
for
Look,
example, you have Islam who are
as a
having
mixed
7.
race individual, by the way. Look, I
You
love,
have
I love
Middle
that white people are
Easterners
being diluted. Okay,
who
look,
are Islamic
I
having
love
7 kids a
You're,
family.
I
hold
love.
on, Bones. You're like talking right over him. I can't
Yeah.
hear him.
I'm addressing
Yeah, what
Bones'
he's saying is
point though,
useless. That's fine though.
for sure. Hopefully he understood that. But yeah, 50 years from now, when all the whites don't have kids because we have a declining birth rate, like I believe it's under 1.2, I think, for each white family.
Based.
But you have Islamic families who are Middle Eastern who advocate for Sharia law and changing our government. Like, what do you mean it's going to be called America? So
I'm pretty sure the most dominant faction in the United States by religion is going to be like Protestant Christians, and those people they're very interesting. Wonder if you've heard of those
Why would
people
you assume
and
that
their
the very thing that
ideas.
stops Christian nationalism is going to allow Islamic nationalism? Why would you even think that? Like we're
there are
going to
be
stop all
Christians.
Christian.
They're not having kids.
Yeah, but we're going to use the exact same thing to stop them that we're using to stop Christians right now from trying to turn it into a Christian nationalist country.
What are you using?
It's called
to
the
stop
Constitution.
I think you're just out of touch. I think that's the problem here.
You think you think Islamic immigrants are going to come in and dismantle the Constitution, in particular the First Amendment, which precludes any state or or the country in general from establishing religion? Like what? Or establishing like a state religion? Like what are we doing?
Activists on every street.
You think
corner where
you think
a
we're going to
dense
turn into an Islamic caliphate? Is that what your thing is?
No, we're going to
in
have to go through
certain
the American
areas, but
Taliban
it's such a
first.
melting pot that it's not exclusive to just Islam. I mean, it's a dime a dozen
True.
different cultures in the country right now.
So yeah, it just sounds like the Islamic influence isn't really going to be a big thing, then. You kind of
Amongst
conceded that
itself.
point
My
right
point
there.
is
Good job.
the idea that it's not going to be America anymore. So it's not going to benefit America. It may have benefited.
the America of today wasn't the
American
America of like
whatever.
250 years ago. You know that, right? Like we don't wear powdered wigs
I do
anymore. You know
understand
that, right?
that.
Like,
You're
do you?
helping my point.
No.
You're
Do you
supporting my
understand
point.
that? Yeah,
You're supporting
America
my
changes
point.
all the time, and guess what? We're still here. We're still alive and kicking. And I assume that in 50 years, we're still going to be alive and kicking because we're pretty
I'm
fucking
not saying
awesome.
we're going to die.
And I get
dude.
it. You're anti-American, and
I'm not going
and
to
like
say
you know what?
we're-
That's fine. Look, I am more than happy to like address like all opinions across the aisle, even the most like retarded fucking dumb fuck ones with the.
Did I say we're all going to die or something?
You know,
Why did you get
no,
so
no. You
extreme?
said that
Why are you
America.
being
You said
fatalist?
America in 50 years is going to be like completely different from America today, but I don't care about that. What I care
That's
about
the
is whether the
bottom
outcomes
line.
are
So
going to be
it's
good.
not
and you
about
haven't
benefiting
elucidated that.
America.
All you said is that America is going to be different in 50 years and that it has less white people. And you think that's bad.
Now you're getting to the point, though. My point is
You just
you
think
don't
that
care
less
about
white people is
America. The
bad.
question is, does it benefit
You just think that
America?
less-
You
well,
just
you just
agreed
think
with
that
me
less
that
white
it
people in
doesn't
America is
matter.
bad.
You just
just
agreed
think
that
less
it doesn't
white people in
matter
America
that
is
it's
bad.
benefiting America,
Yes.
Bones.
It doesn't matter whether white people are like 59%,
These two are
45%.
just
Hold on,
talking
and
over each
30%.
other. No,
is just
you're
gonna
just
be
talking over
amoral.
each other. I don't want to hear it anymore. Go ahead, Azrun. You have your hand raised so patiently.
Yeah. But from what I've noticed, the Islamic immigration in Europe ruined it actually. Like what the British underwent under the Islamic
Air
immigration
horn.
from Pakistan, they actually formed grooming gangs and they sexually assaulted many women over there. They live off of welfare. They don't integrate into the British society. It's the same thing with the other Islamic immigrants from different parts of the Middle East and North Africa and Europe. They commit a lot of crimes. They don't work properly. They live off welfare. And everyone actually, I've noticed this is kind of unfair, but they demonize whites a lot. It was actually without, like, if you look at any country that you want to live in, most of it's actually that are desirable to live in. It's created by whites and it's established by whites. The other races just go in there to live off and be like parasites over them. And
Triple
then
air
they
horn.
don't, they don't contribute anything actually. From what I've seen, that's how it's been.
Well,
Varun
first
is
of all,
absolutely based
first off-
destroying you.
Okay. Yeah. First off, like that's a strictly European problem because you would have direct land bridge connection and short distance to the areas that are predominantly like that, right? We're not going to have that problem in America because we're across the entire planet, which is why the predominant ethnic groups that are coming here are all from South America. And those are all
Latinos.
predominantly Christian. So like all of your fear mongering about Islamic people, they would have to, who knows what the hell they would have to do to get on boats and planes to come in and those kind of numbers. Like, right. Come on. Like you're just fear mongering for literally no reason. Like no
Are you
reason
that
at
out
all.
of touch with reality? That's
No, I think
crazy.
you're proving how out of touch you are. You're
Also,
completely
literally
proving how out of
happening.
touch you
It's
are.
crazy.
You have to also, you have to remember, liberalism
I'm
is
sorry you watch
creating
right-wing media all the time and it
chaos.
keeps you scared because
It's
that's how they make
creating
money.
chaos, and that's what they do.
And
They
it's just
create
making you all
chaos
dumb.
to cause problems in this country, and that is why the country is so divided. Because
No,
of
the country's so divided
created
because the right-wing
fucking
Christians are
chaos.
drawn to fascists.
And
I think the
Effigy,
fascism
not to
any day
mention-
over
wait,
here.
hold on, hold
I
the fuck
was
on. I need to
waiting
get a
for
word
that
in.
word.
Anyways, going back to this,
Fascist,
on the
there
fucking
it
grooming
is.
gangs, by the way,
Right
the
there.
grooming gangs are like localized, not like across the UK, by the way. Sorry, not for
Not true.
Hyperport, but for Asvern. Like, yes, absolutely. They're localized like a certain few localities. By the way, white people in the UK are still the predominant race doing the rapes, by the way. Just saying. And also on that, since we want to kind of like step back a little bit, I wouldn't even go as far to say that like white people are overrepresented there, because the data regarding the race of which people are raping in there is incomplete and pretty poor. Like the methodology in there is pretty poor. So not only do we have like these, okay, there's like a few localized like majority Pakistani gangs in like certain areas of the UK,
Per
which
capita.
doesn't
He doesn't
extrapolate
even
all the way to
understand
the
the
rest
per
of the
capita
hold the
issue.
fuck on, which doesn't extrapolate all the way to the rest of the UK. White people still make up the majority of the rapes, by the way. And then on top of that, all the race data is incomplete, so it's just like a really poor claim in general. So there's 3 layers of which those claims were like really poor as for, by the way.
But
Not
one
poor at
thing, if
all.
you look at if you look at the Pakistani society, a Pakistani man himself has said it's so bad that they enjoy sexually assaulting their own cousins, and to teach a woman a lesson, sexual assault by gangs is like a necessary thing to destroy her honor and to keep her under check. So this is very rampant in Pakistani society, and they're immigrating in large numbers to Britain. So they're doing they're the ones who are committing most of the crimes.
Britain is prosecuting those at a higher rate than Pakistan ever will.
So hold on, Asvaroon,
Yeah,
like
yes,
you
yes,
have an
yes.
accent. I'm
Yes.
assuming that. Do you live in
All that-
America? Are you an immigrant?
No, I live in India, but if America goes down, the whole world goes down.
So Bones, don't you think it's sort of, and Effigy, this is to both of you, isn't it kind of out of touch? You're speaking to a guy who literally lives in India.
Holy
that
fuck!
phrase
Why are we
again.
doing id poll? We're doing id poll. Holy shit! I thought you were a leftist there for a second. Do you want to like talk about like land acknowledgements too while you're at it?
You're literally
Hold on.
talking to a guy who lives in a
Here's the
different
line.
country.
Here's the Hyperborean. Here's the line for you. No one is illegal on stolen land. Can you say that real quick for me?
Wait up? You thought I was a liberal?
No,
No,
I
wait,
thought
wait.
you were a leftist. I thought you were a leftist there with that whole fucking like id poll shit. Can you say that no one is illegal on stolen land for me real quick?
I don't agree with that claim.
Okay, good. Okay, good. So all that id poll shit was kind of retarded, right?
I don't even understand what you're saying.
Id poll, identity politics. Yeah, all that was retarded, right?
No one is illegal on stolen land.
Base. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
No,
leftist
I'm
right
saying,
there.
is
Anyways,
that what you're
fucking
saying?
retard.
You're going with that?
Yeah, I'm
that
asking you
claim?
to say that. I'm asking you to say that. Yes.
He's a
Because
good
you
no,
sounded like a leftist earlier.
How did I sound like a leftist? At what point did I sound like a leftist?
Because you said we need to listen to the Indians. We need to listen to those people because he's an Indian. Like that was the id poll part.
What? Bro, India.
Dude, you're so out of touch. You don't even understand.
Yeah.
Where,
Oh my god. Yeah.
They're near
Yes. Yes. An
Pakistan,
Indian is in. Yes. An Indian from India. Clay. Good job.
Not
Good job. You
American
passed kindergarten.
Indian.
You passed
Bro,
kindergarten. You know.
think
You know
he's-
that Indians come from fucking.
He's talking about
Good
40
job.
IQ earlier. This is
Oh my
crazy.
God.
Yes. Yes. I did.
Asperun is
I did
from
say that to people with 40
India.
IQ. A Rocky guy.
Bro,
Yeah, 40
You
IQ.
have the based guy from
Yeah.
India putting you in your place, and you're like, no,
It's
man,
identity
like, but I
politics.
live in America and I'm on a
Yes.
computer. I
Yes.
swear,
What
dude, trust
identity
me.
politics.
Do you
Yes.
think he
The guy
made
from
dipshit?
across the world is what he's pointing
Just
out.
because a dipshit from India makes a really retarded point doesn't
Varun
mean
is not a
they're, like,
dipshit,
the
my guy.
specialists.
Varun is not a dipshit. Why do you gotta ad hom him when he's like the
Okay,
nicest
so
guy
hold
on the
on.
panel?
One, an insult is not an ad hom. Insult or ad homs are insults made in lay of an argument. I debunked the argument earlier, and then I'm insulting.
You didn't
him. So
debunk shit.
That whole thing was retarded.
You're in an
Good
echo
job-
chamber.
Good job
You ain't
losing on the
debunking
meta, by the
shit.
way. Good job
No.
losing on the meta. That shit was
Also-
fucking funny as fuck.
Night.
Really
So
quick,
thank you for the
I-
land
I-
acknowledgement as well, you left.
Bones, you
Hold
said
on, really quick.
I-
Listen.
okay.
I'll say I love Asvern. I love when Asvern comes on, but no offense to Asvern, I'm not going to take any comment from a society that has a caste system and tell me how to handle diversity. I'm just not. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not a source of strength. Look at the way our nation is. It's in a mess because of diversity.
Yeah, and
It's-
America,
it's-
due to its diversity, is the most prosperous country in the world.
Yeah, but whom are you going to appease?
Right?
No, but whom
Fancy
are you
that.
going to? Yeah, but whom are you going
Fancy
to? But whom are you going to appease at the end of the day? Like, if you appease one group, the other group will also want claim benefits, and at the end of the day, whom will you have? Where
And
you
guess
get
what?
the
They
money
have to assimilate with the rest of society like the rest of the
Right, we
immigrants
have
that came
systems
before
for
them.
that.
But they don't do that, right? I told you. I just
they do.
pointed
They
out.
overwhelmingly do. It's
We have a
so
really
borne
big
out of the
fucking
data
country.
that
then
several
why did
generations
Hillary-
of migrants
Yeah, but why did
increased
Hillary
their crime
Clinton-
rate
Yeah, but
respective to
Hillary
the
Clinton-
first generation
Hillary-
because they're
Hillary-
assimilating.
yeah,
That's
but
how
Hillary
crazy
Cl-
it is. That is
yeah,
how
but Hillary-
insanely they fucking
Yeah.
assimilate, by the way.
Yeah,
that is
but
how,
Hillary
that is how
Clinton
they
moved to Chappaqua, New York. That's
It
the
is the
most
reason why we have
white
fucking
area.
Tex-Mex. It's the reason why we have
No, but-
Cuban food in
but
fucking
Hillary-
Florida.
yeah,
It's the reason
yeah,
why all these
Hillary
cultures
Clinton-
fucking meld together. It's why hip hop and fucking Spanish music meld together so well. It's because
They
it's a
don't
melting pot.
actually. They don't.
It's all a
in
melting
prison
pot.
when they
All of that
no,
is
no, no.
assimilation,
In
by the way.
in prison
All
when
of
they're
those are
forced to
instances
when
of
they're when they're forced to integrate, they become very violent. In prison, it's very tribal. Actually, I've seen how it is, and at the same time,
Oh,
Hillary
this
Clinton
is not
was
borne
a
out in the
yeah.
data. This is not
No,
borne
no,
out in the data. in the
Hillary
United
Clinton.
States.
Then why
I'm
did
so sorry,
she?
Esperin. I'm
No,
so
no, no.
sorry.
Yeah,
You're
but
gonna
Hillary
need
Clinton.
a fucking side. You're gonna so cite your fucking
Yeah.
evidence. Go for it.
No,
You
but
made
but
the
not
you
that.
made the positive claim that when people are told to fucking assimilate, that they become very violent. So where does this happen in the U.S.? Where does
Yeah,
this
I mean,
happen?
then
Where's
why
the
are-
data on this?
Then
Where's
why,
the data on this? Because the
why,
data says that
why do we
immigrants have a
have Black
lower
Lives
crime rate.
Matter? No, but why do we have Black Lives Matter? And on top of
Okay,
that,
so-
in
oh my
California, actually, I follow Jared Taylor
Oh, this is
on what
hilarious.
he says. Yeah, he's not hilarious, man. It's like it's really true. Actually, I see how diversity has ruined my country. In your country, the same thing is going to happen too. If you keep
Which is why
importing
America's the
people
most
from all over.
prosperous nation. Yeah, yeah, it's so
prosperous
ruined by the
because
prosperity.
it is
Yeah,
prosperous because whites built it actually like that, and the other people are leeching off of on
funny.
what they
That's
do.
really funny. But which
It's
just
not
white
funny.
people?
It's
Just white
true.
people build it. Just
Yeah,
white
they
people. Yeah,
did.
what's the
Yeah,
evidence that just white people built it? By the way.
before whites came in over here, the tribals over here, the Native American tribals, they were
so it
fighting
had
for
nothing
each
to do
other.
with anything
They're
else.
fighting.
It's just white people.
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah, they built it actually.
Yeah, what's the evidence of
then look at it with your own eyes.
Yeah, guess what? Guess what white people also had to do? They had to subjugate other people. They literally
But
subjugated other
subjugating of
people
other-
in our
the
own fucking
subjugating-
country and prevented
the
other
subjugation-
people
yeah,
from
but
most
subjugation of
of our
other
history, by the way.
people-
So to give you a
subjugation of
history
other
lesson in the United
people-
States, since you're fucking
people of
retarded
other
on that
races have
too,
been
we
doing
had to
the people.
we subjected
but-
the fucking Native Americans to genocide. We fucking
Native Americans were
enslaved and
committing
then
genocide against
segregated
each
black
other
people
before the
for
whites came.
several fucking generations, and those people are
Yeah,
just now getting
Native
out of the fucking
Americans
rut
were
for the
committing
next few
genocide against
generations.
each other
The
before
Native
the whites
Americans are
came.
still
And
recovering from that.
Africans were
They have
killing
fucking
each other
lost
before the whites came.
95% of their fucking
So
land,
if you
by the
look
way.
at the whole
And now they are
world,
also
each
just
race has
recovering from
actually
this.
had its
The
own
fucking
struggle that
the
way.
fucking
And for
Latinos that we
everything,
had
if
to
you
fucking
say
do,
it's
the
whites,
Asians that we
it
fucking
makes no
fucked over,
sense.
the fucking
See,
Chinese
yeah,
specifically in California
the
that we
Chinese,
forced to fucking
no, the
build
Chinese
the
were
fucking
destroyed a lot by
railroads,
the
by the way.
Mongols, and
The
they've
people that
actually
we
been
fucking
destroyed
had
by
build the
each other
fucking
as well.
railroads,
And the
that
Japanese
we
actually
put in
committed, yeah, the
internment camps,
Japanese
by the way.
committed
Yeah,
more.
you fucking
No,
retard.
yeah,
You don't know any of this.
I'm
You don't
not
know any of
retarded,
this, by the
man.
way.
I'm just
You don't know
telling you
any
the
of this.
truth.
We
The
fucking subjugated the white people.
No,
Subjugated
it's
all these
the
people to some degree,
the
and that's
Japanese
why
committed
they
more
got to claim most
atrocities
of
on
the titles.
Chinese than the
Because
whites.
if
The
people were left
Japanese
to their own
committed more
devices and we actually properly
atrocities
fucking
than the
integrated these
whites
people
did,
instead of enslaving
and they
them, by the
did
way,
horribly.
then guess
They did
what?
horrible things
And
to the
guess
Chinese
fucking
actually.
what? And we'd see more of these people thrive in
without
America
the
like we
whites
see today.
actually,
Because
you
guess
wouldn't
what?
have the
Asian
United
Americans are some of the
Nations,
most
and
prosperous
without
people
the
in
United
fucking America
Nations, you
today.
actually,
They have some of the highest education. Women have higher
without
educational
the
attainment
United
than fucking
Nations,
men,
the,
too, by
it
the
would
way.
be like
And
the
women
Wild
were
Wild
second
West.
class citizens prior to
Yeah,
this
with
too.
women,
So
again,
if you want
women
to keep
rights
going
were
on
created.
about this, by the
Yeah,
way,
yeah,
guess
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Diversity
Yeah,
is in fact our fucking strength, and it's
No,
borne out in
it is
every
not a
single
it is not
fucking
a
metric
strength.
because
See,
we're the
because
most
over here,
prosperous fucking
women
country
getting
in
the
the world.
rights is because of whites.
Every other fucking
Not
country
invading another land because
slathers our fucking
but
dick.
not invading another
Every other
person's
country
land.
slathers on our
No.
fucking dick just to get into our fucking markets.
No,
we are a
dude,
fucking
no.
service
It just
economy that
looks- see,
exports
not
all
invading
this
another
fucking wealth
country
to other
is
parts
again
of the world.
because of
And we're a
whites.
fucking global
They created the
military
United
power,
Nations.
too. We fucking
because it's
destroy
because of
other
whites
fucking
only.
nations.
Yeah, because
We're-
of whites.
No, not because
you're
it's whites
you
only.
know, it's
Not
yeah,
because it's
because of
whites only,
whites.
by the way.
You have
Not
a powerful
because it's
country
whites
actually.
only, by the way.
Then why
Not
isn't
because it's
Zimbabwe
whites
so
only, by the
powerful?
way. Which is
Zimbabwe
why
has a
we're
majority
still
black
prosperous, which is
population.
why we're still
Yeah,
growing.
most
with
of the
a
African
diverse
countries
nation,
are
by the way,
poor.
you fucking retard. Go back.
I'm not
go back
retarded
to your
over here, man. I'm
backwards
telling
ass
you the
caste
truth.
system.
Most
Go
of-
back to your
yeah.
backwards ass caste system.
What
and
backward
instead
ass system?
dismantle that. And guess
No,
what?
what
Guess what'll happen?
dismantle?
If you
What,
dismantle
man?
that
I'm
caste
telling you the
system,
truth
you,
over here.
India,
See,
will
blacks.
begin to see vast
What?
improvement
what
to
improvement,
everything,
dude? I've
from the
seen everything.
infrastructure to
I've
the,
seen
like,
actually,
equality,
and
to
then
the
in
fucking educational
Africa,
attainment
if you
of the
see, look
people in
at
the
the
lower
race,
castes,
they've
to the
done very
fucking
badly
wealth
after
of
kicking
every
out the
other
whites.
person, which
Yeah,
is why
look at
people in the
Zimbabwe. They
lower
kicked out
castes
all
in
the
India
whites.
fare
It
way
went down the
better in
drain.
America, by
In
the
South
way.
Africa, they
fare
subjugated
way
the
better
whites
in
to a
America,
bad
by the way,
condition. It went
especially
down
with
the
the
drain.
education that they get in
Then
America,
in
especially with the higher
Ivory
education that they
Coast,
get,
they
by the
kicked
way.
out all the whites. It
Especially
went
with
down the
that. So
drain.
if you want,
Then
you
in
continue to say
Uganda, they
that
kicked
the
out all the
diversity
Indians.
is our
It went
fucking
down
strength,
the
you
drain.
can go
Yeah,
live your fucking dipshit enclave. Go fucking find a pot in the middle of fucking nowhere and live out your fucking dream.
What
And live out your
live
dream.
off, man? I'm telling you, it's a
Yes,
source of
live out
it's
your
a source of
fucking
constant
dream.
tension.
Live it out.
What
Go live in a
what-
homogenous society. Because guess what? Even in homogenous societies, there's still going to be conflicts too. Because just
Not
discriminating
like
against
like
people
a
by race
heterogeneous
doesn't
society.
solve all your problems. It is
No,
guess what?
a
Racism,
heterogeneous society is
employing
always going to
racism
have
as policy
lots
doesn't
and
solve
lots
your
of
problems. It only
problems.
makes them worse.
The Japanese committed more atrocities than whites did on the
Yes.
Chinese.
Yeah.
And
The
you're saying
Japanese
that whites did
nation
this.
committed
whites-
atrocities, which is
Yeah,
then
they
why
did.
we decided to put in internment camps our fucking Japanese American
Yeah,
citizens. and
that
people
was a right
and
thing to do,
Japanese
actually, by
nationals,
then.
which by the way fucking immoral as fuck. By the way,
Are
It's
you
not immoral.
boys done?
yes, it is absolutely.
Are you boys done?
I'm more than happy to do this all night. I still have coffee.
Because nobody heard a fucking word either of you said. Just so you know, nobody heard either of you.
Cool.
So that was a
That's
waste.
fine.
of
Hey,
both
Bones,
of your
you-
breaths.
Bones, you said the integration between Spanish music. Didn't you say that?
Yes. I think that yes, Spanish music and hip hop, absolutely. That is an instance of like assimilation of culture.
Hold on.
As an instance of
Hey,
assimilation.
Bones, do you remember the Super Bowl? What the fuck happened at the Super Bowl with
That
Bad
was
Bunny and
amazing.
his
That
dumbass
shit was
shit?
fucking amazing, by the way.
What happened?
That shit was amazing, by the way. Way
Yeah, a lot
better
of
than
people
the
liked it.
pre-recorded fucking trash heap. That was the Kid Rock fucking halftime show, by the way.
Everyone says,
and they still couldn't even get the production value up, by the way, too, on that, by the way.
Oh, but
And,
do you know how many people clicked off of it?
Yeah, Kid Rock is some fucking geriatric motherfucker who's like desperately trying to remain relevant amongst the boomers. When you could just like sit down and listen to some nice Bad Bunny, man. Fucking dance, man. Like,
Oh,
fucking-
Taylor Swift, that's another fucking cum guzzling fucking trench slut.
Whoa. Who?
Taylor was never country.
Varun shit on Bones, by the way. I'm out of here, y'all.
Bye.
Yes,
Take it easy, man.
fucking
This is
Nazis that I
exactly
lost. That's
how
hilarious.
like shitty they are. That they just
What
cannot
Nazi?
even
I mean-
handle hearing a person
No,
sing
no,
in Spanish.
yeah, hostile
They just can't
Hyperborean.
take
Yeah,
it.
no, he's definitely.
It's just too much
What,
to
clown
lose their
music?
shit over it.
Come up, boom, 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 boom. That's
That's
clown.
hilarious.
That's
And why do I? And if you want to talk about fucking Spanish music,
you hear at the fucking circus. Boom, 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 boom.
if you want to hear about Spanish music, why in my area I have to have 30 fucking radio stations that play fucking Spanish music?
Yeah, you have a lot of
Spanish around
Cuban
here.
Americans. You
Why?
don't fucking- There's a lot of
Because
Cuban
people want to
Americans.
listen to it, and they live in America.
No, we just don't want to hear the circus. Because
There's a demand for it because there's a lot of Cubans in America who like Spanish music. Yeah,
No,
good job.
it's
Good job,
called
buddy.
circus.
I'm so glad that you don't understand like your own fucking
So, you know,
demographics
boom,
because you don't
boom,
step
boom,
outside
boom,
the city.
boom, boom, boom,
Yeah, good job.
boom, 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 boom. That's what they call Spanish music. Boom, 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 boom. It's also called circus.
That like
any
maybe
number
like
of genres where people are
It's
simply
literally
speaking
that,
in
bro.
Spanish.
I don't know.
Why do I need to see some burrito selling
outside of like what? Fucking,
Why do I need to see some
Clay, hold on, wait,
burrito selling bitch out of a cooler on the side of the road?
Doxy,
Fucking
okay, like
childish
this
ass
is a- this is
xenophobia,
like
man.
forced
It's
So I
back
do know
in the
Spanish
in the
music,
2000s.
All
Not even like the
all
good
right,
shit
all
from, like,
right,
the
all right,
90s
all
either.
right. B
Like,
Sharp sent this right before the speed date. I apologize, B Sharp. I forgot to say it. We didn't steal land, we colonized it. Also, why do illegal immigrants want us to conform to them, but they can't learn basic English? Any thoughts?
They obviously do
yeah,
conform
yeah,
to our culture,
because they want-
especially when they like take a test to prove that they're like.
Are you
they've
going to let
learned
everybody
about,
else talk, Boots of Doom?
Oh, shut the fuck up.
yeah,
Stan.
yeah. So like,
You
when
shut the
immigrants
fuck up, you
take a test,
unintelligent
they're
fucking
supposed to
animated
test that.
effigy.
That's not them integrating. Like, a lot of them overwhelmingly learn English. Kids learn English.
Asrun, do you have any thoughts, sir, since you have your hand raised to the
Yeah.
super chat?
the thing is, before the whites came, and everyone blames the whites for a lot of things, but the native Indians were slaughtering each other for land, and they were actually abducting each other's women, and they were doing committing a lot of atrocities to each other.
Makes us doing that even more moral. Yeah, you're right. It's so true.
So it's not the whites' fault. The whole world was like this.
Oh no, I'm just saying that the people who colonized America, it is their fault specifically. Since they happen to be predominantly white, obviously as a shorthand, I'm going to use white.
Asrun, would you like to continue what you were saying, sir, before you were so rudely interrupted?
Yeah. So I just wanted to say, even when the Aztecs were ruling Mexico, they were brutally killing their own people. They were ripping their hearts out and sacrificing it to their gods. The Europeans came and stopped it, actually. So, see, I'm not saying that
we stopped it by like fucking up the population.
1 minute.
For fuck's sake! You know, the other night when you were debating, you did so great at not interrupting people. I don't know what fire lit up your asshole tonight, but chill out and let people talk.
No, just like,
go ahead.
Just like whenever we're started talking points, that's it.
Yeah,
it's
but the thing,
though, it's okay. If it's so retarded, you should have no issue waiting until he's done, just to show him with an argument why he's retarded. We can't hear the retardation if you don't let us. Go ahead, Asfaru. I'm sorry, Al.
After the Second World War, they created the United Nations to see to it that, respecting another person's sovereign rights, not invading another person's territory. Those rules were actually made by the whites. See, the thing is actually, if you look at it, the whole world was in a mess. At least some order, some kind of decent order was brought to it by the whites, actually. Like, without that, again, it would be like the way it was before the 19th century. Like, each nation goes for itself, lives for itself, and they can do whatever they want. They can annex another person's territory. They can have colonies and things like that. It's true that the Europeans had colonies and they did do some mistakes. I'm not saying that they're totally godlike, but compared to the others, they at least were more civil in this sense. Look, if the Europeans wouldn't come to Mexico, we would still have the Aztecs committing human sacrifices, ripping people's hearts out and offering it to the gods. Or America wouldn't be a developed country, the most developed country it is today, without the whites. So in any country that you want to really live in, which is desirable, has been built by the whites. And I've noticed people from other parts of the world, they couldn't do it with their societies. They migrate in large numbers to these societies and they live off of them like parasites. Why can't they do it in their own countries? And then they say that no, you were racist towards us, and they create this problem of racism, and they blame the whites for every problem that's ever occurred to them, even before colonization. All the problems that ever occurred to anyone in the whole world has been blamed on the whites, and these people can't build a decent society of their own. They kicked out the whites in Zimbabwe, saying that they were racist. Zimbabwe, from being a breadbasket, it went into a nation of famine, and they're begging the whites to come back. The same thing happened in South Africa, and it's a very bad country right now. They kicked out all the French from Ivory Coast, and it lost its economic potential. It was known as the Japan of Africa once upon a time. And then Uganda, they kicked out all the Indians. Idi Amin got a dream from Allah in his dream. Allah told him that you should kick out all the Indians. He kicked out all the Indians, and Yaure Musavi had to go back to England and ask the Indians who had immigrated to England to come back. Actually, you see this pattern every time. From my own observation, anything that a non-white person touches, most of the time they tend to destroy. Actually, look at my country, like the way it is. There's no order, there's no nothing. Actually, it's so diverse. If you appease one caste, the other caste will claim minority status, or they'll try to claim backward community status to get reservation into government institutions or to government jobs, and they do a very poor job. Actually, it's not based on merit only. Everything is based on caste. So if the US keeps getting diverse more and more, all these kinds of merit-based systems will get wiped out. It will only be appeasing the groups, actually, to get votes in the election, and the politician will just live off making some money, and the rest of you will suffer, actually. It's a cautionary tale,
respond
to
to
be
all that
honest.
babble? Oh, never mind. He's still gone. Yeah, so I'm going to respond to all the babble. So this is why, Sarah, I interrupted him, because he went on like 20 different points, and now I, as the person trying to contest this, have to respond to all of them. So when I interrupt, so when,
Don't
well,
act
hold on,
like
hold on,
you
no,
don't
no.
do that too.
Yes, absolutely, I do that too, which is why when people interrupt me, that's fine. Like that's fine. Like even in the moment, if I don't like it, I get it. I get it. So shut the fuck up. So shut the fuck up. So shut the fuck up. Anyways, yeah. Now that I have to respond to all 20 of those points. So guess what? The white people that were colonizing the Americas, as well as enslaving people in the Americas as well, they were doing that as well as also facilitating the slave trade across Africa, the South America, North America. They were doing that as well. Insofar as like they were protecting that, the slave owners, especially those in the Confederate States, were saying that slavery was like a God-given right, that it was enshrined for them. They were trying to like moralize it to say that it was like positive because all these people are like uncivilized. By the way, we're the civilized people, and yet we're doing like mass enslaving specifically to like fill up our coffers and specifically like feel a little bit better than other people. But you know. As for you can just neglect all that, by the way, for your very oversimplified thing. Not to mention the fact that we like had a lot of the Spaniards, fucking Portuguese, English. We all fucking conquered the fuck out of South America, North America, France included in that. A lot of people fucking died, genocided a bunch of people. I believe like out of like that, like there was like what 10,000 tribes, and now we're down to like less than 1,000 now, something like that. Like literally wiped out like several like thousands of tribes, as opposed to they were just kind of like fighting each other over like war and shit. They were like genociding each other on that end. Not to mention, what else? What else did you mention? Oh yeah, the diversity thing. So yeah, the reason why diversity works in America and why we've increased the amount of rights that our minorities get over time is because we see the wrongs that were done in the past, and over time those wrongs have been righted. Through our government and through the acknowledgement that certain people actually do deserve rights, and that people's opinions necessarily change over time through that. And that's what made diversity even better, because when these people weren't second-class citizens and were actually able to participate in society, guess what? They participated in society and made us way better, which again is why we're the most fucking prosperous nation in the world, and why India, which is still highly segregated, by the way, which is still, you mentioned it yourself, the caste systems are still fucking at war with each other, which is why India is not doing all that great still.
We're insolvent as a nation. The Treasury came out and said so. We're fucking $250 trillion in debt. So
or $250 trillion in debt? That's crazy. Where did you find that figure?
From the Treasury, dumb shit.
$250 trillion.
I said at the beginning, if you would take the fucking shit out of your ears, you could hear other people.
So the actual national gross debt is actually 39 trillion, not 250 trillion. Good job.
I'm gonna let you in.
W right there. Also, like,
I was trying to
as to whether the country's failing, Balderson. So W right there, you fucking messed up your own point right there, and it just doesn't even matter.
Yeah, the 200 trillion out. It's already owed.
So the Treasury says that we are in debt 250 trillion.
Yes, and we only have like 40.
That's bullshit. That's okay.
Like
pull up where they say that. Pull up where they say that, because I'm only seeing 39 trillion.
Well, go ahead and
in debt to who? Who are we in debt to?
Just put out.
While Balderson looks that up, Clay, what you got?
Okay, so I want to respond to a little bit of what Azrael said, a little bit of what Bone said, and the super chat all together. Kind of to the point that Azvaroon was making about the Aztecs a little bit, and it kind of feeds into the super chat a little bit, and maybe Bones, in my opinion, doesn't understand this. So the Aztecs, the Incans, a lot of the tribes, they didn't speak English, but they also didn't speak Spanish, right? What happened was that the Spaniards came over to a lot of these territories, and they would actually have translators. So there was a lot of translations that was happening. So specifically, when we're looking at this super chat, we're looking at something of a point of, when the Spaniards got here, they actually had to either have a translator or learn the language. Now, a lot of the translators came from those tribes, like the Aztecs had literally one particular translator, which did a great job for that. If I remember correctly, Cortez married that translator. What occurred was the Spaniards originally were assimilating. Now, there was actually some fuckery behind that, and I understand that, but they were assimilating, whether it was for a vicious purpose or not, that's another thing, but they were assimilating with that particular tribe. And it wasn't the Spaniards that really wiped them out. It was actually disease. The same thing with the Incan Empire. The same thing with many Native American cultures. It was actually disease.
Which they utilized specifically to help wipe them out.
You
Yes.
shut the fuck up, retard! It was actually the diseases that did the most of the damage,
Which we
right?
inflicted
And
upon them.
Because, bro, can you shut
Let
the
him
fuck up
talk.
instead of being a retard for like, I don't know, half the time that I'm speaking at least? Because it might take actually a couple of minutes because there was a lot fucking said. A lot of people don't realize that the ancient cultures, they used to war a lot, but disease wiped a lot of shit out. People blame a lot of death and destruction on the fighting. Yeah, there was a lot of fighting, but the disease killed a lot. So if you want to blame something, blame the disease. It was just a mixing of culture.
So
Hey,
during
shut the
Pontiac's
fuck
War,
up, I'm
did
not
Jeffrey
telling you,
Amherst or Henry
retard.
Bouquet
You're
not
being a
mention this
retard,
at all, that they
now
were
stop
using
being a
diseases to
fucking
wipe out the
retard.
native population?
Retard. Liberal
Like,
fucking
are we just going
retard
to forget
with nothing
that?
to say. Yes, we get
This is
it.
why I said that you
You're
people
a
don't know anything
moron.
about history
Yes,
there,
well,
because
go
otherwise
look
you would
at
have
the
just
upside
conceded
down
this
clock and
point.
tell me what time it is.
You would have conceded this before you ever
Go
said
look
it.
at the upside down clock and tell me what time
The
it is. Okay?
Jesuits did all that.
Aztecs.
True, you're right, Rocky, you're right.
Right?
Good job.
Just
Yeah,
like as Varun was saying, what they used to do was they used to do human sacrificing. They used to do that just like the Western cultures used to do before Christianity came along. A lot of people like to blame Christianity for what the horrific things in the past, but these human sacrifices that used to go on in the past used to happen from cultures outside of Christianity. When Christianity came along, the idea that there was one human to be sacrificed, and that's it. No more human sacrifices. No more sacrifices at all. So stop blaming the Christians for your fucked up problems. The Aztecs didn't speak Spanish. The Incans didn't speak Spanish. What happened is that the Spaniards, by the way, who were apparently not white because the Mexicans are all Spanish and all the Ecuadorians and the fucking Guatemalans and the Brazilians, they're all Spanish now, apparently. For some reason,
Spanish
everybody
are
believes they're
historically
fucking
considered
Spanish.
white.
They're not
But, yeah.
fucking Spanish. They're ancient cultures, okay? And I love culture. I love every fucking human being on this fucking planet. But when you call them Spanish, you're being a fucking retard. And yes, when you come to this fucking country, you need to learn English because
people
all of the
from
road
Spain
signs.
aren't
Hey,
Spanish,
shut
word.
the fuck up, retard.
Gotcha.
Shut the fuck up, retard. All of the road signs, guess what language they're in? English. They're not in Spanish. Yeah, there's some that are translated into Spanish on bottom, but they're all in English. If you can't read
So
the
English is a
signs,
lingua
you're a
franca?
fucking
No way.
retard.
No way.
Bones, you're a retard. You've been a
Wait,
retard
English
since you were
is the-
born. You're still a
is the
retard.
global
All
lingua
of the
franca?
signs. Bro,
Wait.
let me ask you this.
English is the
What-
global
let me
lingua
ask you
franca? I
this.
wonder
Oh,
why.
Now that I'm done,
Like,
what language did
I
the
haven't the
Aztecs-
foggiest
what
of how
language
that
did
could
the
ever be the
Incans
case.
speak?
I just
What language
I
do
just
the
don't know.
Incans speak?
I just
What
really
language
don't
do
know.
the Aztecs
Could it be
speak?
that like
What language
first
do
like
the
the British
tribes
Empire
speak?
got pretty
Is it
big, and then
Spanish?
in
Is it
particular
Incan?
the
Is
United
it
States Empire got
Aztecian?
pretty
Is it English?
big.
No,
And
it's
we
none of
kind of
the
spread our
above,
influence
because they had their
globally, you
own
know, with
word
a lot of
for
the
that
Marshall
fucking thing.
Plan, with the
So what
fact
you
that a
wanna
lot
do
of our
is sort it
interventions
out.
in
Stop being a
in South
retard the
America
whole
as well.
fucking
Oh
way.
no, like
They're not
can't be into
Spanish,
that.
Bones.
You can't be into
They're
that,
not
guys.
fucking
You can't be into
Spanish.
that.
They're not Spanish.
Okay, so tracking
They're
our
not
This whole night has
understanding,
been
the
a
people
night
coming
of
from
fucking
Spain were
flexes
Spanish.
that
Good
none of you have
job.
earned.
Hispanic is just
Those
referring to
tribes,
anyone in
they're
Southern
not
America.
fucking Spanish. Stop calling them Spaniards.
The people, so the people from Spain aren't Spaniards. Is that your take?
I'm
here?
telling you that the people that live in the present day Brazil, Mexico, Ecuador, Cuba, all those South American and
So-
Central American countries, they're not fucking Spanish.
No
they speak
way.
a language that is
What?
Spanish,
Inca.
but it's
Oh my
not
God.
Spaniard.
No way.
They're not
Inca.
Spanish. They're
Effigy,
Brazilian.
effigy.
They're
Wait,
Ecuadorian. They're
The people
Mexican.
in
They're
Mexico
Cuban.
aren't
Stop calling them
Spanish? They're
Spanish.
Mexican.
They're not fucking Spanish.
No way.
Is that the theme
No.
for tonight? Everyone's just fucking shadowboxing things that no one ever said. Yes, all those people are
Sacrifice.
Hispanic. They're not Spanish. We get that. No one ever contested that, Clay. You
Apparently, I
fucking
gotta
idiot.
tell you this too. Apparently,
The
I gotta tell
Aztec
you this.
used to cut
Holy
the
shit,
head
dude.
off of
That's crazy.
people.
Every
Thank you,
Sacrifice.
Rocky. Thank you, Rocky, for the
is
history
in
lesson.
English,
can we let
so learn
Clay
the
finish
fucking
spurting that?
language. Because if you can't read the fucking sign, you can't drive on our fucking highways. It's
So
really
Clay,
that
when
fucking
did I ever claim that everyone in
can't read
South
the
America was
fucking
Spanish?
language, so
when
you can't drive.
Clay,
I'm
when did I
sorry.
claim that
It's what
everyone
it
in
is.
South America was
You can't read
Spanish?
the language.
Bones, let me ask you a question.
We're not Spanish. We're
I
not
don't think.
English.
Yeah,
We're
wait, hold
Americans,
on.
but we speak
Clay needs to
English.
stop talking
So
so
you
you can
have
ask
to
me
be
that
able to
question.
read the signs. You have to be able to read the law. You can't
He's
just
still
have
going.
everything translated for you your whole entire life.
If only the
What's gonna
signs were
happen
in easy to remember
same thing that happened
shapes.
in the Aztec
If only.
Empire, and everybody went to war in the end.
If only
because
there were
nothing
like
could be
colors too,
translated.
to like some of the
Nothing
lights
could
too, right? Right. If only
translated.
those were. If
Nothing
only those were like
could be
universal too. If
translated.
only.
You get
If
it?
only.
Nothing could
If only
be
like a stop sign were like a very
translated in that
distinct shape with
particular
like a color
empire.
that like everyone recognizes.
Nothing could be translated.
Maybe we can
in
make
that
it like an
particular
octagon or
empire
something.
till
Can
one
we
person
workshop
came
this?
along
Maybe like a
and said, "Hey, I
septagon
gotta
would be
be
pretty
able to
cool
learn
too.
the other
Can we
language."
turn can we make all
Other
stop
la-
signs septagons? Or like maybe
That makes
nonagons.
sense.
Let's
Does
make it like
make
an
sense?
odd
You
number of
learn
signs just to be like
something
quirky.
else instead of
Why
just
not do
believing ridiculous bullshit all your life. Maybe you should learn something, Bones.
So maybe Clay,
Like,
if
I
you
don't
like
know,
stopped shadowboxing, you'd
English
actually be able to
words
address
have
any of my
meaning.
points. Which is
Just
why
like Spanish words
I
have
just like
meaning.
ignored
English
everything you
words
said
have
because
meaning.
you
We
couldn't make a
use
single
English
rebuttal, by the
language
way.
on the road
None of that was
sign.
your
The
fucking
road
like
sign.
your
You
rebuttal
know how to
about the
drive,
fucking
Bones?
diseases that got fucking
Do you know
wiped
how to
out,
drive,
by the way.
Bones?
That got
Bones,
fucking
do you know how to
eradicated
drive?
just like smallpox did
Bones, do you know
before
how to
fucking
drive?
Maha got in
Bones, do
and
you know how to
fucking like
drive?
wrecked our fucking
Bones,
men.
do you know how to
Yes,
drive?
yes, I know how to
This is-
drive.
this is
Yes,
so
I know. I
stupid.
drive to your mother's
Let's
house
go
every
to
night,
drive.
and I
People
make
have
sweet
work.
love to your mother.
Let's
Okay,
go down the
that's
logic
that's how
train.
well I can
Would it
drive.
be
Okay, I make you
beneficial for
fucking
you to be able
trek
to
out
read
from
those road
all the way to
signs that are
Florida
on
for
the
that.
fucking road that
Yeah,
indicate what the
manifest
law is?
destiny. We had to kill all them.
This is dumb,
Indians.
Clay. People get work permits and drive their
Oh,
fucking freight
I
trailers
didn't know
into
his
U.S.
name-
all the
his name
time.
was Bones now.
And
Apparently
by the way,
his
the
name is
requirements are
Bones
just
now,
to like
but
be
we didn't
functionally
need
literate
any
enough
more.
to be
I
able to
wanted
do
to
this.
listen to original Bones.
And not to mention the universal signs, you know, like all of that being like standardized globally, that also
Every
helps people
single road
understand the
sign,
road.
every-
Also the fact that we have GPS
Most-
now and that can be
most of the
localized to like a
businesses,
specific language
it's all
in case you don't understand the native
read the
language. But you
wrapper on
know,
your local
that's also like
TV
really
bar,
hard for you to understand because you're just a dumb fuck First Amendment auditor retard
you
who
read
doesn't
the
know anything about the
ingredients,
Constitution,
wouldn't it be
who doesn't know anything about the government, who doesn't know shit about anything else, doesn't know about history, doesn't know about
Can you read the
anything.
wrapper? Would it be beneficial
Literally
for you?
literally
if you
fucking
knew what the
retarded.
words meant?
Literally, you just like you ought
Would it be
probably like
beneficial?
take a long walk
Let's
off
go
the
down
trail.
the logic train. Since you're so fucking
You
stuck
don't know
on being
anything
a
about logic.
retard,
We
let's go
demonstrated
down
that
the
like a
logic
month and a
train.
half ago
I'm
when
gonna-
you tried to
I'm
do
gonna-
the
have
syllogism.
apps
You
that
fucking
will
failed the
translate
map
it
on
for
that.
you.
I don't know why you'd ever want to go to logic when you fail at logic too.
What? Bro, you're just saying
You don't
words
know
and
logic
words,
either.
but
Yes,
you obviously
I'm
don't
going
know
into
it.
the meta now because you got
Obviously
blown
you
out on
don't
the
know it.
substance.
So I'm
You
gonna go
got
ahead
blown
and
out on
move
being
on,
steamrolled, and
because
now
you're
I'm
a
gonna blow you out on the meta
You're a
again
retard,
because you don't know the
Bones,
you don't know
you're a
logic, you don't know
retard.
history,
You're
you
a
don't know the
retard.
fucking anything.
You
You don't know
realize
anything about the
you're
government. You don't know
right.
anything about the First Amendment, the Second, Third, Fourth, Fifth, Sixth, Seventh, Eighth, Ninth, and Tenth. You don't know anything about that. You don't know any other amendment in the Constitution either. Like, what else do you not know? What do you actually? The shorter list would be, what do you know? What do you know?
Logic. I know logic.
Yeah, I grant that I'm talking to a screen.
Yeah, okay. So
Sorry,
if
yeah.
you want to have a conversation with a human being, I'm here.
Clay, you've been shadowboxing people the entire night. I don't know why you say that like everyone you're
Oh,
open
really?
to like
Oh,
talk to
really?
people when
Where-
all you do
where's
is
the
fucking
claim that
stare at a
I-
brick wall and you
where's
argue
the
with
claim that I was wrong
straw
on?
men.
Where's the claim that I was wrong?
You were
Okay,
just
so in
arguing a point
particular,
that
wait,
no one
hold on.
made.
In particular, wait, FG, hold on. So in particular, you said that I thought that every person in South America was Spanish. No,
No, I
I
didn't.
said that
I
the
didn't say that.
Spaniards were Spanish.
I didn't
yes,
say that
yes,
you
because you went on a
personally-
diatribe.
Oh.
Because you went on a
I didn't
diatribe
say that,
after
no.
about how
No,
people
I
from
didn't say
Brazil,
that.
Mexico, Chile,
You know what's
fucking
funny is that
Ecuador,
you
all of
make
those
me
people
think
that
I
they're not
say
Spanish.
something
They're their own
and I
fucking
didn't say
people.
it. Bro,
That's
you
what
got
you went down down, by the way.
because I was
That's what you did.
pointing out-
That is what
I
you
was
did, by the way.
pointing it
Which means that you
out
didn't
some
track the
people
fucking
are
argument, which
retarded,
means you're really bad at
don't
tracking, which means you're bad at
understand
logic, which
that.
means you
You
just don't have any
got
good
butthurt.
reasoning skills,
You got
which is why
butthurt.
you're
And you
getting your
really
ass
knew
bent
that
over and
because
fucked,
during
just
that
like the fucking
category,
natives got
you
by
got
all the
butthurt.
fucking white people.
That's what happened. You believed it because you believed it was
Tomato, fierce and red, juicy curves, fire ahead.
This message is sponsored in part by.
Stop getting gay.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed, children. I'm so disappointed, children. I bring you the scary man.
Yes, Rocky.
He was right about everything. my brother. He was right. You didn't know. He was talking the Aztec, but let me tell you, y'all just aren't ready for the truth of the
Bones thought I was
universe.
talking about him.
Yeah, y'all don't know. Rocky knows. You should have listened to your elders. He's telling you the facts, my brother. Q is here to preach to you about the secrets of the Enlightenment.
Latin.
Yes.
Q,
I'm
can
so
you
glad
please
that we
take
have
us
Q
back
on.
into the abyss? Because this is
Yeah.
fucking retarded now.
Yes, it's listen,
Latin.
I understand that Spin may not like
And doesn't get to call things retarded.
but you should embrace a tiny hat and marry an immigrant. He'll be all right.
Says the man that won't show his real fucking face. Shut the fuck up, you fucking,
I think you're smart. Everyone using retard and trying to take a Mensa Norway.
Wait. Spin. You really don't know who that is?
Listen to the voice.
Oh no, I was talking to Effigy. I know exactly who that is.
It's definitely Effigy, that's right.
True.
It was me the whole time.
It's Effigy.
Child effigies.
For the record, I've already DM'd the person who I know that this is. I'm not going to reveal it for the sake of letting Sin City figure it out.
The Jewish lords of God and sin, just like all the ancestors. Rocky was telling me.
This is an amazing bit, by the way. I love this.
You know, if this person has a really expensive board, he could have at least changed the voice. That's all I'm saying.
That is true. Or you could have just downloaded like a voice modulator or something.
He could have done that, but I am Q, and that's all.
He could have done something like this instead. This would have been a lot more fun.
But that's gay, like Spin, and I don't want that.
Truly should be.
This is my natural voice.
Spin. This is
After
not
I got-
Spin.
I once was like Spin, and then 50 tiny hats. My lyrics.
Aztec calendar.
And I think on that note, I'm good. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Bones doesn't like it when other people take the attention.
No. I do need to sleep though. I actually have to wake up early in the morning.
All right. Speaking of, before you leave, Bones, this one's for you. Boone. Bones
Tourette
got
Destiny
TBS.
syndrome. That's hilarious. Yes, I do take advantage of weaker debaters. Yes, Bishar. That
Oh
is true.
goodness. Good. What happened to your foam back there?
Oh, the adhesive just came off. I just need to apply new adhesive. That's it.
That's fair. Yeah, I feel like I used the Gorilla spray on, and it still isn't like perfected. So
Yeah, I'm leasing, or I'm in a lease style like house, I guess. So I can't really like anchor anything on too heavy.
that's
So I have
fair.
to be really careful with the adhesive that I
Just
use.
use alien tape. It will leave your mark, I promise.
Yeah, I'm good. Anyways,
Any
have a
final
good
thoughts,
night, y'all.
Bones?
Learn English.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure sparking again tonight with the rest of y'all. Clay, I sincerely hope you take the Mensa Norway IQ test on
Bro,
stream.
I'm
That way
gonna
we can
actually
demonstrate
some
whether you actually have like good pattern recognition skills. Same thing with
So
you, Asgreen, that I
Hold on,
figured
Clay.
you might
It's his
fare a
final.
little bit better.
Clay, it's his.
learn English.
Hold on, Clay. It's his
I'm gonna
final
bring him a
thoughts. Clay,
And
it's his final
Same
thoughts.
thing.
We respect it.
same thing with Asgreen. I think you'd probably fare better than Clay, though. I'd put betting money on that. Spin City. I don't know. Just keep on spinning. Rocky. Love you, buddy. Continue to push your like bullshit as well. It's really hilarious. And Balderson, maybe I do have more hair than you. I do have better talking points than you. I sincerely hope you don't make the same mistake of the $250 trillion debt thing, because no figure says that at all. No figure says it at all. The U.S. national debt is at just 39 trillion. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I already posted the U.S. debt clock, by the way, in side chat, so you can go look at that and verify that. If you find 250 trillion, by the way, I will give you like $50.
What?
Well,
That's what the U.S. national debt at
That's
250 trillion.
fucked up.
then maybe I'll have hair like you.
Who do we owe that
Maybe.
money to?
Maybe. crying out
That's right. Who do we owe the money to?
We owe it to
Follow
the
the
Jack.
king.
And then
it
TQ.
wouldn't go to Balderson. It would go to Sarah Bones.
We owe
But it
money
has
to
to
the
be much more than 50 bucks.
Whoever I need to get, whoever I need to give it to, whoever I need to give it to. But the U.S. National debt is at 39 trillion. So
Says
Yeah,
the
but
guy
who do we
that's
owe it
watching
to?
this
How do
stupid
who do
fucking
we? If we
clock.
don't know who we owe it
yeah, the
to,
U.S. debt clock. You know what? Do you know what it uses? You know the sources that it uses?
how do we pay it off if we don't know who we owe it to?
Oh, you know who we owe it to. They got little hats.
So the source for it, by the way, is the U.S. Treasury. By the way, which is what Balderson said he cited the 250 trillion from. So, by the way, like I sincerely hope you get humbled on that. Anyways, goodbye. Have a good night, y'all.
Goodbye,
We owe
Bones.
it to the Fed. We owe it to the Fed. Who runs the Fed? The red
Hugh, can you please bring some fucking sanity back to this motherfucker?
Go ahead, as Rune's got his hand up. Go ahead, darling.
Sarah, when me and Bones debated, I hope he doesn't take anything too personal. I wasn't able to put my points forward. He wasn't able to put his points forward. So next time, if any interruption, we do get into an argument, I'll listen to him. Then I'll just tell him to listen to my points so that we don't speak each other or speak over each other again. Sorry about that, Sarah.
That's fair. That's fair.
I would have paid to see Azvaroom fucking destroy and insult Bones. I would have paid for that after he insulted Azvaroom. That would have been classic.
Azvaroom ain't gonna insult him. He's just gonna beat him down with good talking points.
So does anybody in here agree that people that come to this country should learn the language of the country that they're moving to?
Yeah, Spanish, because we live in Spain.
You might.
Yes.
It was Spain. It was.
We
But it
know
ain't no
this. Libtards will argue. Never mind. Shut up. Never mind. I digress. I was
Be
about to say
careful, because
something
Bones
really
might think you're
bad.
talking about him for a minute now.
Well, no, it's just
I
always
was
funny to hear
about to
people
say
who
something
obviously
really
only know one
bad,
language
Sarah.
telling other people that it's so easy to learn a second.
It's so easy
Even
to
though Cum
learn
Dumps and
English.
Tuna Queen was pretty bad.
I think most people who come here try to learn enough English to get by. Yeah, I think it's obvious. Some people do better than others. Older people have a lot of trouble.
I don't have a problem with you learning
immigrating.
another language. I just say that because the signs are in English, you might want to learn.
They learn the signs, Clay.
to the
This is so
fucking
stupid. This is
people-
exactly what I said earlier. There are already
goes
people
back
who
to the
get
people in
work
California
permits to come
getting
in
a
from
CDL
Mexico driving
license.
freight trucks through here that learn the signs and they don't speak English. It's a stupid point. You've been full of stupid points all night.
It is not stupid to learn the language. How is it stupid not to learn the language or to speak the language?
You're telling me that they can read those signs, but they don't know what it says. They're reading the signs and they can tell you what the signs say, but they don't know what it says.
You can learn a sign.
And how do you do that?
Do you realize that in every commercial vehicle that a foreigner drives, they follow a GPS in their language? Do you realize that?
We all living in America, and
Exactly
I
what I'm
all
also
speak.
saying. Ben, you just been arguing on my side.
This is the strong man to your fucking argument.
It's straw man, and you're using it wrong. If you're trying
I'm not using it wrong. Do you realize a foreigner that does not know the English language, that drives a tractor trailer, uses a GPS that is translated into their own language so they can do their job? Do you realize that?
Yeah, because they're not going to fucking have it in a language they can't read, you dipshit.
Okay, so you come to America. Why do you need a GPS? Why should you use a GPS translated into your language when you're in
Oh
a
my
country
God. Oh,
When
put my head
let me
through a
finish,
wall.
you
Put it through
fucking
a
moron.
wall. No, because you're just dropping our IQ points by talking. That's how fucking
Yeah,
stupid
your
you are.
IQ points, not
You're-
mine.
You're trying to argue that a person
I
who
am
doesn't speak another
spewing
language should
facts.
change the language to their GPS to a language they don't
So
fucking
my
read.
point, if you'd let me fucking
This is the
finish,
most
you fucking
moronic thing
moron,
I've ever heard in
I
my
would
life.
drop your IQ about 10 points right this
This
moment.
panel is proof that people that speak English don't read English. Yeah.
So can I finish dropping your IQ a little bit, Effigy?
Oh, you just guaranteed it.
Oh, I just guarantee I'm going to drop your IQ.
Yep,
So
you're gonna
people
drop
that
that bitch
come to
down hard.
America should be able to read, write, and speak the language. Why should we have all these translations? Why should so basically what you're saying is we should change all the road signs to everybody's
moron.
different language.
No stupid.
You're
You know, you
stupid.
can buy
That's
them
fucking
in
moronic.
Indian.
You're so
into it,
dumb.
translates it
It hurts
into
my
Indian.
I am not dumb at all.
They got
Yes.
these little machines you can buy for like $25, and you speak into it, and it'll translate into any language in the world. It'll even identify what language is being spoke. It'll translate the language speaking to you, and it'll translate you into their language. And I think
Rocky,
it's like
we're talking about a road sign. Is that road sign going to translate that for them? Shut up, you, and smoke some more fucking pipe, bro.
You know why he doesn't like translations? Because it's too close to transgender.
I think a dumb fucking anyone stupid enough can read 55 means it's on your dash. Don't go past 55.
No, most of them. Wait a minute. Most of them are in kilometers.
Gotta be a
We do
monkey
not
sign.
have kilometers under our speed limits, dumb fuck.
Anyway, I'm not promoting or I'm not for.
When's the
or
last time
against.
you looked at your speedometer, man? I got a surprise for you.
Oh, I know what my speedometer says.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I do.
Why all the hate? Why all the hate? Why does everybody hate each other? Why are we being like?
Who said anybody up here hate each other?
Says the guy with the Schmittler mustache.
Oh, this is a Charlie Chaplin mustache, you dumb fucker. You ever heard of Charlie Chaplin?
Damn, get him, Rocky. Get him, Rocky.
Listen to Charlie Chaplin. He talked about how we need to live in peace, how we got to stop. They're they want us to fight each other, and that's all there is. You got to love each other. Stop. Charlie Chaplin. Look at it. His great speech. He dresses up kind of like the small mustache guy, but he was just speaking about how we need to get along with each other. Stop warring with each other. Why are we all fighting each other? Why can't we just get along and leave?
Has his hand up.
Live and let live. Live and let live.
Kumbaya,
Go ahead, Asbjorn.
This is a very controversial question that I have for the panel. Like there was one interview
Sure,
actually.
you want to ask it right now?
Yes.
Okay. Shall I ask it or?
Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. I was just asking,
Yeah,
are
totally go
you
for it.
really contemplating that right in a moment?
You're rarely this controversial, Varun, so I'm loving this.
That's Vern.
Yeah,
that's
so-
Vern's,
s- yeah.
speaking
So-
his second language. I think he's speaking. His
Hold
second
on, Rocky. Let Asbjorn talk. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Asbjorn.
So the thing is actually like. For building a civilization in the modern world, maths and science is very important actually. So the thing is, when it comes to race and IQ, this is very, I don't like to say this, but
Oh, here we go.
people of color and people who are in the minority, except for Asians and whites, they're not doing well when it comes to mathematics actually. So I got to know about this when Jared Taylor was in Russia. He said that people who belong to the black community and the Hispanic community, they're not doing well in maths. Then the white liberals actually, they're trying everything to boost their their performance in maths. So the thing is, he actually said that if this keeps continuing at this rate and whites keep having fewer and fewer children, the the GDP of the country will eventually decline actually. So basically, to be honest, how far do you think actually like he was right about this? I just this is a very controversial question, but no one likes to speak about it. But that's why I brought this up actually.
Varun, that's because math is racist. 1 + 1 isn't 2. It's 11. Yes.
There are some people that will argue 1 + 1 = 3, and the Earth is flat.
Yeah, 1 + 1 = 3 whenever you copulate.
Effigy, we want to hear you.
Maybe, never mind.
Asvern, the thing that causes the instability is that people fight, when people fight amongst each other. Shut up, Rocky. People who actually have points to make are talking.
Man = 3.
Rocky, I want to hear Effigy. You're gonna be weird.
When there are groups who are fighting amongst things and they try to ruin shit for each other. And that's basically what we try to get past in countries like ours. And that happens a lot. Like I said earlier at the very beginning of the show, that happens a lot in the South, where people will fucking burn shit down so they don't have to share it with people that they don't like. As long as we get past that, as long as we start to allow people to ascend in society for their own merit,
I live in the South, and I don't have people out there burning down the fucking streets of Tampa because they don't agree. That only happens where?
Detroit.
In libtard states.
Oh. And in Rafa.
It doesn't happen in the country.
Americans are so stupid, they don't realize
Rocky,
that
you're stupid.
They have so many
I'm
abortions.
American. You got a problem with me, Rocky? I
They don't know how to have children anymore. They don't even know how to have children anymore. They just and they all want to. They don't know that one man and one woman
You say that people don't know how to have children. They don't have children.
3.
What?
1 + 1 is 3.
Look, last time I
idiot.
checked, Americans are pretty good at fucking. Okay.
I mean, if you don't have
earlier,
children,
wait a minute. What didn't Ringworm say that people are the United States is failing at birth rate?
Brown people
Yes, that's because we're becoming pandas. You know, pandas. Like Kung Fu.
Sarah?
Yes, Ezra.
That was so fucking.
I need to go. My phone's battery is very, very low, so it will switch off actually. So thank you for having me on your show, Sarah. And,
Absolutely.
yeah. Good night and goodbye, everyone.
Good night, Azvaroon. Have a wonderful evening.
For immigrating to America.
Back to my point. If America was so fucking bad on having people having children, why is the labor and delivery department completely full 80% of the time? So there's another skewed, debunked fucking leftist bullshit.
That's because
is it a leftist talking point that the birth rate's going down? I didn't know we were the ones who did that.
Yeah.
It's just statistics,
it's
man.
your side of the aisle, Effigy, that has such a fucking problem with everything our president does.
What?
Yeah.
How did you link it to that? You
Yes,
have, like,
yes,
you can't stay on one point.
Shut up, Effigy. Shut up, Effigy. Come out from behind the avatar. Let's see who you really are.
I will say that Spen is actually right about the other side, the left being the ones that seem to have a problem with having babies. The right is not. Like let's be serious, right? All of the weird like sexual stuff and the unaliving of babies. That's on the left side. It's not on the right side.
I don't know what the fuck happened tonight.
What a weird night, man.
It's nuts. That's right, Rocky. I'm fucking crying.
You know what? You know what happened? You brought some cringy fucking moron up here, and you got destroyed.
Ben, don't talk about yourself like that way. You got to be more affirming, man.
Oh, here's the affirmation: the man that is behind an emoji all the time.
I have a tattoo of an emoji.
Oh, Sarah. Oh, Sarah. Did you not? I hope not for 1 minute that this wasn't going to happen.
I don't know. It was just a weird night. But if you want the weird to keep on going, you are currently 2 out of 10 on the dono goal, and you got about a half hour left to complete it. Let's get that shit in. This is getting weird.
You thought Ant spurred out. I had to reclaim my title.
Yeah, you certainly owned it. You certainly owned it.
How many Q-tards are on panel?
What the fuck is a Q-tard? What the fuck is a Q-tard, sir? That's a new one.
A QAnon. A QAnon.
That's right.
Just you, right?
I think they're all just generic MAGA now. I think the QAnon's not a thing anymore. They
There we go. There it is yet again. You said my favorite word earlier, fascist, and now it's MAGA retards.
Effigy, you're wrong. See, we know here, Q, that Molech and Quetzalcoatl is the same thing. And that's why the pyramids are coming. Yeah.
I just had this conversation earlier with somebody that we know, right? That's right. It was Admiral Gibbs. I had this fucking conversation earlier. Why is it everything is blamed on MAGA? Why? Q, you kind of want to answer that. You want to answer that one, Q?
I thought he promised that he was the president of peace. The first thing he does is he goes to war. So he broke that.
Bullshit. That's bullshit.
No. He joined the small hats.
Hold on, Rocky.
He promised he was the president of peace. He promised.
Hold on, Rocky. Who fired the first shot at Iran? You want to have this? You want to have this argument? I'm gonna prove you fucking wrong.
You can't prove me wrong.
Who made the first shot at Iran? Who made it? Who made it? Who made it? Answer the question.
Us, right?
Who took the first shot at Iran, Rocky?
We did blow up their nuclear facility, so
shut up.
I wasn't there.
Do you realize the war with Iran's been going on for 47 years?
There it is. I was waiting for it.
To get their target.
It's just war because it was actually already started.
Their first shot, I think, was.
It's true.
And they needed to tune in their targeting system. So the first one they did was on a school of girls.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Listen to the Communist News Network some more, Rocky. Please do.
Just leave them fucking people alone.
Leave them alone. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna give radical, tyrannical, fucking complete radical leftists a fucking nuclear weapon to wipe out the half of the Middle East. That's real smart.
Famously
leftist. Religious theocracy is a leftist regime. Is that what you're saying?
Just like Jesus was a socialist.
I can't hear you, and I really don't want to because you're a fucking retard. Answer the question, Rocky.
I said, leave the Iranians alone. They didn't.
Go ahead. Finish that fucking statement. Please finish that statement.
Spin was Trump lying when he said
finish the statement, Rocky. Finish the statement, Rocky. Leave the Iranians alone. Why? Because what? Because what?
Dropping bombs on school children.
Azrun sends his love with the big 5, and Nani says we need Omar to remove LG's ghost. Yeah, LG didn't have a very good turnout the other night, did he?
Yeah, he was bad.
That was just terrible.
It was crash and burn.
He crashed and burned, and the only way he can get back on this panel is if he apologizes for being a butthole to me. Just saying. B Sharp says, and here, you know what? I give all of you credit. Because you guys all come in here and you yell at each other, you talk shit to each other, but you are all very kind and respectful to me. And I very much appreciate that. Thank you. Because I will give you all the fucking space in the world. Just know where you are, right? It's not that hard. The LG learned the hard way yesterday. B Sharp said with the Big 10, everyone take a shot for me. It's my birthday. You are 40 years young.
Sarah, do you have a I was just going to ask you, do you have a birthday gift?
I have this one's for you, B Sharp. Are you ready? Everybody be quiet. Don't ruin it for him. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear B Sharp. Happy birthday to you. There you go. Happy birthday, B Sharp. And thanks for joining us on your fucking birthday. Anybody got shots to take?
Kind of.
No.
I got cold coffee.
Coffee, yes, me.
All right, we are 3 out of 10 on the Dono Go. Congratulations. We're moving on up. We're almost there. And you got 24 minutes to complete it. I need to know if I should go get more coffee or not, by the way.
Get more coffee.
Well, we have to complete the Dono goal before I make more coffee. All right.
You should also get some adrenochrome from Mars.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
So fucking weird.
Rocky, answer my question. We should leave the Iranians alone because why? Answer the question.
I think Armenia is their next
Come on, Rocky.
Simultaneous.
You're about to fuck up.
Because I'm not a Zionist, you piece of shit.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Rocky.
Here
Another
it
half
fucking
baked
goes.
freaking thing.
I love Rocky so much.
Oh my God.
Got nothing to do with Iran.
You're
Oh.
fighting for the
It's all about the
chosen
city of
idol.
London, dude. It's all
For the
about
win,
No,
I've
it's-
been putting up
it's
with
about-
cringy leftist bullshit all night. Please take a turn.
No, it's more about protecting the petrodollar and keeping China at bay because they were making a lot of money off getting oil out of Iran and Venezuela and selling it at market prices, but buying it super cheap.
Yeah,
Didn't
they don't have a central bank. They don't have a
didn't
federal
Basmaroon
reserve
say that earlier?
central bank.
Didn't
Watch out.
Basmaroon from
Maybe
India,
I missed
another
it.
country, say that?